Ding, congratulations to the host, you have consumed 12,000 Jingshao trillion Eman crystals within 10 hours and received the random reward of God's right hand. Ding, new mission. Complete the critical strike 5 times and consume 70,000 trillion demon crystals within 10 hours. If the mission fails, the host will be killed. If the mission is completed, a random reward will be obtained. In that case, let's go to Paradise Island and use the teleportation array on Paradise Island to go to the 10 demon cities. Okay, husband? Huaxian pulled the white fox's long fiber and flew up. The demon emperor followed behind with a helpless look on his face. Soon we arrived at the teleportation array of Paradise Island headquarters. As the teleportation array of Paradise Island's headquarters, it is huge and has a very high transmission efficiency. Huaxian thought that he could use it as a transit station when traveling in the mainland in the future. So, under the curious gaze of the white fox Cheng Xian and the demon emperor, he took out various high-level materials and set up a formation near this teleportation array. While guarding this teleportation array, he also took it for himself. As a master of formations, these are all small matters to Huaxian. After finishing his work, he said to the two of them, "What are you standing there for? Why don't you come up? Little brother, lock onto the teleportation array of the 10 demon cities and teleport directly there." The 10 demon cities are super cities. And the 10 demon clans are also large clans, so naturally they have private teleportation arrays. The demon emperor was not used to being addressed as a younger brother, so he rolled his eyes and activated the teleportation array. Chapter 716 The internal teleportation array of the 10 demon cities and the 10 demon clans. After a burst of bright light, 3 figures appeared inside. The disciple guarding the teleportation array saw one of the young men and immediately knelt down and said, "Greetings, Lord Emperor. Get up." The demon emperor was in a bad mood. Huaxian looked around curiously and found that the demonic power was extremely strong. He looked at the ground and muttered, "I'm afraid there is a demon dragon spirit vein underground." The demon emperor's body trembled, and he quickly said, "Master, this demon dragon spiritual vein is the foundation of my 10 demon clans. Please show mercy, owner." The guards around were shocked when they heard the demon emperor address this seemingly human youth. Huaxian said calmly, "I'm just curious. I don't even look down on such a low-level demon dragon spirit vein. By the way, take me to find Fang Wuzuyu." He was about to leave, pulling the white fox's long rope. The demon emperor hurriedly said, "Master, please meet our ancestors. The leaders of our tribe are waiting in the reception room." "Well, there's no need to rush. Let's go meet your clan's ancestor." Led the way. The demon emperor was extremely respectful and quickly led the way. Although he didn't believe that Huaxian was really at the primary level of God Lord, he was definitely not weak, so he didn't dare to neglect him. "Greetings, Lord Emperor." All the demons along the way, regardless of their identities, knelt down and saluted him when they saw him. "You are a little arrogant. Anyone who sees you must kneel down." The demon emperor smiled awkwardly and said, "We demons are determined by strength, right? My strength is here, so it's normal for them to be in awe of me." "Hey, who is that?" Huaxian looked at a beautiful woman sitting beside the lotus pond in the distance, her expression full of sadness. "These are at least bronze-level beauties." The demon emperor followed Huaxian's gaze and saw this beautiful woman. For a moment he couldn't remember who in the tribe she was. After all, the population of the 10 demon tribes exceeds 100,000, and it is impossible to remember every single one of them. However, intermarriage among the same race is rare, so even if the other party is a bronze legendary beauty, the demon emperor will not be impressed. Huaxian couldn't help but walk over. The white fox Cheng Xian and the demon emperor could only follow. As they approached, the beautiful woman noticed something and looked over. He recognized the demon emperor at a glance, and quickly stood up, respectfully pale. "Demon Be Jiaoi greets the emperor." "Devil White Glue, which generation are you from?" asked the demon emperor. Hearing this, the demon Ba Jiaoi understood that the emperor didn't know him at all. "Your Excellency the emperor, demon Bi Jiaoi is the 1390-60H generation disciple, and belongs to the new generation." The demon emperor nodded and looked at Huaxian. "Master, if you like him, demon White Glue will be yours from now on." "Honored?" The devil Ba Jiaoi trembled in shock and looked at Huaxian subconsciously. Who doesn't know the power of the demon emperor? What kind of existence is he that he calls his master? But no matter how you look at him, he looks ordinary, more like an inferior human slave with no status. Huaxian smiled and nodded and asked, "Devil Ba Jiaoi, are you willing to follow me?" The devil Ba Jiaoi is not stupid. The devil emperor calls him master, so how could he be unworthy of himself? Quickly said, Ba Jiaoi is willing. "Very good, from now on, you belong to me." The devil Ba Jiaoi said quickly. "It's just that my lord, Ba Jiaoi is engaged to the 3rd generation elder of the evil dragon clan in the same city, the evil dragon Huo Bao. I'm afraid it will bring trouble to you. My lord. It's just the demon tribe, I'll take you to visit them when I'm done. Full of confidence, the devil Ba Jiaoyi understood that the guy whom the emperor called master was very extraordinary. Thank you, sir. What's your name? Sir, you're my woman from now on, what should I call you? The demon White Glue suddenly became shy and called out weakly. Husband. Huaxian smiled and said, husband is fine too. I held her in my arms, feeling her soft body, and couldn't let go. I couldn't help but took a big bite. Then he secretly sighed that even with 100 million points of resistance to the opposite sex, he still had no resistance to a legendary beauty. I estimate that if I can get 1 billion resistance points from the opposite sex, I should be able to have resistance. Lead the way. And go see your ancestor, he said while hugging the devil White Glue. The demon emperor had a bitter look on his face. He never dreamed that one day he would become someone else's little brother. Soon they arrived at the reception center of the 10 demon clans. The demon crystal water used here is also used, and the demon gathering formation covers the entire reception room. It can be seen that the reception room with the 10 demon tribes is very unusual. The gate has no door, it is just a vortex of formation, and those who are allowed can walk directly in. As a master level formation master, Huaxian naturally saw through all the intricacies of the formation at a glance. The demon emperor deliberately didn't say anything, as a way for the 10 demon tribes to show their power to Huaxian. Huaxian smiled slightly and pointed out casually. With a loud bang, the vortex of the formation stopped running. The demon emperor and everyone inside were stunned. The formation they were so proud of was broken so easily. Is the other party also a powerful formation master? Seeing this, Baihu Changxian became more and more convinced of Huaxian and more satisfied with him. As for the devil's White Glue, stars appeared in his eyes. As a member of the 10 demon clans, she knew better the mystery and power of this portal formation. I didn't expect that my husband could break it with just a single finger. This strong. Huaxian walked in holding the white fox's long fiber in one hand and the devil's White Glue in the other. Suddenly, hundreds of eyes gathered together. Some people were stunned when they saw the devil's White Glue. More people looked at Huaxian in surprise. The demon emperor was ignored. Huaxian also looked around the room curiously. The old demon man with white hair sitting upright, with the cultivation level of God Lord level 50, is considered the strongest. I didn't expect that among the 10 demon clans, the most powerful one only has this level of cultivation. It's a bit regrettable. Seeing that these people had not prepared their own seats, the previous door was already a warning. So Huaxian was no longer polite. He took a step forward, pulling the devil's White Glue and the white fox's long fiber. Buzz. The space shook, and an extremely terrifying aura burst out. No one in the audience could withstand it. Boom. Everyone knelt on the ground in unison. Huaxian pulled the white fox long fiber and the devil White Glue step by step to the main seat, sat down slowly, and then put away his momentum. Both White Fox Changxian and Demon Ba Jiaoyi looked shocked. Only then did she realize that her man was really strong, terrifyingly strong. The demon emperor finally believed that Huaxian was a being at the primary level of Godlord. The ancestor of the 10 demon clans, the ultimate demon, greets you, sir. I respectfully welcome you to my 10 demon clans. The demon ancestor was the first to react and quickly knelt down. The 10 demon clans welcome you to the 10 demon clans. The others also knelt down. Huaxian scanned the room and asked, who are the immediate relatives of the demon Ba Jiaoyi? Chapter 770. Anything is possible. Seeing the devil Ba Jiaoyi being held by Huaxian's hand, his face blushed, and he didn't understand what was going on. The direct ancestor of demon Ba Jiaoyi quickly stood up and said, Your Excellency, the 10th generation ancestor of the 10 demon clans, Demon Chang Ha, is the direct ancestor of demon Ba Jiaoyi. Very good, today have taken a fancy to demon White Glue. From now on, demon White Glue is my woman. Do you have any objection? Demon Chang Ha's body trembled violently, and he was extremely excited. He hurriedly said, Sir, Demon Chang Ha, I has no objection. Very good, is a betrothal gift. I am willing to pay you 70,000 Rang Jingshout Rillion demon crystals. What? The whole audience was shocked. I didn't expect this human-looking adult to be so generous. 70,000 Rang Jingshout Rillion demon crystal essences are also a huge sum of money for the 10 demon clans. It may take tens of millions of years to accumulate so much. After all, the consumption of demon crystal marrow during the cultivation process is too huge. Why, you think it's too little? The demon Chang Ha's body trembled violently, and he hurriedly said, Sir, it's not too little, it's just too much. Which is a bit shocking. Give me the payment code. The devil Chang Ha excitedly opened the communicator to receive the payment code. My whole body was shaking. The other members of the 10 demon clans looked at demon Chang Ha with envy. They knew that the lineage of demon Chang Ha would prosper because of demon Ba Huaxian scans the code to pay. Ding! Congratulations to the host, you have completed the consumption of 70,000 Rangjing Shaolin Demon Crystals within 10 hours, and received a random reward of the Demon Clan Emperor's full-level cultivation. Ding! New mission: complete the critical strike 5 times and consume 350,000 trillion Demon Crystals within 10 hours. If the mission fails, the host will be killed. If the mission is completed, a random reward will be obtained. Huaxian was overjoyed when he saw the reward. This reward is a timely help. Although they are equivalent to the demon race in all aspects, the only thing missing is their realm, which is a fatal flaw. I didn't expect that this time I would be directly rewarded with the maximum level of demon cultivation by the god. From now on, I will be more real than the real demon. Ding! 70,000 Rangjing Shao trillion Demon Crystals have arrived in my personal account, please check it. Perhaps because the amount was too large, I waited for a while before the demon Chang He's payment notification sounded. The whole audience was shocked the money really arrived. Not to mention anything else, just with this huge sum of money in hand, the status of the demon Chang Clan will be greatly improved. Thank you. Sir, the devil Chang was extremely excited and expressed his gratitude quickly. It's too formal to call you sir actually. Based on the devil's white glue, you are half my ancestor. The demon Chang I's body trembled violently, and he said hurriedly, I dare not, I absolutely dare not. Even though Huaxian only mentioned it casually, for the other members of the 10 demon clans, it was enough to show how much he valued the demon Chang Demon Ba Zhaoyi was extremely excited. Thank you, husband. I don't even call my husband. I just arrange it for him. Are you finally willing to call me husband? Huaxian said with a smile. The latter blushed and lowered his head. They showed their affection on the spot, but no one dared to express dissatisfaction. My lord, it's almost time for dinner. Why don't you go to the dining room and chat while we eat? The old demon ultimate suggested. Okay. Please, sir. The 10 demon clans value this kind of powerful and domineering person very much. The main thing is that they are now considered our own people. Come to the restaurant and walk towards the main table. Huaxian took the main seat with the white fox long fiber and the devil white glue, and no one dared to object. The ancestor of the ultimate demon can only sit in the back seat. Evil Chang You sit behind devil Bai Zhaoyi. The high-ranking demon who was about to sit down suddenly felt embarrassed and quickly moved away. The people behind also understood what was happening and quickly moved back, thus resolving the awkwardness. The devil Chang I sat down excitedly, feeling extremely grateful to Huaxian. At the same time, I was also fortunate that he took a fancy to the devil white glue in my department. My lord, the ultimate devil offers you a toast. Huaxian nodded and picked up the wine glass, not looking aloof at all. Let's have a drink together. Everyone excitedly picked up their glasses and drank them all. The 10 demon clans all like Huaxian very much because he is not a big shot at all. By the way, sir, what is your relationship with the genius demon emperor of my clan? The demon emperor said bitterly, Ancestor, I lost the bet to him, so now I am his little brother. It is your honor to be your younger brother if you follow me in the future. He will definitely have a bright future. In response to this, the demon emperor could only smile bitterly, feeling unconvinced. He believed that Huaxian was born better than himself, was definitely older than himself, and had practiced for tens of millions more years than himself. Huaxian didn't care about this. Seeing that no one was eating, he quickly said, Everyone eat, don't be restrained. We are all family. The words "we are all family" made the 10 demon clans extremely excited and happy. Yes, we are all family. Don't be restrained, pick up your chopsticks and eat, the ultimate devil said hurriedly. I feel that this is the happiest moment in my life in tens of millions of years. Just at this moment, a demon woman came trotting in, looking panicked, as if something had happened. In the demon clan, women, unless they are chosen by a strong man like the demon Ba Zhaoyi, are not qualified to sit at the table. Everyone's attention was attracted by this woman. Seeing her panic-stricken expression, everyone was very unhappy that the good atmosphere was disturbed. Huaxian also looked at this woman. Maybe it was because she was jogging so fast, her majestic breasts were heaving violently, her S-curve figure was extremely attractive. Her appearance was comparable to that of a beauty on the god list. Huaxian secretly exclaimed that she was not bad. Husband, ancestor, and adults, I'm sorry, I shouldn't have barged in and disturbed your meal, I was wrong. And I am willing to accept the punishment. But my mother's family, the 12 demon clans, sent an emergency message, saying that the 9 demon clans were dissatisfied with their tribute, and were even more dissatisfied with the rebellion of the 12 demon clans' proud daughter, Demon Tian Zhaoyi, and were unwilling to marry the young patriarch of the 9 demon clans, Demon Huo Zheng, so they sent strong men to suppress my mother's family. But a whole audience was furious. The leader of the demonic tribe, Demon Yin Hao roared angrily. Have the 12 demonic tribes gone mad? The 9 demonic tribes are so terrifying that even the 10 demonic tribes are not even 1% as terrifying as them. How dare they offend us? Do you want to die? Unexpectedly, he actually scolded the woman's family. This was a little beyond Hu Xian's expectations, but when he thought of the phrase not as good as 1%, he understood it. Such a huge gap is like a chasm. How dare the 10 demon clans become enemies with the 9 demon clans? Ding dong. The woman knelt on the ground and begged, "Husband, please help my family, ancestor. What should we do? Even if we are on good terms with the 8 demon clans, if something unexpected happens to the 8 demon clans, they could be replaced by the 9 demon clans at any time. And we won't be able to help at all." The demon Yin Hao roared angrily. What he is more worried about now is that this incident will implicate the 10 demon clans. The women all looked at Hu Xian at the head table, as if they had grabbed a life-saving straw, and begged on their knees, "Sir, please. You must have a way to help my family. Please, help my family. Sir, as long as you help my mother's family, I will do anything you ask me to do." Chapter 771. 1 minute is up. Who shall be killed? Hu Xian smiled and asked, "Is it true that you can do anything?" The woman's body trembled. The demon Yin Hao standing beside him also trembled. The main thing I noticed was that there was something wrong with the way Hu Xian looked at the woman. The woman also felt that Hu Xian's tone was not right. She gritted her teeth, looked at the devil Tian Hao, and said with determination, "As long as you save my mother's family, I can do anything." "Okay, then lead the way to the 12 demon clans." Hu Xian stood up immediately. The demon Yin Hao wanted to speak, but was stopped by a look from the old ancestor. How could the 10 demon clans afford to offend such a terrifying existence that even the 9 demon clans looked down upon? The only thing they could do was to curry favor with it with all their might. The demon liquid phase was extremely excited. "Sir, please follow me to the teleportation array." "Okay, lead the way." "Please, sir." Hu Xian held the white fox long fiber and the devil white glue in one hand and followed quickly. The 2 girls were deeply moved by Hu Xian's care for them and completely accepted him. Ding! Congratulations to the host. You have increased the affinity between the legendary hero and white fox long fiber and the devil white glue to 100, and received the random reward of Love Shelter. I didn't expect to get rewarded this way. Check out what Love Shelter does. Shelter of Love. After casting, you can obtain absolute defense, defending against any level of attack once, with a cooldown time of 1 month. Oh shit! Hu Xian burst out excitedly. Defend against any level of attack once and you will be invincible. Everyone else was shocked by his exclamation and looked at him in confusion. "I'm just excited. As for why I'm excited, you can guess," Hu Xian said with a smile. Everyone smiled bitterly. They didn't expect that such a scary adult could be so approachable and not have any airs at all. This made them feel a little uncomfortable. Soon arrived at the teleportation array. "Please. Sir," the demon liquid phase said eagerly. Hu Xian nodded, pulled the white fox long fiber and the devil white glue in, and the others followed quickly. The devil Tian Hao activated the formation. This is the site of the 12 demon tribes. The entire clan, more than 80,000 people, gathered at the martial arts training ground in the back mountain. 3 people were flying above their heads. 2 of them exuded an aura of destruction that made the 12 demon tribes pale without a trace of blood. Among the high-ranking members of the 12 demon tribes, odd bodies were lying on the ground, covered in blood, and they were obviously dead. One of the young men, who was not very powerful, said inferently, "Devil Pride, 1 minute is up if you don't agree to me. Another high-ranking member of the 12 demon clans will die miserably." Among the high-ranking people, a young girl wearing a long white robe and a white bamboo hat was so angry that her fists were clenched and her body was shaking. The more the other party threatened her, the more disgusted she felt. However, the other party threatened her with her relatives, and they were all core members of the 12 demon clans. She was really in a difficult situation now. "Devil Tianjiaoui, you should quickly agree to his request. We have already lost 8 high-ranking members and our strength has been reduced by more than half. I know you want to wait for the 10 demon clans to help, but the 10 demon clans are also weak in front of the 9 demon clans. They are probably worried about being implicated. They don't even have time to protect themselves, let alone help. It's the devil genius. Hurry up and agree to the other party. You will get married sooner or later. It doesn't matter who you marry. Besides, Demon Huozeng is the young patriarch of the 9 demon clans. If you marry him, you will be the young patriarch's wife. What's wrong with that?" The high-ranking members of the 12 demon tribes were so frightened that they hurried to persuade them. If the devil Tianjiaoui had not threatened to die, they would have kidnapped her and sent her to the devil fire warden. However, Demon Yanjiaoui had already received news from Demon Liquid that she had brought people here and told her not to be afraid. The people she brought were definitely people that the 9 demon clans could not afford to offend. This gave her hope, so she did not agree. However, teleportation also takes time, which is why some of the tribesmen fell. He said angrily, "Demon fire evidence, you have killed my people like this when our reinforcements arrive. It will be your doom. Your tribe's reinforcements. Devil Tianjiaoi. Are you stupid? The only Devil 8 clans that you have currying favor with among the 10 Devil clans is now in a difficult situation, to tell you the truth. In less than 10,000 years, the Devil 8 clans will be replaced by my clan. Do you think the 8 demon clans will send anyone to help you? 1 minute is up, who should I kill?" A demon Huo Zheng's gaze fell on the top leaders of the 12 demon clans. Sensing his target, the high-ranking members of the 12 demon clans were terrified, fearing that they would be chosen. "Devil genius, do you really want to kill us?" Someone's mentality exploded and he shouted in despair. "If you are so afraid of death, then it's you." Devil fire evidence pointed at the guy who was roaring angrily. "No, don't kill me, Lord Demon Huo Zheng. I am willing to surrender to the 9 demon clans. I am willing to be your slave and wait for your orders." In order to survive, this guy risked everything. For him, nothing is better than being alive. "It's a pity that you are too worthless to be a dog of my 9 demon clans. You." This guy was humiliated and was furious. "But I can give you a chance to live." The guy shuddered, forgetting the humiliation he had just felt, and quickly asked, "What opportunity? If you kill 100 people of your tribe, I will not kill you." The guy trembled and looked at the other members of the tribe. The senior executives all looked at him with indifference and did not speak. But he understood that if he dared to take action, these senior officials would join forces to kill him instantly. Death is everywhere. He finally made up his mind. "Devil fire certificate, you bastard. You are threatening my 12 demon clans. You will definitely die a miserable death. I will fight you to the death." Burning with the power and soul of the devil, he rushed towards the devil's fire certificate regardless of everything. This scene made all the 12 demon tribes breathe a sigh of relief. I thought to myself, your time spent in the Devil's Gap was not in vain. Just at this moment, the teleportation formation in the back mountain lit up with a strong white light, causing everyone to look over. The devil genius suddenly became excited. She knew that the support she had been waiting for had finally arrived, and she hoped that the people brought by the devil liquid phase could suppress the 9 devil clans. The demon's gap quickly stopped the burning of the demon's power and soul. The 3 members of the 9 demon clans also looked at the teleportation array and ignored him. "Wait until the light fades away." Seeing that the high-level leaders of the 10 demon clans, even the ancestors, had come, the 12 demon clans were extremely excited. "I thought the 10 demon tribes would escape, but I didn't expect them to be so chivalrous and all come. Greetings to all the masters of the 10 demon clans." The ancestors of the 12 demon tribes took the lead in paying their respects, extremely excited. "We are all family. No need to be polite." The ultimate devil imitated Hu Xian's tone and said, "The main thing is that I know Hu Xian is easygoing. If I want to curry favor with him, I must be easygoing too." Chapter 772, Devil's Trial. These words stunned the people of the 12 demon clans. "I feel flattered." The demon liquid phase was extremely excited and quickly said, "Family members, what are you standing there for? Didn't the ancestor say that we are all family? So don't be polite?" The people of the 12 demon clans finally reacted and were extremely excited, believing that all this was due to the demon liquid phase. Fortunately, Demon Liquid phase married into the 10 demon clans and had a very high status in the 10 demon clans, otherwise the 10 demon clans would not have come out in full force to help. The demon Huo Zheng said disaffectedly, "Even if all the people from the 10 demon clans come, they will just die. What are you so happy about? How dare you, demon fire evidence. You, the 9 demon clans, are taking advantage of your power to bully other clans. This is really excessive. If you don't give me an explanation today, I'm afraid the Lord will not let you go." The devil ultimate shouted angrily. This shout scared not the people from the 9 demon clans, but the people from the 12 demon clans. It is unbelievable that under such a huge gap, the ancestor of the 10 demon clans dared to scold the young patriarch of the 9 demon clans like this. No, who is the adult he is talking about? The devil fire evidence was stunned. He never expected that the low-level demons would dare to scold him. Then he said coldly, "You are the ultimate devil, right? What a great ancestor of the 10 devil clans. Let me see today how capable you are." After saying this, he said to the person beside him, "Disable his limbs." The man was not panicked at all, and flew towards the ultimate devil slowly and leisurely. The devil genius was the calmest. She was surprised to find that the 10 devil tribes were led by a young man who looked like a human. They were also very respectful to him. And even the demon emperor, who was as famous as himself, stood behind him. And this young man is definitely not simple. Could he be the support that the demon liquid phase ancestor mentioned? Hu Xian looked around to see if there were any pretty girls. I have to say, there are more than 80. 0 people in the 12 demon tribes, and there are still a lot of beautiful girls. Fortunately, although these girls are pretty, None of them can reach the level of legendary beauty with his current resistance point of 100 million for the opposite sex. He is completely able to resist them. However, when his eyes fell on the demon prodigy, even though she was carrying it in her pocket, Huaxian discovered her extraordinariness. That kind of aura that only legendary beauties possess could not be hidden for an experienced man like him. The two looked at each other. Huaxian smiled and nodded. The devil Tianjiahui noticed that he was holding the beauties in his hands, one of whom was as beautiful as himself. He smiled coldly and thought to himself that he was another scumbag. At this time, the strong man from the 9 demon clans had already arrived above the teleportation array. He looked down upon all the members of the 10 demon clans and said to the ultimate demon, "Do you want to cripple your own limbs, or should I help you?" His tone was extremely arrogant, and he didn't take the ultimate devil seriously at all. The ultimate demon had a calm expression and smiled as he said, "I will stand still if you can hurt me even a little bit. I will lose." The other party was stunned, then smiled coldly, and pointed a finger at him after a disagreement. A terrifying demonic force shot towards the ultimate demon's left arm. What shocked the demon rang the most was that even though he was at the 50-level Godlord realm, he was locked in place by the other party and unable to move. Very strong. The 10 demon clans and the 9 demon clans are only one level apart. But the number of strongmen is vastly different. It looked like he was about to be hit. The ultimate devil's body trembled, and he tried hard to look at Huaxian. At the last moment, Huaxian let go of the hand that was holding the devil's white glue. It was stretched out, and no one felt the fluctuation of power. But the attack of the strong men of the 9 demon clans was fixed in the air out of thin air, less than a foot away from the left arm of the ultimate demon. The ultimate devil also resumed his actions, forced himself to calm down, and taunted. "I said, I'm standing still, and if you can hurt me even a little bit, I lose." But no one paid any attention to him. All eyes were focused on Huaxian. The 3 people from the 9 demon clans were the most shocked. The more powerful you are, the more you understand the horror of the opponent's casual moves. "Who are you?" The person who made the move reacted and questioned immediately. Huaxian smiled coldly. "You touch my people, don't you know who I am?" The next moment, Devil's Trial. Directly cast demonic judgment. "You are crazy, how dare you cast a demonic judgment on me?" The other party yelled. As a god of level 53, and of royal D bloodline, any of his royal peers' demon judgment would be ineffective against him. On the contrary, if you use it forcefully, it will backfire. However, when his mysterious power of judgment, which was only effective against demons, fell on him, feel the power and be quickly banned. He finally got scared, his face full of horror. How is it possible? As the power of judgment grows, the speed of sealing becomes faster and faster. He had to land quickly on the ground. It was slow, but in just a few seconds, he was judged and completely turned into an ordinary devil. The entire audience stared at Huaxian in shock. As demons, they all know the rules of judgment. All the D-level bloodline of the demon royal family have been judged. There is only one possibility, that he is of the demon imperial family. However, in the real continent, there are only 3 clans with the bloodline of the demon emperor. That is, the top 3 races. It was unbelievable that this easygoing man who looked like a human was actually of the bloodline of the demon emperor. It's horrible, so horrible. The demon's body was shaking. Scared. The devil Tianjiahui, who originally hated Huaxian as a scumbag, looked at Huaxian with shining eyes. Huaxian looked at the demon fire certificate and another strong man. He said coldly, "You are so brave, you dare to fly above my head in front of me. Well, then punish me." Devil's Trial. "No want." Both of them roared in despair. "One of my companions has already been tried, but I don't think I can escape judgment." Sure enough, the judgment came down, and the 2 men fell to the ground, and soon they became ordinary people. I was extremely frightened. The Imperial Demon. The 10 demon clans actually know the Imperial clan demons. What's going on? You know, the Imperial demons haven't appeared for 100,000 years. The so-called 3 great Imperial clans of demons are just in name only. In fact, the one that dominates the real continent now is the 4th clan of demons. That is, the S-level royal bloodline of demons. Now, a demon clan that can judge the royal bloodline suddenly appears. This is too weird. The whole audience looked at Huaxian with horror. It's just because the bloodline of the demon emperor is too rare. Huaxian smiled and said, "Why are you looking at me like that? By the way, you can deal with the people of the 9 demon clans however you like. I will take responsibility for anything that happens." After Huaxian finished speaking, his eyes focused on the devil genius. Holding the white fox's long fiber in one hand and the devil's white glue in the other, he saw no one else and walked towards the devil's genius. Chapter 773. Let's have a love relationship first. When the people from the 12 demon tribes saw this scene, they were not panicked but excited instead. If the devil genius and the lord of the devil imperial clan's bloodline really were to fall in love, it would be a godsend for the 12 devil clans. Of course, they were nervous too. The main thing is to know how aloof the devil genius is. This can be seen from the rejection of the demon fire certificate by the 9 clans' young patriarch. If it were a genius from another race, he would probably agree immediately and would want to throw himself into the man's arms. But she just doesn't like it. At this time, no one paid attention to the people from the 9 demon clans. Everyone was staring at Huxian and the demon prodigy. As they got closer, they became nervous, worried that the demon prodigy would reject Huxian. This is the demon emperor clan. If they refuse, then the 12 demon clans will be really finished. They didn't dare to remind him, mainly because they didn't dare to disturb Huxian. I can only pray in my heart that the devil genius will never do anything stupid. As Huxian got closer, at this time, the devil genius put away the sword in his hand, and placed his hands on his hat under the shocked gaze of the 12 devil tribes. The people of the 12 demon clans suddenly became excited. They were not disappointed. The devil genius slowly lifted his hat, and a peerless face gradually came into people's eyes. The neck appeared first, as white as jade, with skin so fine that it seemed to reflect light. Slowly, the chin appeared, so beautiful that it was beyond words. Not to mention Huxian, everyone became excited. Even among the 12 demon tribes, many have never seen the honor of a demon genius. They all looked at her, wanting to catch a glimpse of her beauty. Even the demon fire certificate of the 9 demon clans looked at it with great curiosity. Finally, the bamboo hat was lifted, and the platinum legendary face of the demon genius came into view of the world. The whole audience was stunned. In terms of temperament, it is stronger than the white fox long fiber. In other words, as both are platinum legendary beauties, demon prodigy is even better than white fox Chang's Yan. It was unbelievable. How could a demon be more beautiful than a naturally beautiful white fox like me? Envious, even a little bit unacceptable. Beautiful, so beautiful. Some people couldn't help but scream out loud. The devil Huozang was so cruel. He hated himself for being soft-hearted and not directly destroying the 12 devil tribes and taking the devil genius away. Now he couldn't get such a beautiful woman. Huxian couldn't help but let go of the hands of white fox Changjian and demon Ba Jiaoyi, and with the kindest smile on his face, he walked step by step to the front of demon Tianjiaoyi. Beautiful. A real beauty. Suddenly thinking of someone, he turned to look at the demon emperor and asked, "How does the demon pride compare to the phoenix dance blood moon?" Everyone was stunned when they heard this. I thought to myself, you haven't even gotten this beautiful girl yet, but you go ask other beautiful girls. You don't have to worry about them getting angry and rejecting you. The demon emperor smiled bitterly and said, "I have only heard that Feng Wuxiu is a platinum legendary beauty. I have never seen her in person, so I don't know." That being said, everyone understands that platinum legend is definitely several levels higher than platinum legend. Huxian nodded, turned around and looked at the devil Tianjiaoyi. "You are the most beautiful girl I have ever met. Bar none. What conditions do I need to pursue you?" The devil genius was stunned. I thought Huxian would rely on the blood of the demon emperor to force me to be his woman. If this is really the case, for the sake of the family, I have no choice but to agree. Who would have thought that the other party would ask me the conditions for pursuing him? Without thinking too much, Sun Yan smiled and replied, "Be good to me, don't abandon me, take care of my family, and be a kind person." Huxian was stunned by her smile. It took him a while to react. He rubbed his hands and said, "Unfortunately, I can meet all the conditions you mentioned." Seeing Huxian like this, who looked just like an ordinary human being, everyone was a little surprised. It's hard to imagine that the bloodline of the demon emperor is so approachable. The devil genius was stunned. In his heart, he became more and more curious about Huxian. His original good impression of him was because of his noble status, powerful strength, and his help to the 12 demon clans. Now, she found that this guy was completely different from other high-status demons, and the more so, the more curious she became. The devil Tianjiaoyi reacted and said with a smile, "And I will give you a chance to pursue me. It's a deal." Huxian happily stretched out his right ring finger to make a pinky promise. The devil genius was stunned again. But this time he reacted quickly and stretched out his hand to shake hands with Huxian. "It's a deal. The moment I touched it, I felt the skin was so tender that it was beyond words. Much better than the long-skinned white fox." From this it can be seen that the demon prodigy is probably infinitely close to the diamond legendary level beauty. Not to mention her looks. Her sweet voice has captivated countless people. It kills everyone, young or old, men and women. And let's have a romantic relationship first. Okay, let's fall in love. Demon Tianjiaoyi agreed readily. She really liked the atmosphere of Huxian pursuing her. Unlike other people, he either uses a condescending tone to give orders or is a bootlicker with a low self-esteem. No matter which one it was, she was not interested in it. As a meeting gift, I don't know what to give you. How about this? Give me your account number and I'll transfer some demon crystals to you. You can go buy the gift you like. How about that? You're such a straight man, but I like it. It just so happens that I'm still short of demon crystal essence for my cultivation. No way. A race as large as the 12 demon tribes would lack demon crystal essence for cultivation. We didn't lack it originally, but the 9 demon clans have been suppressing and bullying us in the past 1,000 years. All our industries and mining industries have been occupied by the 9 demon clans. Now we are so poor that we can't even afford to eat. A devil Tianjiahui spoke in a delicate tone, and naturally he had his own purpose. Fuck you, how dare the 9 demon clans bully my future wife like this? Don't you take me seriously? Set off for the 9 demon clans immediately? Hearing this, the 3 members of the 9 demon clans were extremely happy. I thought to myself, the bloodline of the demon emperor is not completely invincible. If you dare to go, you will never come back. No hurry. Transfer the money to me first. The devil Tianjiahui stopped him. I thought to myself, even if you know the devil's judgment, no one knows your true strength. There are countless powerful people from the 9 evil clans, and if they come to your door, it would be bad if you can't defeat them. That's right, give me the meeting gift first, and give me the account number. The devil Tianjiahui was happier than ever before and quickly gave Huaxai his account number. The people from the 12 demon tribes were all stunned. Especially her parents, who swore that they had never seen their daughter so happy since they raised her. Huaxai got the account number and transferred the money immediately. Ding, congratulations to the host, you have completed the consumption of 350,000 Rangjing Shao trillion demon crystals within 10 hours. And received a random reward of the unlimited charm title reward. Ding, new mission, complete the critical hit for ×1. Per million Rangjing Shao trillion demon crystals consumption within 10 hours. If the mission fails, the host will be killed. If the mission is completed, a random reward will be obtained. Chapter 774, Title of Infinite Charm. The Title of Infinite Charm? Huaxai quickly checked the properties and was shocked when he saw them. A title of infinite charm. After wearing it, you can obtain the attributes of a legendary handsome man. Huaxai's body trembled. The legendary level has the same charm attributes for both men and women. The levels range from Bronze Legend, Silver Legend, Gold Legend, Platinum Legend, Diamond Legend, Platinum Legend to King Legend. There are higher levels above them, but they no longer exist in this world. The legend of the king is the limit of this world. Men's charm in legends is far inferior to that of women. Among 100 legendary charms, only 1 male will appear. And now, with just a title, he possesses the legendary charm of a king, which is truly terrifying. Wearing this title will probably make girls all over the world crazy. Ding, 350. Zoro Rangjing Shao trillion demon crystals have arrived in my personal account, please check. The amount is too huge and it takes time for the money to be credited to your account. Everyone at the scene trembled when they heard the notification sound of the arrival of funds. Then came disbelief. 35,000 liters of Jingshao is equivalent to trillions. This is horrible. The demon prodigy himself couldn't believe it. Simply because the amount of money was too huge. Quickly turn on the communicator. She knew that everyone was curious, so she directly made her account public. As the account balance appeared, everyone was shocked after seeing the balance clearly. Is it really 3,500? It's unbelievable. This amount of money is comparable to the income of the 12 demon tribes for 1 million years. This amount of money is enough to elevate a consumer's status to the top 50 of the legendary consumer rankings. What a horrible amount of money. Is this really the betrothal gift you gave me? The devil asked in disbelief. Huaxai said seriously, yes, it's the betrothal gift I gave you. Why, is it too little? Then I'll transfer the money to you. No, the devil genius quickly stopped him. Huaxai has already transferred the money. He smiled and said, waiting for payment. Everyone's body trembled violently, shocked and expectant. How much will be transferred this time? Waited for a while. Ding, your personal account has received 400. Zoro Rangjing Shao trillion demon crystals, please check it. Yes. Highest people in the audience took a deep breath. The amount is 50,000 trillion demon crystals more than the first transfer. Is this the horror of the Imperial clan's demon bloodline? The demon crystal marrow is infinite? Ew. The devil genius was so moved that he was speechless. Huaxai seized the opportunity, took her hand, and said with a smile, you are my girlfriend, and you will definitely be my wife in the future. As for the betrothal gift, just ask for how much you want. You fool. The devil Tianjiahui said with heartache, but he was more moved and happy. I am willing to be this fool in front of my beloved baby. As he said this, he gently hugged the devil genius in his arms. The latter's body trembled violently and he subconsciously tried to struggle. But thinking of Huaxai's help to her and the huge amount of demon crystal essence, she gave up. Hugging the devil genius, a natural body fragrance rushed straight into the nose. making people tremble and fall into obsession. The body is so delicate and flexible, as if it has no bones, making people reluctant to let go when holding it. Wu Xian couldn't help but ask. You are not a platinum legendary beauty at all, you are at least a diamond legendary beauty. The devil Tianjiaui found that he did not dislike him, and he also liked his straightforwardness. Which made him feel more real. He whispered, it's good for you to know, don't make it public. So what if I show off? You are my wife and will always be. Wu Xian said, domineering lie. Asshole. I haven't agreed to marry you yet. Wife, then agree to it. Judging from your performance. I'm not a casual woman. As she said that, she pushed Hu Xian away. Even so, seeing Hu Xian hugging the devil genius, countless people, regardless of gender, age or status, or envious in their eyes turned red. Hu Xian shamelessly grabbed her hand again. The devil genius did not refuse again. Pulling her to the front of the White Fox long fiber deteriorating demon white glue. He said, my two wives, there is no need for me to introduce them, we will be a family from now on. I hope you can live in harmony. Sister Tianjiaui, you are so beautiful, I am so envious. A white fox said while grabbing her hand. That's right, I'm so envious, Devil Ba Jiaui also said. Well, we should go back now, we still have a lot of things to do. The 12 demon tribes immediately surrounded them. Sir, you are here just now, you should eat first before leaving. The ancestor of the 12 demon tribes, Demon Feng Ji, said respectfully. I have eaten all of them and the 10 demon clans come over next time. Take this if you need anything, inject some demonic power into it and I will come over anytime. A token with a quick teleportation array installed was handed to him. The devil Feng Ji was extremely excited. Having this token is like having a protective umbrella. I suddenly felt that the demon prodigy was the hope of the 12 demon clans, and even the savior of the 12 demon clans. Thank you. Sir, Tianjiaui, from now on, you must follow the master and be obedient. You must not cause trouble for the master. Ancestor, Tianjiaui knows, the devil Tianjiaui said with a wry smile. If there's nothing else, we'll leave first. Farewell, my lord. Farewell, my lord. After the demon Feng Ji spoke, more than 80? 0 demons from the 12 tribes spoke at the same time, with a huge momentum that was extremely shocking. Hu Xian said to the devil Tianjiaui and the others, my wives, I will be partial to any of you 3, so you should just go on your own. That's right. Then he said to the ultimate devil, take the 3 people from the 9 demon clans away after finishing the work at hand. I will personally go to the 9 demon clans to settle all the accounts that should be settled. Brother Xian. And I will take the bodies of my tribesmen with me, said the devil Tianjiaui. It's best to bring it with you. The people of the 12 demon clans were extremely excited. They wanted to avenge their people. Thank you, uncle. Some people changed their words directly. Thank you, son-in-law. More people expressed their gratitude. This made the devil genius blush instantly and feel very shy. But he did not object. Everything was ready, and the people from the 10 demon clans accompanied Hu Xian back to the teleportation array. Farewell, my son-in-law, and farewell to the masters of the 10 demon clans. The 12 demon clans are extremely grateful to the 10 demon clans after all. If they hadn't brought Hu Xian, today would be the end of the 12 demon clans. The demon liquid phase said, family, I will come back to see you when I have time. Okay, goodbye old ancestor liquid phase. Because of Hu Xian, they became extremely close to each other. The teleportation array lit up, Hu Xian and the others disappeared, and the people of the 12 demon clans were even more furious. Tell me quickly, is this true? I really doubt whether everything that just happened was a dream. It's too incredible. I also doubt that what happened just now was just a dream, but the devil genius is gone, so it should be real. I couldn't believe what was happening. The devil Feng Ji naturally knew that all this was true, and said loudly, okay, let's do what we need to do from now on. We, the 12 demon clans, will be the followers of Lord Hu Xian. Chapter 775, I'm afraid you can't bear it. Ding, 700. Zhuorong Jingshao Brilliant Demon Crystals have been credited to your personal account, please check it. At this time, the demon Feng Ji's payment notification sound rang. The noisy scene suddenly became quiet. It took a while to react, and everyone was no longer so excited. Everyone understood that this was Hu Xian's gift to the demon prodigy, and he simply transferred the money to the ancestor. With this amount of demon crystal marrow, the 12 demon tribes no longer have to live like begging. On the side of the 10 demon clans, everyone has been teleported back. Everyone was extremely excited after witnessing Hu Xian's abilities once again. Or importantly, with the imperial bloodline and the support of the imperial family, they no longer have to fear the forces in front of them. Hu Xian said, everyone disperse, let's go to the evil dragon tribe. The others were about to speak, but Xian continued, None of you will go, my wife Bai Jiaoyi and I will handle it. After saying that, he took the devil white glue and left. Both Bai Hu Chang's Yan and Demon Qian Jiaoyi could only smile bitterly, but did not disobey Hu Xian's orders. After leaving the 10 demon clans, the demon Bai Jiaoyi walked without looking at the road, staring at Hu Xian. Wife, what are you doing? Honey, you look good. You call me good looking. If you saw the real me, you would become a little fangler. You are not your real self yet? The devil Bai Jiaoyi was shocked. Of course, do you think your husband looks so shabby? Hubby, you are already very good looking if we talk about your level. You are at least at the god list level. What's the point of the god list? When the time is right, I will show you what beauty is. Okay, I'm looking forward to it. How about you let me see it secretly now, husband? Forget it, I'm afraid you can't bear it. The two of them went to the evil dragon clan, talking and laughing. Along the way, the appearance of the devil's white glue attracted many people's attention. Hu Xian seems redundant. Hey, that beauty looks familiar. Of course she looks familiar. She is a bronze legendary beauty from the 10 demon clans. No wonder. That's not right. I heard that demon white glue is the fiancée of the 3rd generation elder of the evil dragon clan. A evil dragon, how could she be with an inferior slave of the human race, and hold hands so intimately? It seems that they are heading in the direction of the demonic dragon clan. Could something have happened? Something must have happened, didn't you see that the demon Bai Jiaoyi looked at this human with an infatuated look? Is he going to the evil dragon clan to break off the engagement? Fuck, that's awesome. Going to the evil dragon clan to cancel the engagement? I heard that the evil dragon clan is no worse than the 10 demon clans. It's going to be a good show. Suddenly countless people followed Hu Xian and his group, more and more of them, all wanting to watch the show. Demon Bai Jiaoyi glanced back and said with a wry smile, honey, that was a bit of a big noise. It doesn't matter, I'll teach them a lesson and let them know that curiosity kills the cat. Husband, are you going to attack these innocent people again? By the way. Soon, followed by more and more curious people, they arrived at the evil dragon clan. As the most terrifying existence after the 10 demon clans, the evil dragon clan is very powerful. Guarding the gates on both sides of the Fu family are evil beasts. 9-headed pythons, which exude a terrifying pressure, no less than the 80th level of the Divine Emperor. In terms of appearance, it is 1,000 times more high profile than the 10 demon clans. No wonder some people say that the evil dragon clan is no less powerful than the 10 demon clans. Stop, who are you? A head in the middle of the 9-headed python on the right side questioned. Hu Xian said calmly, the demon tribe is here to visit. Are you a demon? No one in the audience believed it. Buzz. Hu Xian was too lazy to talk nonsense, and the realm of the demon clan broke out. The demonic pressure of the god-level maximum lord enveloped the entire place. Boom boom boom. Countless people were oppressed and knelt on the ground, their faces pale and their bodies trembling. How terrifying, he really is a demon. Such a strong strength, I feel like he is a god emperor. Nonsense, take away the feelings, he is the god emperor. Anais people were terrified, but they did not forget to discuss in low voices. The 2 evil beasts at the gate of the evil dragon clan were also oppressed and crawled on the ground. The terrifying pressure also alarmed the entire evil dragon clan. They were all terrified and rushed towards the door. Soon, the gate of the evil dragon clan was filled with people. When they saw the devil's white glue, their bodies trembled. His eyes then fell on Hu Xian, who was holding the devil's white glue hand. Feeling the terrifying advanced story of the demon clan emanating from him, they were all terrified. I can't figure out where the 10 demon clans invited this guy from. Who is the evil dragon Hashot? Hu Xian asked coldly without losing his pressure. A funny old man in the crowd trembled violently, but did not dare to come out. However, all the eyes of the evil dragon clan fell on him. I had no choice but to step out and say, I am the evil dragon Hashot. A voice was trembling. What's your relationship with the devil's white glue? Hu Xian asked coldly. No, it doesn't matter. Is that so? Then why did I hear that you were engaged to my wife? The voice became increasingly cold and frightening. Rumors, they are all fabricated by those damn guys, you can't believe them. When the devil Bai Jiaoyi heard this, he smiled, but he was laughing even more inside. Thinking back to when the devil came to my house and forcefully engaged me, his arrogant attitude was even more funny when compared to her cowardly look now. Is that so? Then I'm relieved. I don't want my wife's reputation to be tarnished by any creature. As he said that, he walked towards the demon dragon clan. With every step he took, his aura surged. Although his current demon clan realm is only the peak of the god lord, he has various enhancements. When the true fighting power erupts, even the 1st or 2nd level junior gods are no match for it. From this, one can imagine how terrifying the pressure he is unleashing now is. Boom boom boom. As Huaxian approached, all the powerful men of the evil dragon clan knelt down. And no one was left standing. My heart was shocked to the extreme. Extremely panic. Where on earth did the 10 demon clans find such a terrifying creature? Could it be that they have curried favor with the top 5 demon tribes? Huaxian walked in step by step, and the place was densely packed with people from the demon dragon clan. The next moment, Huaxian withdrew his pressure and everyone breathed a sigh of relief. After looking around, he asked dissatisfiedly, "The evil dragon clan is so shabby that there is not even a legendary beauty?" Everyone trembled and was unable to react. The leader of the evil dragon tribe reacted and said quickly, "Yes, my daughter. The evil dragon Ling Yin is a legendary beauty, and she is also a silver legend." I was very excited because I guessed Huaxian's purpose. "Oh, there is such a beauty in the evil dragon clan, where is she?" Chapter 776. I can only fly over. Your Excellency, my daughter is studying at the Demon Academy on Devil Island. I will notify her to come back right away. Forget it. The Demon Academy is not close to here, and she won't be able to get back for a while. I'll go to the Demon Academy to find her when I'm done with my work. Yes. Yes, my lord. I wonder if my daughter is your designated wife, the evil dragon tyrant asked cautiously. The other members of the evil dragon clan suddenly realized that this guy actually liked beautiful women. But this is a good thing. This guy's realm isn't clear, but his combat power is definitely at the primary god clan Lebo clan level. Once a beautiful woman from the evil dragon clan marries him, it means they are related. Well, the evil dragon clan is also a race backed by the primary gods. So who would they be afraid of? Thinking of this, everyone in the evil dragon clan couldn't help but smile. Huaxian nodded and said, "That's right, if you didn't lie to me, evil dragon Ling Yin is really a silver legendary beauty, and she is my wife." "Sir, how dare I lie to you? I promise that although my daughter is positioned as a silver legendary beauty, she is actually even better." "That's good, maybe we can become a family. I have something else to do, so I'll leave first." The 3 words family made the entire dragon clan boil with excitement. "Sir, this is the token of offering to our ancestor in addition." He quickly wrote a letter and handed it to Huaxian, saying, "Sir, when you see my daughter, give her this letter, she will follow you obediently." Good. Huaxian packed up his things and took the devil white glue away. The reason why I want to win over beauties from all ethnic groups is not only because I like beauties, but there is another important reason. With this relationship, these races are all family members. Honey, I didn't expect that my engagement issue could be resolved so easily. Devil Ba Zhaoui said excitedly. "That's right. Don't you see who made the move? Husband, is this considered bullying? Bullying? Who else would dare to say that except you?" The Devil Ba Zhaoui covered his mouth and laughed. The two quickly returned to the 10 demon clans. Everyone rushed over when they heard the news. "My lord, how is it?" the devil asked. "The evil dragons are very honest. They don't even admit that they have an engagement with Ba Zhaoui." The demon Yunhao asked, "Sir, that terrifying pressure just now, was it you?" "It's me. I just felt uncomfortable and vented for a short while." Everyone was speechless and thought, "Who would dare to offend you when you are like this? 100 demon dragons are not enough for you to kill. Do they dare to admit it? Demon Emperor. Take me to find the phoenix dancing blood moon." The latter's body trembled violently and he was speechless. The ultimate devil said, "Sir, although Feng Wuziyu is a platinum legendary beauty, she is older than me. Although I have never heard of her having a partner. I have only met her once. Although he is a person who left the 10 demon cities, he is very mysterious and no one knows his whereabouts." "Fuck. Demon Emperor, you are lying to me," Huaxian asked angrily. There was a surge of violent energy. And everyone was scared. If such a strong man wants to kill someone, who can stop him? The demon emperor hurriedly said, "Master, I didn't lie to you. The platinum legend beauty is indeed from our 10 demon cities, but her whereabouts are unknown." "You kid, you actually painted a rosy picture for me." The devil Tianhao suddenly said, "Sir, I guess that the platinum legendary beauty Feng Wuziyu is most likely in the Devil Island Demon Academy?" "Devil's Island?" "That's right, the Demon Island Demon Academy is the dream place of countless talented people. And it is also the place where talents from the entire true continent gather, so talented and capable people will go to the Demon Academy for further studies. Feng Wuziyu, apart from other things, is more than qualified to join the Demon Academy, just based on her looks." "Is that so? Then I will go to the Demon Academy? Wives, let's go." Walked towards the teleportation array. I thought to myself, it's a good thing that the evil dragon Ling Yin is also on Devil's Island. So there's no need to delay him. The point is, since Devil's Island Demon Academy is so famous, there must be many legendary beauties there. It's time to go there and show yourself. "Hubby, you can't just go to Devil's Island by ledge, then you can only fly there or sail there," said Devil Ba Zhaoui. Is that so? Then fly over there. After that, he opened the small world and said, "You guys go in, I'll go faster on my own." The whole audience was shocked by his little world. I thought to myself, he is worthy of being a god-level being, he actually has a small world. The demon White Glue and the others were extremely curious and voluntarily entered the small world. "Goodbye, husband?" The demon emperor asked excitedly. "Master, can I come in?" Not to mention the curiosity about the small world. Just going to the Devil's Island Demon Academy is enough to drive people crazy. And he, the demon emperor, is also a great genius, but he is not qualified to join the Demon Academy. Huaxian said, "If you want to go in, just go in." "Thank you, master. This time, thank you from the bottom of my heart. There are many others eager to try." Huaxian, however, soared into the air and said, "I'll go too. These people feel extremely regretful for not giving them any chance. System, help me lock onto Devil's Island." Ding, Devil's Island has been locked. Unlimited reinforcement points without consumption. It directly locks onto the real terrain, and clearly marks where you will pass and what dangers there are along the way. This is the power of the system. But the distance is very far, very far. Moreover, the so-called real continent is only half of the continent. The other half is on the opposite side of the sea, shrouded in fog and mist, and the system has no extra markings. From this, it seems that this continent, which was originally thought to be the Red Moonstar, later became the real continent. It seems that the real continent is not real, and there is a larger continent. Moreover, this world was originally thought to be a pseudo-god world, but now it seems that it is not weaker than the god world. It's just that something is missing. It flew at a terrifying speed comparable to that of a god, leaving no trace wherever it passed. Soon we passed a port where there were countless ships. Huaxian saw a giant ship marked to Devil's Island. What attracted his attention was certainly not the ship, but the people on the ship. I couldn't help but fall from the sky. Holy shit, that's a person? How dare you two land directly on the ship heading to Devil's Island? No matter how cool he is now, he will be miserable in a moment. It is said that the defense of this giant ship is so terrifying that it can defend against the attack of a primary first-level god lord. Naturally, the attack formation it carries is also extremely terrifying. Suddenly, everyone's attention was focused on Huaxian. Whether it was the people at the dock or on the boats, they all wanted to see what kind of embarrassing situation would happen if he boarded the huge ship bound for Devil's Island so arrogantly. "Miss, this guy is so high profile. And he has been watching you. You are so flashy. Do you think you can get my attention by doing this? Stupid." Chapter 777, Dan, Shameless. Shameless. Under the watchful eyes of the public, Huaxian slowly landed on the huge ship heading to Devil's Island. At this time, the giant ship's defensive formation was activated first. And the attack formation was activated, and terrifying energies gathered together and were about to explode. Relying on his master-level formation strength, Huaxian pointed his finger and directly ended the formation's explosive attack. Point a finger at a certain point in the defensive formation. The formation that people rumored could defend against powerful gods was broken just like that. The whole audience was stunned with shock. Huaxian slowly landed on the deck. None of the people who could be on the ship were simple people, and their eyes fell on Huaxian with shock. "Miss, this guy doesn't look so incompetent." "Does he?" the mate next to the beautiful woman said in shock. Huaxian walked towards them. "It's not far. You'll be there soon." "Hello, Huaxian, nice to meet you." The girl immediately stood in front of her young lady and said angrily, "I know you have some ability, but don't even think about getting close to our young lady." The girl held her head high and chest out. Huaxian looked at her and thought, "This girl is very attractive. She is even prettier than the other beauties on the god list and is only one step away from becoming a bronze legend." His gaze once again fell on the young lady she mentioned. The more Rang Huaxian looked forward to having such an amazing maid, this beauty. "Sir, although you are very powerful and easily cracked the attack and defense system of our giant ship, you are qualified to go to Devil's Island with your strength, but you still need to buy a ticket," a middle-aged man said from a distance. Huaxian looked over and said, "Yes, it's time to buy a ticket. How much is the Devil's Marrow?" "I'm sorry, sir, our ship is full. Please take the next one," another young man said. I thought to myself, you dare to set your sights on the beauty I like, no matter how powerful you are, I will beat you. Huaxian glanced at the young man, then turned his gaze back to the middle-aged man and asked, "Who is the owner of this huge ship? What do you want to see the boss for?" The middle-aged man asked subconsciously, "I think this huge ship is very beautiful and I want to buy it." "What?" The whole audience was stunned. And they all looked at him as if he was crazy. I thought, do you know how much Devil's Crystal can be earned by this huge ship on a trip to Devil's Island? Will the boss sell it to you? Besides, even if the boss is willing to buy it, can you afford the price? I wonder if you are crazy. Do you think you can take over this huge ship? Said the young man with great disdain. I thought, just because you are good at formation doesn't mean you are also good at cultivation. Right? I am not afraid of you. Who is the owner of this ship? Please come out and meet me. Hu Xian shouted loudly. The news spread far and wide, and everyone on the dock heard it. Not long after, a woman in a red dress and a veil came out. Everyone's eyes fell on her. Hello, boss. The middle-aged and young people all hurriedly greeted him. The woman nodded and came to Hu Xian. She looked him up and asked, "Are you looking for me?" Hu Xian smiled and said, "I never thought that the owner of this huge ship would be such a beautiful woman. That's right, I'm looking for you. Tell me about things." His voice was neither cold nor hot, making it hard to tell what his mood was. "I want to buy this huge ship. Name your price." "Not for sale." The other party refused generously. The young man sneered and looked at Hu Xian with disdain in his eyes. "I'll offer 1 million Rang Jing Xiao and trillions of demon crystals." Hu Xian spoke directly. "What?" The whole audience was shocked. "I didn't expect this guy to be so arrogant. With such a huge sum of money, buying 100 ships like this would be a piece of cake." However, the woman in the red skirt still refused and said, "Sorry, this is the only souvenir my father left me. I won't sell it." "Is that so? Then there is only one way for me to become the master of this huge ship? What method?" The woman asked subconsciously out of curiosity. Others also looked at Hu Xian curiously. Hu Xian chuckled and said, "That means I will be your man. In this way, this huge ship will also be mine, right?" The woman was stunned. The whole place exploded. "Fuck, shameless, shameless. It's just disgusting. Do you think Red Devil Shaikyan's boss will agree to it?" "That's right, there are so many talented people pursuing Red Devil Shaikyan. But none of them likes one of them. How could they like this guy?" Red Devil Shaikyan reacted and asked coldly, "Why do you think I will agree to your confession?" Hu Xian said confidently, "I'll give you 1 million Rang Jing Xiao trillion demon crystals as a betrothal gift." "Fuck, you lunatic." The Red Devil Shaikyan was stunned. After a while, he asked in disbelief, "Are you sure you want to give me 1 million Rang Jing Xiao trillion as a betrothal gift?" Confirmed to transfer the money immediately. Red Devil Shaikyan still didn't believe it, because she knew that such a huge sum of money would be too much for anyone from the 10th Demon Clan or above unless it was the clan leader in charge of finances. Ordinary people would not be able to come up with it. "So I opened the payment code." Hu Xian also opened the communicator and scanned the code to transfer money. Ding! Congratulations to the host, you have completed the consumption of 1.4 million Rang Jing Xiao trillion demon crystals within 10 hours, and received a random reward to extend the mission time by 5 hours. Ding! New mission. Complete the critical strike 5 times 7 million Rang Jing Xiao trillion demon crystal consumption within 15 hours. The mission fails and the host is wiped out. Complete the mission to get a random reward. Everyone knew that there would be delays in large transfers, so after Hu Xian put away the communicator, he did not mock immediately, but waited patiently. Soon, 5 minutes passed. "Boy, the huge transfer was almost received in 5 minutes. Why hasn't the boss notified me of the arrival yet? It seems that you are just a bragging idiot." Hu Xian glanced at him and said nothing. "It seems to be a lie. I thought there was really someone so arrogant that could come up with 1 million Jing Xiao trillions. TSK, don't you think about it? This is cash, not assets except for the top 5 demons. I'm afraid the other demons won't be able to take it out easily." Seeing this, others also started talking about it. 10 minutes passed quickly. Still no receipt reminder. The woman in red also sneered, "This kind of joke is not funny at all. Don't bother me in the future." Just finished speaking. Ding! 1 million Rang Jing Xiao trillion demon crystals have been credited to your personal account. Please check it. The whole audience opened their mouths wide, stunned with shock. After a while, someone exclaimed, "It really arrived. And it's 1 million Rang Jing Xiao trillion demon crystals." Even after hearing the notification tone of the money arriving, I still couldn't believe it. "Boss Red Devil Shaikyan, can you check if the 1 million Rang Jing Xiao trillion has really arrived?" The equally stunned Red Devil Shaikyan finally reacted and quickly opened the balance and checked it directly on the screen. Chapter 778, Who Dares to Offend Him? With the balance displayed. When they saw the words 1 million, the whole audience was stunned again. Incredible glances fell on Hu Xian one after another. Hu Xian smiled and said to Red Devil Heian, "I have accepted the betrothal gifts from now on. You are my wife." "You're dreaming it. As wishful thinking. The boss has no shortage of devil crystal marrow. How could he be moved by your little devil crystal marrow?" The young man roared again. Hu Xian also got angry and shouted, "I declare that you, and you, are fired. Get off the boat now." The middle-aged man sneered, "Do you really think you are the boss? Let me tell you, I was on this ship when Red Devil Heian's father was still the boss. Do you want to fire me?" Red Devil Heian suddenly said, "My husband said to fire you, so you are fired. Go away. I will transfer the remaining wages to you immediately. After saying that, he directly opened the communicator to transfer the money. Both of them were stunned. Red Devil Heian. My father is a veteran and old subordinate of your father. You actually want to expel us? The young man asked in disbelief. Red Devil Heian said. I have accepted the betrothal. Gef is my man. According to my father's regret, I found a man. He is the owner of the ship. The boss wants to fire you, you deserve it. You. The young man was so angry that he couldn't speak. The middle-aged man said inferently, Red Devil Heian, I can see that you are going to get rid of me after I've done my job. Do you really think you own this ship? Now, I Demon Shark Sea Enemy. Declare that you are fired from now on. This giant ship belongs to me, Demon Shark Sea Enemy. A Red Devil Heian's body trembled, and his face turned pale instantly. He said sadly, Is it true as they said, that you and your son are going to betray me? Red Devil Heian, we didn't betray you. You are the one who didn't know how to appreciate us. I have proposed to you many times, and my father has also proposed marriage many times. As long as you marry me, we will be a family. And you will still have a share of the ship, but you don't listen. Now, you are even working with an outsider to expel my father and me. You are asking for it. Of course, if you choose to follow me and be my concubine now, you will still have a share of this ship. The young man said arrogantly. You and your son are shameless. The Red Devil Heian was furious. Uxian pulled her into his arms. The latter's body trembled and he struggled subconsciously. Uxian hugged her tightly and said, I have already received the betrothal gift, but you are still unwilling for your husband to hug you? The Red Devil Heian finally gave up struggling and said, Okay, you are my husband now, and this ship is also yours. Someone wants to rob your property. What do you say we should do? Uxian smiled and said, What else can we do? Just kill him. Kill me, you lowly human slave. Why don't you try to kill me? Uxian just shook his body at an extremely fast speed and no one present noticed it. Even the Red Devil petrol that he was holding didn't notice anything. After the young man finished speaking, his expression became dull and he remained motionless. This scene was very strange, and everyone gradually became confused. Why did this guy just stay motionless after shouting, like a piece of wood? Someone asked, in surprise. It is indeed strange. The Demon Shark Heidai standing by also noticed his son's abnormality. Son, what's wrong with you? I shouted, but still no response. So he pushed. Son, what's wrong with you? Boom. The young man's body exploded at this moment, turning into blood, and disappeared without a trace before it fell to the ground. The whole audience was horrified. So weird and scary. Then, everyone's terrified eyes fell on Uxian. The Demon Shark Sea Enemy asked angrily and horrified, Did you do this? Uxian still had a smile on his face, looking harmless and asked, Who else? Why do you want revenge? He asked sarcastically. You killed my son. I will follow you. Before he could finish his words, all actions came to an abrupt halt exactly the same as his son's. The whole audience was horrified. I have already guessed the ending of Demon Shark Sea Enemy. But there was no movement, which was so scary. Silently and without a trace, a powerful warrior at the peak of the Divine Emperor level was gone. Honey, it's done. Now it's our honeymoon time. As he said that, he picked up the Red Devil petrol and walked towards the cabin. A Red Devil petrol was extremely shy, but did not refuse. The people around them looked at them in surprise as they walked away, and they all knew what they were going to do. When they walked into the cabin, someone approached the Demon Shark Sea Enemy cautiously. The others looked over as well. After the man approached the Demon Shark Sea Enemy, he gently touched it. Boom! There was a muffled sound, and not much movement, and the Demon Shark Sea Enemy followed in his son's footsteps. The whole audience was sweating profusely. Someone asked, How did he do that without moving? Is it a curse? It's possible that there is a curse, but this peak Divine Emperor was killed silently with a curse, so this curse is too terrifying. That's right. He kills people without leaving any trace. If you offend him, you will die without knowing how. Nonsense. Unless there is something wrong with his brain, who would dare to offend him? Hearing these people's discussions, the maid beside the beauty turned pale and was extremely frightened. Miss, I seem to have offended that guy just now. Do you think he will curse me? The lady smiled bitterly. Do you still know that you have offended someone? Don't be so impulsive. In the future you are out and about. This is not home. Miss, I know. Am I going to die at any time? You're overthinking it. If he wanted to kill you, you would have died long ago. Is that so? Then I feel relieved. Rest cabin. In the Red Devil Petrol's private lounge. Uxian slowly lifted her veil, and as expected, a peerless face came into view. I didn't expect that the Red Devil Petrol is also a bronze legendary beauty. The latter lowered her head shyly, pulling at her dress with both hands, and was very nervous. Seeing this scene, Uxian was overjoyed. A virgin who had never had contact with a man would not look like this. He hugged the red devil petrel tenderly, then lowered his head and bit it. The shy red devil Heian gradually let go, hugged Hu Xian, and responded with her tongue. She was truly attracted to this man who suddenly appeared from nowhere, was domineering, and helped her resolve the crisis. The lips are inseparable, the dress falls off slowly, the body is spotless white, perfect without a single flaw. This is also the standard configuration of the legendary beauty. It's just that the higher the level, the better the skin and the stronger the temperament. When their mouths parted, both were naked and in a heated moment. The red devil Heian collapsed on the bed and shouted obsessively, "Hubby, love me." With such lethality, Hu Xian was immediately broken down in defense. He didn't even bother wasting time and rushed forward, with precise positioning and breaking through the wall representing chastity. The war is about to begin. Chapter 779, The Kitchen Ancestor. After the war, the red devil Heian snuggled in Hu Xian's arms with a look of satisfaction on her face. However, perhaps due to racial reasons, the red devil petrel's desire is unprecedentedly huge. After taking a short rest, she, who became a woman for the first time, became naughty again and took the initiative to tease Hu Xian. The result is predictable. Hu Xian exploded directly and the battle started again. When it ended again, it was already midnight. "Hubby, you're so awesome, I love you." The red devil Heian was extremely satisfied. "Silly boy. How can I be your husband if I'm not capable? Are you hungry?" "Somewhat." "Then follow me. I will cook for you myself." "Husband, you can also cook?" Red devil Heian was extremely surprised. Hu Xian was full of confidence. What can an excellent man not do? "And I look forward to the meals my husband cooks." He quickly put on his clothes, took Hu Xian's arm, and walked towards the nearest restaurant. "Hello, boss." The staff members he met along the way greeted him respectfully and looked at Hu Xian curiously. Obviously, they all knew what happened on the giant ship. Soon we arrived at the noble restaurant. Obviously, the area where the boss lives is naturally closest to the noble restaurant. The two walked in and everyone around them looked over. Seeing how loving they are, I couldn't help but feel envious. Most importantly, the devil beauty is not wearing a veil. Many people were shocked by her appearance. "Oh my god, I've been on this ship for times. I also guessed that the boss of the devil beauty was very beautiful, but I didn't expect her to be a legendary beauty. Me too. If I had known earlier, I would have pursued her as she might have been my wife. What a pity that this guy overtook me. I'm so envious." Many people murmured in envy. "Miss, that guy is here," the maid opposite said to the young lady with her back to her. The lady looked back curiously, but unexpectedly met Hu Xian's gaze and quickly turned her head away. His face turned slightly red, and he was glad that he had brought a hat with him, otherwise he would have been very embarrassed. Under everyone's gaze, the two walked into the kitchen. What are they going to do? "You cook for yourself?" It should be. In the kitchen, no matter how busy the chefs were, no one noticed that the boss had arrived. It took a while before someone noticed and shouted in surprise, "Hello, boss." Everyone immediately responded, "Hello, boss." "Well, you guys are busy. My husband will come to cook." "Husband?" They all looked at Hu Xian subconsciously, and then became extremely envious. Hu Xian came to an empty stove and asked, "Wife, what do you want to eat?" "It's all right, I'll eat whatever my husband cooks. It must be very delicious." "That's right, I'll just do whatever I want. Pay attention to the existing ingredients and work with them." Soon I entered a state of ecstasy. The people around were also looking at it curiously, and were shocked when they saw this scene. Forget myself? This is top-notch cooking. It totally exploded. Shh, don't make any noise. It would be bad if you disturb me. Hurry up and learn. If we learn even a little bit, our cooking skills will improve a lot. Upon hearing this, many chefs put down what they were doing and came over to learn seriously. Red Devil Heian did not expect that Hu Xian not only could cook, but his cooking skills were so terrifying. With powerful formation strength, strange killing methods, and such amazing cooking skills, how could my husband be bad in other aspects? Suddenly I realized that my husband is probably extremely outstanding. In about an hour, 5 dishes and a soup were ready. Those who understand are extremely shocked. Those who don't understand look confused. "Chef, wasn't he in ecstasy cooking? Why is there no fragrance at all?" Nonsense, this is the highest state of selflessness. The aroma is restrained, and all the fragrance is integrated into the dish. It will only burst out when you eat it. Is that so? When you take a bite, the aroma bursts out. Wouldn't it be intoxicating? Of course. I really didn't expect that the boss's man has such terrible cooking skills. With his cooking skills, he would definitely be an elite student if he went to the Devil's Island Demon Academy. Hearing this, Hu Xian couldn't help but ask, "Is Devil's Island also interested in your cooking skills?" "Sir, don't you know the rules of Devil's Island?" the chef asked back. "I'm from another place. I really don't know." "Is that so? Boss, you know that the Demon Island Demon Academy does not distinguish between professions? As long as you are the top in your field, you are eligible to join. Huaxian nodded, picked up a large tray, put the prepared food on it, and said, "Wife, it's time to eat." When the chef was giving his comments, the Red Devil Petrol couldn't help drooling and couldn't wait to eat. He picked up the bowl and chopsticks and chased after him. When he came outside, Huaxian deliberately walked towards the beautiful master and servant. When they saw this scene, they just watched curiously. Huaxian put down the tray and said, "Do beauties, do you mind having dinner together?" The girl said, "You are the boss now. Do we dare to mind? Because I know Huaxian is powerful, I dare not say anything unpleasant for fear of being cursed." "Honey, I'm ready to eat," said the Red Devil Heian. "Eat it, I made it for my beloved wife. If you don't eat it, who will?" "Thank you, husband." The Devil Beauty quickly picked up a piece of fish. When she touched it, the fragrance exploded and spread quickly. Suddenly, the delicious aroma could be smelled throughout the restaurant and even outside. The cooks in the kitchen paused. The chef exclaimed, "The aroma is restrained and explosive. So scary, this is much scarier than the aroma being restrained." Countless people in the noble restaurant couldn't help swallowing their saliva when they looked at Huaxian and his group. People outside were also attracted by the fragrance. "Wow, hubby, it smells so good." The Red Devil Petrol was stunned for a moment before yelling, "I couldn't wait to put the fish into my mouth." Boom! The whole audience was shocked with just one bite of the fish. The Red Devil Shaikan, whose cultivation had not improved for tens of thousands of years, actually made a breakthrough. The aura spread out. The chef in the kitchen couldn't control himself anymore and rushed out. Seeing that Red Devil Heian had made a breakthrough, he was shocked and asked, "Boss, did you make a breakthrough by eating the food he cooked?" The stunned Red Devil Heian also reacted and said excitedly, "That's right, I only took a bite of fish and I broke through." Ding dong. The chef knelt directly in front of Huaxian and bowed, saying, "Little Chef Liu Yangyuan greets the chef ancestor." "Chef?" Many people muttered these two words, shocked. The limit of a chef is called the ancestor of chefs, which means he is the strongest and the ancestor of all chefs. Huaxian himself was also stunned. He didn't expect that he was thinking of making some delicious dishes to reward the Devil Beauty, but after eating these dishes, she actually broke through in cultivation. The problem is, haven't I improved my cooking skills? Chapter 780, Mutation. The master and servant reacted. And the girl picked up the chopsticks, picked up a piece of food and put it in her mouth without caring whether Huaxian was willing or not. Suddenly I felt my taste buds exploding, and something like a mysterious rule rushed through my body. Things that I didn't understand before suddenly became clear to me at this moment, and it seemed as if my 8 extraordinary meridians were connected, and my cultivation level broke through directly. When the second person experienced a breakthrough after using it, the onlookers realized that this breakthrough was not a coincidence, and that one could really break through by eating the food. "Let me try it." Some people were so excited that they rushed over without considering themselves as outsiders. As Huaxian waved his hand, a transparent energy shield formed. Boom boom. The guy crashed into the protective shield. Felt dizzy and almost fainted. The people around him finally realized that this guy was no ordinary person. When the maid saw her master had a breakthrough, she couldn't help but take a bite. And as expected, she also had a breakthrough. "Honey, it's so delicious and can help people break through. I'm so happy." Red Devil Shaikan shouted excitedly and started eating with big mouthfuls, unable to stop at all. However, it obviously doesn't have that magical effect afterwards, but it tastes really good. The people watching nearby were extremely jealous when they saw that the food that could help people achieve a breakthrough was becoming less and less. Who wouldn't be jealous if one could achieve a breakthrough just by taking one bite? "Young man, can you sell me a piece of that food?" an old man asked in a pleading tone. Huaxian shook his head and said, "I made this for my wife, I won't sell it." When Red Devil Shaikan heard this, she felt extremely sweet in her heart. The master and servant were stunned. In order to avoid being misunderstood, I didn't want to eat anymore, but once I had the idea, I couldn't put down my chopsticks. In less than a quarter of an hour, they had swept away all the dishes on the large plate. More and more people gathered around. Those who knew that they could break through by taking a bite all felt their hearts bleeding. Some people are also thinking about how to get Huaxian to cook again. People who don't know it would drool when they smell the fragrance and want to eat it very much. Unfortunately, the food was so delicious that the Red Devil Shaikan and the others lost their ladylike thoughts and even ate the dishes cleanly, without having to wash them. Belch. They were all burping, looking very satisfied. "Honey, it's so delicious, I want to eat it again next time," Red Devil Shaikan said while holding on. Huaxian smiled bitterly and said, "Okay, I'll continue to make it for my baby next time." The master and servant looked at Huaxian, seeming to want to say something but stopping themselves. Huaxian asked with a smile. You guys want to eat too? The two nodded in tacit understanding. Huaxian said, it's simple, just be my wife and I'll cook for you if you want to eat. The maid said, I, Xiaoshang Kier, am a servant. I naturally have no objection to being your wife. Besides, I'm not some big sister. Are you sure you want to? Huaxian smiled and said, why not? As long as I like it, that's fine. Little Shang Kier was obviously moved and looked at her young lady. After a while, the other party took off the veil. Wow. It's beautiful. This is definitely a legendary beauty. She's so beautiful. If I could marry her, I would be willing to live 10,000 years less. DSK, if you had his cooking skills, you would have a chance too. The girl put down her veil and said sweetly, I, Panda Nana, never thought that one day would be taken down by a man's cooking. Huaxian smiled and said, I am not an ordinary man. You will not suffer any loss if you follow me. Panda Nana nodded and said, if you want me to be your wife, I have one condition. What conditions? If you have the chance, come home with me and cook for my family. What kind of condition is this? Small question. Don't rush to agree. I'm talking about this kind of food that can help you achieve a breakthrough in your cultivation after just one bite. In her opinion, Huaxian might not be able to cook this kind of food every time. No problem. They are all small things. The big thing is, are you my wife now? Yes, but if you want to touch me, you have to fulfill my conditions. Okay. But I can always touch the little bear, right? Hearing Gao's words, little Shang Kier lowered her head shyly. She fell in love with Huaxian. Mainly because of gluttony. As long as Kier has no objection, you can do whatever you want. Kier, do you have any objections? The latter shyly tugged at her dress. And after a while she nodded weakly and said, yeah. Well, Kier, we should go to rest. As he said that, he rushed to little bear Kier and picked her up. The latter screamed in fear. Red Devil Shaikan said speechless lie, husband, you are too fickle. Aren't you? What did my wife say? I like the new one, but I like the old one even more. You sisters chat, I'm going to go take care of things first. Holding the little bear, Kier disappeared on the spot. It was so fast that no one saw how he disappeared. This scene made some people with ulterior motives tremble in their hearts, and all their ulterior motives died in the womb. So strong. Did any one of you find out how he disappeared? No, there is no change at all, as if he doesn't exist at all. This guy is so strong. He is definitely not simple in the true continent, except for the demons. Other races may not have such a great person. You mean he is a demon? Everyone was shocked. If he is really a demon, then he is definitely not an ordinary demon. Just looking at his horrific cooking skills, he is probably among the top 5 demons. No wonder he is so arrogant. In a VIP room, little bear Kier's face turned red, and she was nervous and shy to the extreme. Huaxian faced her directly. Don't be afraid, your husband won't eat you. As he said this, he tilted his head and kissed her gently. The latter's body trembled, and it took him a while to adapt with Huaxian's attack. His teeth were pried open and the two tongues came into contact. A tingling feeling made the little bear Kier, who had just tasted the forbidden fruit, tremble and collapse weakly in Huaxian's arms. Huaxian went even further and skillfully unbuttoned her dress as the long skirt slid down. Her flawless body came into view. Now that things have come to this, little bear Kier has adapted to the situation, put everything aside, and devoted herself to it wholeheartedly. As Huaxian's clothes fell off, the breaking of the wall of chastity was accompanied by the painful yet charming scream of little bear Kier. The battle has begun. Before long, both of them fell into a state of obsession. At this time, something strange happened to little bear Kier's body. The body, which was originally as white as jade and flawless, suddenly grew hair, and it became increasingly dense. Huaxian soon discovered something was wrong. It is said that the little bear's body began to change and expand. The originally slim figure soon became bloated and ugly. What's going on? Huaxian stopped and asked depressedly. Little bear Kier was also shocked. I don't know what's going on. This is the first time for me, too. Chapter 781. Dolphin Sea Kelp. Roar. With a roar from the little bear Kier, his entire body completely turned into a bear. What's weird is that the little bear's fur is pink and white, which makes it look cute and adorable. Such a huge noise attracted the attention of the Panda Nana and the Red Devil Shaikan, and they trotted over. Boom boom boom. Knocked on the door. Huaxian put on his clothes and opened the door depressedly. The two of them hurried in and were stunned when they saw little bear Kier. After a while, Panda Nana said in shock, Kier, your bloodline has broken through. Can you transform into your original form? Xiaoshang Kier also calmed down and said shyly, I don't know either. It was just that when I was doing that with my husband, my body suddenly changed and then I turned back to my original form. That's a good thing. Only when your bloodline is upgraded can you transform into your transform, but your hair is so pink and white that it looks really good. If those bears who haven't evolved yet saw this, They would probably drool. Xiao Shangqier glanced at Hu Xin and said guiltily, but I scared my husband. Red Devil Shaikan said. Honey, this is not bad either, it's a different experience. My aesthetic is still humanoid, you guys chat. After saying that, he walked away quickly. After something like this happened, my anger subsided. Come on deck. Many people stood at the bow, looking at the vast ocean in the distance. Hu Xin walked to the edge of the deck. A huge sea monster leapt out of the sea. It was very spectacular. If you look closely, isn't that a dolphin? Ying. The strange cries of dolphins were heard. Hu Xin, who had learned the languages of countless races, actually understood it. The dolphins were actually asking them for help. Life. Hu Xin shouted loudly. Everyone looked at him and recognized him immediately. Red Devil Shaikan heard the call and quickly came over. Husband, what's wrong? See that dolphin? Follow him, Hu Xin said, pointing at the dolphin. Husband, this will deviate from the course. It's okay to stray, dolphins are our best friends. Ying. The dolphin understood what Hu Xin said and called out to him with gratitude. Led the way, little one. The dolphin rushed out. The Red Devil Shaikan did not hesitate and immediately controlled the giant ship to chase after the little dolphin. Others did not dare to express dissatisfaction. After all, they had all witnessed how weird and powerful Hu Xin was. Instead, everyone is curious about what this dolphin is going to do. In about half an hour, we sailed 3,000 nautical miles. There was a sudden noisy sound from the front. As I got closer, I could hear it more clearly. It'll quickly wipe out the nosy dolphins. This time, the dolphin tribe will be destroyed. Hold on, dolphins say will definitely bring us external help. You still want external help in the entire ocean. Which race will help you? The dolphins. Various voices and sounds of fighting collisions were heard. Ying. The little dolphin let out an anxious cry and rushed over at an accelerated speed. The movement here also attracted attention over there. The dolphin say has returned. It has brought a huge ship with it. It is the human race's huge ship. We are saved. For creatures that have not transformed into human form, all those who have transformed into human form are human. Damn it, how could the human race's giant ship appear here? That's the human race's giant ship heading to the Demon Academy on Demon Island. Damn you human race, your long-distance ship has an agreement with us, are you going to violate it? Suddenly all the sea creatures that were besieging the dolphins became angry. Hu Xin said calmly, fists are the greatest agreement. Come to think of it, I haven't eaten crabs for a long time. That's right, the one roaring at him was an enormous crab. The pliers flashed with cold light and looked powerful and scary. How dare you say such words to me? I haven't eaten a purebred human in a long time today, will use you as my first choice. After he finished speaking, the seawater boiled and rushed into the sky, carrying his huge body. And it transformed into a sea snake and rushed towards the giant ship. The giant ship's safety defense system detects danger and initiates defense in advance. When the crab approached, it used its huge claws to smash into the giant ship's shield. It was at this time that Hu Xin pointed out. A stream of icy air shot out like a crab. At this time, everyone felt the biting cold. The seawater began to freeze. Such a terrifying icy aura. Some sea creatures screamed in surprise. The big crab did not back down, but burst out with all its strength to resist the icy energy. In an instant, the huge pincers were frozen, and the blood and genetic power were also quickly frozen. Feeling the changes in the big claws, the crab's expression changed drastically, and he finally felt terrified. He tried his best to stop it, but all his genetic power was frozen. Seeing that the icy air is about to spread throughout the body, it is important to save your life. The big crab reluctantly cut off its big claws. Boom! The icy air also erupted at this time, and the huge pincers turned into ice chips and fell onto the sea surface. The remaining icy air caused a large area of the sea to freeze. Such a scene shocked all living creatures. Those who knew Hu Xin before were all muttering in their hearts, the ice gene has erupted again. At this time, Hu Xin flew out of the giant ship. Buzz! The space trembled, and the power of the ice gene erupted completely. The terrifying cold current drifted along with the cold wind, freezing everything in its path. The cold current touched the sea surface and the seawater began to freeze visibly. The once invincible army of sea creatures was frightened and retreated into the distance. Only the dolphins gathered together, trembling. However, when Korean wave passed by them, they automatically avoided it. This made them feel relieved. The huge ship was also forced to stop because of the ice. At this moment, looking around, all the sponges on all sides were frozen, and it is still spreading into the distance at an increasingly faster speed. Those sea creatures had no chance to escape and were frozen. Not only is it a sponge, the Korean wave is also spreading deep into the ocean floor. This leaves the sea creatures that dive deep into the sea with nowhere to hide. Less than 3 minutes. The sea area within a radius of thousands of miles was completely frozen. The only sea creatures that were not frozen were the dolphins. Only then did Huaxian put away the power of the ice gene. Slowly landed on the ice and came in front of the dolphins. "Thank you for saving me, benefactor." The little dolphin expressed his gratitude in the dolphin language. "We are all friends. No need to thank me." When the dolphins heard Huaxian speaking the dolphin language, they were extremely shocked. "You know, this is the exclusive language of their tribe. I didn't expect that this purebred human could speak it." Suddenly remembering something, the dolphin chief exclaimed, "You are the human king. Legend has it that only the human king is omnipotent. You must be the human king." The dolphin king roared excitedly. The people on the giant ship finally reacted and were terrified. They didn't expect that this guy was actually the human king. Chapter 782. Bloodline Awakening. Boom! The blood of the demon clan in Huaxian's body burst out, and he said lightly, "I am not a human king." The terrifying pressure from the demonic realm shocked the entire audience. Demon tribe? The dolphins were even more shocked than when they met the human king. It is said that the demons are extremely evil. But now, the demons actually saved them. At this time, Huaxian waved his hand and put away the Wanli Bingfen. The sea creatures gradually recovered from his demonic pressure, but they all knelt on the spot in fear. "You, the sea people, all submit to me. Do you have any objections?" "I have no objection." "Very good. You will only have one ask from now on, which is to train strong soldiers and generals so that they can obey my orders in the future." "I understand." Billions of sea creatures answered in unison. With a mighty and astonishing voice, Huaxian waved his hand, and a token fell on the little dolphin. He said, "This token can be used to summon me at any time. I appoint you as the supervisory ambassador. You are responsible for supervising the entire sea tribe. Anyone who dares to disobey me will be killed without mercy." After he finished speaking, he pointed a finger at the little dolphin, and a scene that shocked the whole audience appeared. The little dolphin's cultivation level was only at the true god level, but it was rising steadily. In the blink of an eye, he surpassed the super god level and headed towards the god king. Then comes the God Emperor. And finally the pinnacle of the God Emperor. Just when the various sea creatures thought it was time to find a place to stay, whang! The space trembled. And the 9-day thunder tribulation fell, and he actually broke through to the realm of God. And the terrifying thunder tribulation that filled the sky made people despair. Huaxian, however, kept pointing towards the sky. The next moment, the thunder and lightning in the sky disappeared without a trace, as if they had never appeared. The whole audience was stunned. Is there anyone who can control thunder tribulation? What kind of realm and means are needed to achieve this? Everyone present was stunned. Huaxian slowly flew up and said, "Little guy, keep an eye on the sea tribe for me. I obey your orders." Huaxian returned to the giant ship and everyone's eyes were on him. Huaxian smiled and said, "I hope everyone will keep my affairs confidential." "We wish to follow you, sir." "Yes, sir. We will follow you. Except for a few businessmen, these people are almost all outstanding talents in various aspects, otherwise they would not be qualified to go to Devil's Island." "Okay, I'll give you a chance, but everything depends on your performance in the Demon Academy. We will definitely work hard and will not let you down. And I will wait and see." Then, everything returned to calm. Xiao Shankir plucked up the courage to come to Huaxian and said, "Abi, I'm sorry for what happened before. Can we still do this?" Huaxian discovered that at this moment, little Shankir was even more charming and attractive. I felt good at that moment. He picked her up and said, "Okay. But you are not allowed to transform again this time." "Honey, I can't guarantee it either. I just want to verify if that will change me. It seems like you're treating me as a test subject. Are you my husband? If not you, who else can I look for?" "It seems so." Holding him, she rushed into the room. Red Devil Shaikan and Pandanana looked at each other and hurriedly followed. There are also some beautiful women who, after witnessing Huaxian's strength many times, have already been attracted to him and have their own ideas. Arrived in the room quickly. Xiao Shankir was even more anxious than Huaxian. She took off all her clothes in no time and then couldn't wait to help Huaxian take off his clothes. After a while, the two of them spoke frankly to each other. Little Shankir took the initiative to attack and push down Huaxian, who had a weird smile on his face. However, they turned the tables, took control of the battlefield and launched a fierce attack. There was no reaction at first, so Xiao Shankir breathed a sigh of relief, thinking that she could finally satisfy her husband. When gradually getting into the state, it was as if a primordial force in the body was awakened, and the body changed again. Seeing this, Huaxian frowned and wondered what the hell was going on. This time, Huaxian refused to believe it. He took the initiative and launched a fierce attack on Little Bear Kier. But there was a shocking discovery. The more fiercely he attacked, the more fiercely the primitive power in Xiao Shankir's body seemed to become. The body changes faster and faster. And hair grows out. After a while, it turned into a bear with pink hair. Huaxian did not stop fighting because he found that only by continuing to fight could he stimulate more of the primitive power in Xiaoshan Qir's body. Under such circumstances, Little Bear Qir was stunned. Hubby, my bloodline is getting stronger. And my cultivation is improving. That's right, this situation is actually activating the blood in Little Bear Qir's body. It is unbelievable to awaken bloodline in this way. Okay, I'll help you. Huaxian burst out with even stronger fighting power. Sure enough, the blood in Little Bear Qir's body awakened faster. Boom! A muffled sound came from Little Bear Qir's body in less than 3 minutes. She had broken through to a new level. Next, his blood began to boil and his cultivation level continued to rise. As his cultivation level improved, Little Bear Qir also changed from a bear back into human form. What surprised Huaxian was that as her cultivation level improved, Xiaoshan Qir's appearance was also changing. At this moment, its appearance is at least comparable to that of a bronze legend. He secretly exclaimed that he had found a treasure. Boom boom boom. As the blood awakening entered a white-hot stage, Xiaoshan Qir's cultivation level continued to break through. Its level of terror is no less than that of using the human king points to elevate others. Time passes by every second. For the two of them, time did not pass quickly. Time flies for those who wait. It's already been 9 hours, and my husband and the others haven't finished yet. Asked Panda Nana. Red Devil Shaikun said, from the noise, it seems that your mate has gained a huge benefit. I picked up the Little Bear Qir. I don't know what kind of bear she is, but her fur is surprisingly pink and white as a member of the bear family. This is the first time I've seen this. However, judging from the breakthrough rate coming from the room, Qir's identity is probably very unusual. What, are you, the master, envious? Asked the Red Devil Shaikun. What am I envious of, besides in my heart? Qir is my sister, not a maid. Buzz. At this moment, the space was violently turbulent. The whole ship could feel it. Has someone broken through to become the God Emperor? Someone asked doubtfully. Some people also said, is it easy to break through to the Divine Emperor? What is the cultivation level of that little dolphin? In the true body realm, Mr. Who made him reach the divine venerable cultivation level with just a flick of his hand. Such a method of defeating is extremely terrifying. Hush. Didn't you hear Mr. Hu's warning? Don't mention this matter again, or if Mr. Who gets angry, I'm afraid no one can withstand his anger. Hearing this, the people around trembled and dared not speak anymore. In the room. Qir, how do you feel? I'm almost at my limit. Huaxian asked loudly. He thought that his physique was invincible, but he didn't expect that after only 10 hours of fighting, he couldn't hold on any longer. Chapter 783, What are you standing there for? Come on, husband. I should be there soon, Little Bear Qir replied while panting. His expression showed satisfaction. In order for Xiaoshan Qir to obtain the most perfect blood awakening, Huaxian had to cheat to improve his combat power. Time flies, and another 3 hours have passed. I can't do it anymore. Huaxian finally exceeded his limit and was defeated. Boom! A final outburst completely awakened Little Bear Qir's bloodline. His cultivation level didn't make any breakthroughs, but his physical condition changed madly. As physical condition changes, appearance also changes. When everything was over, a quarter of an hour had passed. Little Xiaoshan Qir's appearance suddenly soared to the platinum legendary level. Her cultivation level remained at the 30th level of the God Emperor, but her physique surpassed that of the God Emperor. It's terrifying. Another 2 hours passed. Little Bear Qir adapted to the situation and felt the changes in herself, and was extremely excited. Hubby, I love you, thank you. She threw herself into Huaxian's arms, wishing she could become one with him. Huaxian smiled and said, Congratulations to my dear wife, you have successfully awakened your bloodline. Boom boom boom. There was an urgent knock on the door. Huaxian had already guessed who it was, and the door opened with a wave of his hand. Sure enough, the Panda Nana and the Red Devil Shaikun rushed in. Looking at the Little Bear Qir, whose appearance is far superior to hers, they are all filled with disbelief. After a while, Red Devil Shaikun asked, Husband, can you also change people's appearance? Huaxian said, There is such a method, but it's not that scary. Qir's appearance changes according to her blood awakening. Qir, what's your bloodline? Panda Nana asked impatiently. Miss, I don't know either, I just feel very powerful. Panda Nana frowned and said, Qir, didn't you receive the inheritance after awakening your bloodline? Inheritance, no? This is impossible. A bloodline awakening, and a very powerful bloodline awakening, how could there be no inheritance? Panda Nana reacted strongly and even suspected that Little Bear Qir was lying. Huaxian asked, Is it possible that Qir's bloodline has not yet fully awakened, so she didn't receive the inheritance? Maybe that's the case, Panda Nana muttered, somewhat unconvinced by little Bear Kier. Miss, I really didn't lie to you. I didn't get any inheritance, it's just that my husband helped me awaken my bloodline, and my cultivation increased dramatically. Now I am at the 30th level of the Divine Emperor, but my physique should have reached the Divine Lord level. What, God? Red Devil Shaikon and Panda Nana were both shocked. Looking at the little Bear Kier couldn't help but feel envious. Okay, we are all family. The stronger you are, the better. Come on, I'll cook for you. When they heard about cooking, the three of them were extremely excited, mainly because the food Uxin cooked was so delicious. Hubby, go to the kitchen quickly. Panda Nana and Red Devil Shaikon ragged Uxin away. Wait, let me get dressed. Only then did the two realize that Uxin was still naked. My eyes subconsciously fell on places where I shouldn't be looking. Nana, the panda who had never shared a room with Uxin, suddenly blushed and had some impure thoughts. I thought to myself, my husband has so much capital, no wonder Kier is so obsessed with him. Should I try it myself? I feel even more shy when I think of this. Hey, Nana. What's going on with you? Uxin, an experienced person, clearly understood what was going on, so he asked deliberately. Bad guy. Panda Nana saw his expression and reacted. She followed the foreign slave and trotted away. Looking at her charming back, Uxin felt powerless, as if he had just been drained dry by Xiaoshan Kier. I thought to myself, I need to improve my physical fitness. Otherwise, having so many beautiful wives but only being able to look at them but not touch them would be the greatest torture. Come to the kitchen. Greetings to the master of chefs. The chefs knelt 3 times and kowtowed 9 times to Uxin, showing their utmost respect. This made Uxin feel a little embarrassed. Everybody get up. After saying that, he walked to a kitchen utensil and started cooking. Immediately a group of chefs gathered around, turned on their communicators, and took careful notes. In just over an hour Uxin prepared a table full of delicious food. Red Devil Shaikon and the others quickly took action, and this time brought it directly to the box. Without even waiting for Uxin, they started to wolf down the food. Uxin came with a soup dish. Seeing the scene, he smiled bitterly and said, "Please, eat slowly. It's so delicious, husband. I can't stop eating it." That's right, husband, we will eat it every day from now on. Okay, I'll make it for you when I have time. You three are all going to be foodies. You won't be afraid of being disliked if you get fat. Hubby, you can't dislike us even if we gain weight. That is. Uxin started eating as well. After about an hour and a half, all 3 of them were full. Uxin smiled bitterly and said, "You guys rest here for a while. I'll go out for a walk." "Honey, are you going to cause trouble for other girls again?" asked Panda Nana. "Am I that kind of person?" "That's right," the 3 of them said in unison. Panda Nana stood up with difficulty and said, "Hubby, if you need it, I can satisfy you." "What?" Uxin exclaimed in surprise. Little Shankir knew that Uxin was very tired, and when she saw his reaction, she covered her mouth and laughed. What? You can't even be satisfied at home. And you still want to mess around outside? You're dreaming." Having said that, he rushed over, grabbed Uxin and left. "Hey, Nana, you're so full. Just forget it. You wish they are all your women, so why shouldn't I be one?" Along the way, ignoring the strange and envious looks from the people around him, he dragged Uxin directly to a room. Take the initiative and in no time, nothing will be left. Uxin was stunned. I have to admit that even though her belly is a little big due to overeating, Panda Nana's figure is still very perfect. "Hubby, what are you standing there for? Come on." Uxin smiled bitterly, walked over and hugged her, saying, "Wife, you just had a meal and you are still so full. You shouldn't do any strenuous exercise, rest first." He held her and lay on the bed. Panda Nana suddenly felt extremely happy. It was the first time I was so intimate with a man. My face was blushing and my heart was pounding. Thinking of the scenes I had seen before, I became impatient and dishonest. He originally held her in his arms because he wanted her to have a good rest, but she was dishonest and teased him in various ways, and Uxin immediately became angry. "You goblin. You asked for this." He turned over and the quilt suddenly shook violently. After a while Panda Nana became dazed. "Hubby, love me?" Boom. Just as the battle between the two was about to begin, a loud noise was heard, and then the spaceship shook violently. Both were disturbed. Uxin frowned and said, "Wife, I'll go out and see what's going on." After saying that, he put on his clothes and rushed out. Panda Nana was furious, put on her clothes and chased after him with murderous intent. I thought to myself, no matter what this thing is, if it tries to ruin my good deeds, I will beat it to pieces. Chapter 784, I can see that you are very gentle. On deck, countless people looked up at the sky. I saw a giant bird, not much smaller than the ship, launching a second dive towards the cruise ship. Huaxian walked out and saw this scene. I found that the giant bird had bloodshot eyes, and a fierce array looked like a dead thing, but it was alive. Boom! There was a loud bang. Click. A giant ship's defense shield was directly breached. A giant bird let out a strange cry, rushed to the deck, and bit a boy who looked only about 10 years old with its big beak. The boy looked cautious and not afraid. At the critical moment, the body split into three. The giant bird suddenly couldn't tell which one was real. He immediately bit one with his mouth and grabbed the two with his claws. You treat me like air, don't you? Huaxian's cold voice sounded. The people around who were originally terrified were suddenly trembling, and then they remembered that there was an extremely terrifying existence on the giant ship. The giant bird still ignored Huaxian. The next moment, the space around the giant bird condensed. It turned into a vigilance that was visibly evident to the naked eye. Then, the entire giant bird became unable to move. However, the aura within the giant bird became increasingly violent. This is not good. He is going to self-destruct. Feeling the violent aura, someone screamed. They were all scared at once. This giant bird is at least at the level of a god. If it self-destructs, who can survive? Looking at Huaxian, I thought he might not be able to survive. Explode in front of me. Huaxian said coldly. Boom! The lightning gene realm erupted, and 9-day thunder fell like a world-destroying thunder catastrophe, covering the giant bird. In a few seconds, the powerful giant bird that was about to self-destruct was reduced to ashes. The people on the huge ship were still in a state of shock. In their view, the enormous danger was solved by Huaxian with ease. Once again, I deeply realized how powerful Huaxian is. Damn it. Husband, I'm going to kill him with my own hands, Panda Nana said angrily. Just at this moment, there was a sad and angry scream in the distance, and an even bigger bird came flying towards them. Huaxian smiled and said, Wife, I leave it to you. Panda Nana was filled with anger and nodded, Okay. I'll go kill him. Roar. With a roar of anger, terrifying strength erupted. Everyone was shocked that the devil Nana was actually at the level of a god. With a violent breath, he rushed towards the angry giant bird. Boom. In the first collision, Panda Nana crashed directly into the sea and was obviously at a disadvantage. Before falling into the water, it exploded again, and it was obviously more powerful than before. Die for me. Kill the giant bird madly. Boom boom boom. The Panda Nana was angry, and the giant bird was also angry, and both sides were fighting desperately. Space distorts, breaks, and even collapses. Seeing the destructive power spreading, Huaxian waved his hand and set up an array in the void. And immediately all the damage was controlled within a certain range. Seeing this, everyone was even more shocked by Huaxian's terrifying attainment information. After a long battle, Panda Nana was at a disadvantage, and the situation was getting worse. Fateful. Roar. Panda Nana roared, and a seal on her body was lifted. Her body transformed into a giant panda. With a casual slap, the sky collapsed and the earth cracked. It was extremely terrifying. Even Huaxian was shocked. He didn't expect that the Panda Nana looked so graceful and elegant, but was so powerful when she attacked. Bang! With a loud bang, the giant bird was knocked directly into the sea. Roar! Panda Nana roared, rushed forward at an accelerated speed, and grabbed the giant bird's head before it hit the sea. The whole body's strength explodes wildly. Roar! With a loud roar, the giant bird's head and the community were forcibly separated. A bloody scene appeared. The Panda Nana actually bit off the strange bird's head with one bite. The sharp teeth made the bones crackle when they chewed. It's terrifying and horrifying to watch. After a while, the huge body of the strange bird was completely eaten away by Panda Nana. A shadow fled away at high speed. But the Panda Nana fell down rapidly. With a fierce burst, he slapped out with one palm. The giant bird's soul was directly shattered and gradually disappeared between heaven and earth. The whole audience was stunned. Panda Nana then changed back into human form and returned to the giant ship. The people around were so scared that they subconsciously stepped back. Some of them were afraid of the Panda Nana. The latter didn't care about it and trotted up to Huaxian. Grabbing Huaxian's wrist, she said in an extremely cute tone, Honey, let's go to the room. Without waiting for Huaxian to react, he dragged him away. The others looked on in amazement. I thought, are all beautiful women nowadays so proactive? But why haven't I encountered it? Red Devil Shaikun asked Little Bear Kier bitterly, Has your young lady always been so violent? So fierce? Little Sean Kier also said with a frightened look on her face, This is also the first time I've seen the young lady so angry as so scary. In the room. Honey, you weren't scared by me just now, were you? Actually, I'm very gentle. Panda Nana hugged Huaxian, and buttoned his clothes and said. Huaxian smiled and said, I can see that you are very gentle. However, I will not give in to you in this regard. He picked her up and threw her onto the bed. then pounced on her. "Oh, husband. I'm so scared," the devil Nana deliberately shouted in a coquettish voice. It even stimulated Hu Xin to the point that his blood boiled. Her clothes were torn into pieces in just a few strokes. The prelude was already completed, and we went straight into the main battlefield. But the fierce attack, the wall that symbolized chastity, was breached in an instant. Accompanied by the screams of Panda Nana, the offensive and defensive battle became a mess. It was a bloody scene, but neither side admitted defeat. The battle lasted for 7 full hours. Panda Nana did not have the same blood awakening as Little Bear Kier, so she was eventually defeated and surrendered. "Honey, you're so fierce. It's good to know if you dare to provoke my husband again in the future, you will be severely punished." "I dare not." The more Panda Nana did this, the more the desire in Hu Xin was aroused. A second round of battle will begin soon. Panda Nana tried her best to cooperate and improve her own combat power. In the end, he was defeated and collapsed in Hu Xian's arms, not wanting to move at all. "Honey, I'm fine." After saying that, she fell into a deep sleep. Even so, she still hugged Hu Xin tightly. Hu Xin had no choice but to hug her and rest. Ding, the consumption system has been updated. The consumption task has been locked and activated. A new task is to complete the consumption of a Demon Crystal King within 10 days. If the task fails, the host will be killed, and a random reward will be obtained if the task is completed. It turned out that the previous system task was suddenly locked for upgrade, but unexpectedly it was the consumer currency that was upgraded. Hu Xin quickly checked the exchange rate of the Demon Crystal King. Demon Crystal King. A rare currency. Demon Crystal Marrow cannot be compared. There is a 5-point exchange ratio rule, and the mandatory exchange ratio is that 1 Demon Crystal King is equivalent to 1 Rillion Jingxiao Demon Crystal Marrow. Hu Xin didn't expect the exchange rate to be so terrible. During the following journey, Hu Xin became a laborer and was exploited in turn by the Red Devil Shaikan, the Panda Nana and the other two. While others were extremely envious, Hu Xin experienced what it was like to be miserable. Chapter 785, Demon Crystal King. 7 days later, an extremely huge continent appeared in the distance. Red Devil Shaikan said excitedly, "Hubby, that is Devil Island. The tall tower in the center of the island is the entrance tower of Devil Academy." "Passage tower?" Hu Xin looked confused. "It's a ranking tower. Legend has it that this tower has 999 floors. The number of floors you clear determines your ranking on the ranking list, and also determines your status and treatment in the Demon Academy. Devil's Academy still has benefits. Yes, as long as you can rank in the top 100 of the clearance tower, not only will you not have to pay tuition and various fees, you will also receive a salary and have priority in using the Academy's various resources." "I see. But it seems to be just a forced tower." "Yes, it is the forced tower. Although the Demon Academy is full of talented people, this is definitely a world where force is supreme, so only those with high force are qualified to be on the list. For you, my husband, there is no pressure to be on the list." While speaking, the huge ship has approached the port. However, at this moment, the port was crowded with numerous huge ships, and all 4 ports of call were jammed, with queues stretching out to 3 nautical miles. "So many huge ships?" Hu Xin asked with a frown. Red Devil Shaikan said, "Devil Island is the most sacred place in the entire true continent because of the Demon Academy. Talents from cities across the continent come here to gild themselves, so it's naturally crowded." Hu Xin looked into the distance and found that everyone was getting off the ship one by one. This was the main reason for the congestion. I couldn't help but ask, "Do all foreign giant ships need to be inspected one by one?" "Yeah. It's like this every time. I don't know what they are checking." "How long will this queue last? Is there no way to cut in line?" Hu Xin asked. "Sure, money talks. Money can make the world go round. However, the main currency here is Demon Crystal King." "What?" The others on the boat were stunned when they heard the words Demon Crystal King. Although I didn't know that the Demon Crystal King was a priceless treasure, I didn't expect it to be the main currency here. Red Devil Shaikan smiled bitterly and said, "I have only accumulated 97 Demon Crystal Kings so far. As long as I accumulate 100 Demon Crystal Kings, I can enter the Demon Academy with my cash and pay the 100 Demon Crystal Kings. $97? Hearing this obviously small number, everyone on the ship was extremely shocked. It's because they know that the Demon Crystal King is priceless and cannot be compared to it no matter how many Demon Crystal Marrows there are. I didn't expect that Red Devil Captain Shaikan had accumulated 97 pieces, which shows how powerful she is. And how many Demon Crystal Kings do we need to pay when we line up?" Hu Xin asked curiously. Red Devil Shaikan smiled bitterly and said, "1 piece is enough." She thought Hu Xin was going to pay the Demon Crystal King himself to cut in line, but she really couldn't bear to do so. "If you don't believe it, take out a piece of Demon Crystal and give it to her." and jump the queue to land on the island. Otherwise it will take a long time to land on the island. The whole audience was shocked who Xin actually had the Demon Crystal King. But when I think about how powerful he is, I feel relieved. Red Devil Shaichang was also shocked, and couldn't help but asked excitedly, "Husband, do you have more Demon Crystal Kings? I thought that if I were given 3 pieces, I could join the Demon Academy." "Have. If you want it, your husband will give it to you now. Let's go to the island first." "Well, thank you, husband." He then took the Demon Crystal King from Wu Xian's hand and injected genetic power into it to activate it. Suddenly, the Demon Crystal King's pure demonic power spread out, attracting the attention of countless people. At the port, the person in charge of inspections saw this scene and said with great joy, "All the ships in line should make way for the ship that has the Demon Crystal King. That's crazy just to avoid waiting in line to board the island. You actually wasted a Demon Crystal King." "That's right, he's just crazy that's the Demon Crystal King. I've been fishing in the sea for my whole life, and I only saved 73 of them. He's just a loser." On the huge ship in front, countless people were talking and cursing. But they had to give way. After all, the Demon Crystal King was driving here. Wu Xian and his crew's giant ship sailed majestically towards the port, which was a VEP-only port. Arriving at the port, a staff member leapt onto the huge ship, looking at the Demon Crystal King with gleaming eyes. "Give it to me." Red Devil Shaichang handed the Demon Crystal King to others reluctantly. The latter grabbed it and couldn't let it go. "Ding, congratulations to the host, you have consumed the Demon Crystal King within 10 days and received a random reward of 10 Demon Crystal Kings. Ding! New mission completed within 10 days and consumed a Demon Crystal Kings. If the mission fails, the host will be killed. If the mission is completed, a random reward will be obtained." The system tasks have all been doubled, which shows that this Demon Crystal King is really valuable. It is really rare to get 10 random rewards. After confirming that it was the real Demon Crystal King, the staff smiled and said, "Everyone, as VIPs, you are exempt from inspection and can enter the island." Suddenly the gate to the island opened. "Everyone, hurry up and get on the island," Red Devil Shaichang still shouted with heartache. Everyone lined up and waited. Wu Xian comforted her. "Wife, it's just a Demon Crystal King, don't feel bad." After that, he took out 3 coins and handed them over, saying, "Wife, aren't you 3 coins short of 100? I'll make it up to you." Looking at the 3 Demon Crystal Kings, everyone around was extremely envious. Even the people who landed on the island couldn't help but stop and look. The loser looked at Wu Xian with sharp eyes. I thought to myself, this guy looks like a young man from outside the city, but the Demon Crystal King gives things to people so easily. He must be very wealthy. Red Devil Shaichang was stunned. She asked in disbelief, "Hubby, is this really for me? I think it is so precious." "Fool, you are my wife. What's the point of giving you a few Demon Crystal Kings? I thought, when the task quota is increased, I will give you as much as you want." People around are so envious, just because the Demon Crystal King is also the best material for cultivation. "Honey, thank you." Red Devil Shaichang threw herself into his arms and hugged him tightly, feeling so moved. "Why thank me, I'm your husband. Isn't it my duty to give you money? Hurry up and arrange for everyone to land on the island. Everyone, hurry up and get on the island." Everyone then landed on the island. But they didn't leave after that, and waited for others on the island. The staff members said to Wu Xian, "Young man, would you like to apply for a port VIP card? This way, you don't have to queue up when you go back and forth, and can drive directly to the VEP port. By the way, this VIP card only costs 10 Demon Crystal Kings a year." Red Devil Shaichang quickly interrupted. "Hubby, you rarely leave Devil Island a few times a year. I am also planning to join the Devil Academy and stop traveling to the sea. There is no point in applying for VIP. Wu Xian nodded and said to the staff, "We won't handle it." On the island, not far away, in a sea viewing pavilion. "Master, this guy obviously just arrived. Why is he so rich?" The servant asked a young man in luxurious clothes. It should be that one of the elders who is doing well gave it to him. However, this guy looks like a fool and is easy to deceive. I just don't know how many Demon Crystal Kings he has. Is it worth it for me to take action? Master, I'll go keep an eye on him now." Chapter 700 Itexus, let's see who dares to take action. After everyone landed on the island, a Red Devil Shaichang put away the giant ship. Only then did Wu Xian lead them out of the port. Immediately, everyone on the ship looked over. "Why are you looking at me? Just go and do what you are supposed to do on Devil's Island." "Sir, we want to follow you. Didn't I tell you? You can follow me, but it depends on your ability. I don't want to be surrounded by a bunch of losers." After saying that, he hugged Red Devil Shaichang and Panda Nana Uf. "Wow, here come 3 more beauties. All of them are legendary. Especially that beauty, she is at least a Platinum Crystal legend. It would be great if I could get her." You don't even have a chance against the bronze legend, and you're still eyeing the platinum legend? Dream on. I don't have a chance, but someone else will seeing the Wei Liu Xiao without a whale tribe walking past. Amid the discussions and gazes of the crowd, Wei Ko Xiao came in front of Huo Xian and the others. He ignored Huo Xian and looked at Xiao Shangqier and the others and said, "Three beauties, I am Wei Liu Xiao. A student of the Devil Academy. You just came to Devil Island, so let's make friends. I can help you enter the Devil Academy." And Anna said sweetly, "We can make friends, but we have to ask our husbands for permission." Towards Huo Xian. "Hubby, should we make friends with him?" Huo Xian said disdainfully, "You can't even give a basic meeting gift. And you still want to pick up girls, you loser. Who are you calling trash? Aren't you a loser? You're trying to get something for nothing. You can't even bear to spend a few bucks on the Demon Crystal King, and you want to pick up girls? So you want the Demon Crystal King? I have it." Then he took out 2 pieces of Demon Crystal King and showed off loudly, "I have them, but will I give them to you?" Huo Xian sneered, "Trash is trash to pieces? Why are you showing off? Just grab a handful. It's only 7 pieces, but it looks like a big handful. Shit, is this guy really new here? He looks so wealthy." "Yes, that is the Demon Crystal King." This time Wei Liu Xiao hit a wall. "DSK, don't you think about it? If this guy didn't have any ability, would these 3 legendary beauties follow him?" Wei Liu Xiao's body trembled. He didn't expect Huo Xian to be so wealthy. His eyes rolled around. He put away his Demon Crystal King and yelled, "Robbery? The new guys who landed on the island are robbing." He yelled and grabbed Huo Xian's wrist. After a while, a team of law enforcement officers rushed over. The leader yelled, "What's going on? Master Turtle DKAK, this new guy actually stole my Demon Crystal King." When these law enforcement officers saw the Demon Crystal King in Huo Xian's hand, their eyes lit up. "How dare you to rob in Devil's Island? Catch him and take him away." Huo Xian said coldly, "There are so many surveillance cameras here, why don't you check it out?" Master Turtle DKAK, "Take this guy down and all these Demon Crystal Kings will be yours. All I ask is that these robbers be severely punished." "Okay, catch him and take him away. Let's see who dares to do it," Huo Xian said in an extremely cold tone. Then he looked at Wei Liu Xiao and said, "You used my Demon Crystal King to frame me. You deserve to die." The latter had a sneer on his face, as if to say, "So what if I framed you?" The next moment, the space around this guy condensed quickly, squeezing his body so that it was instantly deformed. "What's going on?" Wei Liu Xiao roared in horror. Everyone around looked confused. Seeing that the space was compressed to the extreme, the body of the Wei Liu Xiao had been crushed. As death approached, he roared angrily, "I am a student of the Demon Academy no matter who you are. If you dare to kill me, your entire clan will be exterminated." However, no one paid any attention to him. More people's eyes fell on Huo Xian, only to find that he was not moving at all. It seems that the matter of Wei Liu Xiao has nothing to do with him. Turtle DKK said in a deep voice. "Sir, I advise you to stop." Huo Xian looked at him coldly. Buzz. The demon clan's realm exploded and pressed forward. Ding dong. The latter could not bear the horrific pressure at all and knelt on the ground with horror on his face. "You are qualified to be a law enforcement officer." Click. As he was speaking, the shell on the Turtle DKAK's back actually cracked. Shocked the whole audience. "You know, the turtle shell is the hardest part of the Turtle DKAK. I didn't expect it to break because of the pressure from the opponent's realm." The people around him looked at Huo Xian with extremely controlled eyes. Demon clan, he is actually a demon clan judging from his aura, he must be from the top demon clan. No wonder he can easily take out the Demon Crystal King. This is a serious matter. Wei Liu Xiao is doomed, and the law enforcement team will not escape punishment either. They deserved it. They are used to bullying people. They bully everyone they see. Now they have hit a wall. Boom. With a loud bang, the body of the whale proudly exploded into a bloody mist. I thought my soul could escape. Only then did he realize that his soul was also imprisoned and he couldn't move at all. And that space actually began to squeeze the soul. At this moment, Wei Liu Xiao, who had originally harbored desire for revenge, was in extreme despair. "Mercy, please forgive me. I won't dare to do it again." Had to beg for mercy. Also in danger is the sea turtle DKK. Countless cracks have appeared on its body, and it looks like it is about to explode. Stop. At the critical moment, a cold voice came. The next moment, a graceful figure in white clothes descended from the sky. The terrifying pressure directly oppressed people like Huo Xian. Someone exclaimed. "It's the legendary beauty of silver, Diachane Osaya, she's here." "What? She's here? It's obvious that she just happened to come across this incident. I heard that she likes to help others when she sees injustice." Huo Xian looked at this Diachane Osaya, who was wearing an ancient long skirt and a purple veil, with a cold look. "Let them go." Ayachan Aosaya said in a commanding tone. Uxian sneered, they bullied me, why should I let them go? But what I saw was you bullying them. If I wasn't strong enough, I would have died. Aren't you okay? Let them go immediately, Dayachan Aosaya said angrily. Uxian continued to sneer. One is trying to steal my wife, and the other is trying to covet the Demon Crystal King on me. If you can't bully others by taking advantage of your power, you will have to pay the price. Boom. A body of the turtle Dikayake exploded directly, leaving his soul trapped in place, looking at Uxian with extreme anger. Huayla Moshao was terrified to the extreme, because if Uxian had just one thought, he would be torn to pieces, so he dared not be arrogant anymore. The people around were also frightened, thinking, even if you are a high-level demon, you cannot be so ruthless. You even kill people from the law enforcement team at Estacruel. Chapter 787, Is an apology useful? Ayachan Aosaya's expression was extremely ugly. You're looking for death. He burst out with terrifying fighting power and charged towards Uxian. Do you think I won't be moved by you just because you're a woman? The demon clan's realm of cultivation exploded, and they slapped forward with one palm. Bang! With a loud bang, Ayachan Aosaya was slammed flying. While still in Midra, he vomited a mouthful of blood, his face turned pale, and he fell to the ground, having lost the ability to move. Everyone could see that Dayachan Aosaya had broken bones all over his body, with only a few intact ones. What is shocking is that this guy is so vicious that he can really harm such a beautiful woman. The most shocked were the Red Devil Shikon and her group. In their opinion, their husbands would definitely be attracted to a legendary beauty like Dayachan and Aosaya. I didn't expect that he would destroy the flower with such ruthless hand-shock rule. Dayachan Aosaya looked at Uxian with coldness and disbelief. Boom! The Demon Clan realm is accompanied by a terrifying explosion of murderous aura. Uxian walked towards Dayachan Aosaya step by step. Everyone felt the murderous intent and knew that this guy was really capable of killing. Ayachan Aosaya panicked for the first time facing the overwhelming murderous aura. She realized for the first time that death was so close to her. How do you want to die? Uxian had already come in front of her and asked coldly. I am a bronze student of the Demon Academy. If you dare to kill me, you will die. Students from the Demon Academy have levels, Uxian asked in surprise. Then he said. Tell me in detail. The students of the Demon Academy are divided into registered. Dan entry level, which means most of the students are new, iron level, bronze level, silver level, gold level, platinum level, diamond level. The first one is similar to the level of the legendary beauty. As for the subsequent levels, you are not qualified to know. So, your bronze level is rubbish. Why, you're not convinced? Not to mention being listed and not being promoted. You're only a little bit better than the lowest black iron leveled on T. You feel ashamed? I'm not embarrassed. What does it have to do with you? Ayachan Aosaya exploded in frustration. What does it have to do with me? You seem to have forgotten that your life is still in my hands. Well, since you are still a silver legend beauty, tell me how you want to die. Do you really want to kill me? You are meddling in other people's business the moment you attacked me. You should have been prepared for death if you don't tell me. I will have no choice but to kill you in my own way. As he spoke, he moved closer to her and reached out to grab her clothes. What? What are you going to do? You are a silver legend beauty after all. It's not too much for me to sleep with you and then kill you. You beast, you will not die well. Dayachan Aosaya cursed while crying. Classmate. This is too much. A clear, pleasant but very cold voice was heard. Everyone looked over when they heard the sound. I saw a woman walking slowly towards me. The teacher from the Demon Academy is here. Now we're going to have some fun. Uxian looked at the other person and asked with a smile. How did I go too far? By the way, before you say anything or do anything, you'd better take a look at the surveillance here and find out the situation before you blame me. The woman frowned. As a teacher at the Demon Academy, she enjoyed a very high status and treatment. There are privileges in all aspects related to monitoring of the entire Alcatraz Island. She turned on the communicator directly and accessed the on-site surveillance soon. What happened was played back from beginning to end. It actually started playing from the moment Uxian and his team entered the port. Everyone was watching attentively, and those who came later gradually understood what was going on after seeing what was happening. I thought that the people from the Demon Academy were still bullying as usual, but I didn't expect to hit a wall this time. I thought, if you walk by the river often, you will get your feet wet. Suddenly no one felt sorry for Aoshao the whale and D-Cake the turtle. Aosaya was also indifferent to Dayachan, who attacked without any reason. Apologize? After reading it, the woman said coldly to the three people, sorry. Ayachan Aosaya was the first to apologize. After seeing the real situation, she regretted it immensely and secretly cursed herself for being impulsive and acting rashly without clarifying the situation. I'm sorry, I know I was wrong, I won't do it again. Liu Xiao, the whale on the verge of death, quickly apologized. Although the turtle Dick AK was extremely unwilling, he did not dare to fight to the death. After all, Huaxian was like a madman and could do anything. I'm sorry, he also bowed his head and apologized. If an apology can solve all problems, then what is the point of rules? Huaxian said calmly. The woman frowned and said, young man, you have nothing to lose. On the contrary, both of their bodies have been destroyed, which can be considered a punishment. I think we should let this matter go. Huaxian sneered, if I didn't have some strength, he would have taken my wife away, and I would have been captured by him, and I wouldn't know whether I was alive or dead. You tell me that an apology is enough? Aren't you saying that anyone can bully me from now on, and if they can't beat me, I'll apologize? Or can I bully anyone and apologize if I can't beat them? If you have the ability, of course you can, the woman said angrily. Really? Then beautiful sister, I am very fond of you. How about we go get a room? Huaxian suddenly changed his tone and spoke to the woman. Yes. Everyone around couldn't help but take a deep breath. Oh my god, is this guy crazy? He even dares to tease the teacher of the Demon Academy. He's dead. No matter who's behind him, he's dead. The teachers at the Demon Academy are sacred and cannot be defiled. If you don't seek death, you won't die. That's what I mean by this guy. The woman's face suddenly became extremely ugly. A murderous intent erupted. Huaxian, however, didn't know the danger and walked towards him with a smile on his face. You want to die? I'll grant you that. The woman finally exploded and rushed towards Huaxian. The terrifying pressure shocked Huaxian. His combat power was not lower than the primary godlord level. Is this the teacher of the Demon Academy? Huaxian was full of confidence. He approached Huaxian and slapped Huaxian's head without any preparation. She didn't believe at all that this guy was her opponent. Everyone around also thought that Huaxian was dead. Huaxian seemed to be frightened and did not react at all. To the woman, this was normal. After all, with her combat power as a junior first-class godlord, this guy would have no time to react. However, just when she was about to take a picture of Huaxian, Iris tightened so suddenly that I didn't have time to react before I felt a huge force pulling me over. He lost his balance and had no time to adjust himself, and crashed into Huaxian's arms. Huaxian took the opportunity to hug her tightly. The woman was completely stunned. Subconsciously I wanted to roar. Huaxian bit her red lips. His body trembled violently, and he was completely stunned. Chapter 788, Punishment. In the eyes of the onlookers, it seemed more like the woman took the initiative to throw herself into Huaxian's arms, and then the two kissed each other. There was no way, mainly because Huaxian's movements were too fast, and with their level of cultivation, no one could see the real situation clearly. What's going on? Didn't the Demon Academy teacher want to kill this guy? Why are they hugging and kissing each other? Fuck, they really kissed. I thought I was seeing things. The noise became increasingly harsh, and the woman finally reacted. The terrifying genetic power erupted violently, trying to shake Huaxian away. Huaxian quietly suppressed her momentum, and his hands became even more dishonest. The people around them could not notice any flaws at all and still believed that the woman was willing to be intimate with Huaxian. However, no matter how hard I tried, I couldn't understand why a teacher from the Demon Academy could be so close to a young man who had just arrived at Devil's Island. Oh my god, I remember now. This woman is called Ling Yang King, and she is the wife of the gold medal teacher, Mo Yang Haotan. Is this true? If this is the case, then is it Antelope King who cheated on her, or is it this guy who took advantage of Demon Sheep Haotan's wife? Whichever it is, I feel like the sky is falling. Huaxian's actions became more and more excessive. With a wave of his hand, an isolation formation appeared. He immediately disappeared from everyone's sight with the Antelope King. Fuck, an advanced isolation formation. He is also a powerful formation master. In this situation, what do you think they are doing? Nonsense, do you even need to ask this? Of course, we should do what men and women should do, but what would happen if the Demon Sheep Haotan knew about this? Inside the formation, Huaxian suppressed Antelope King with his absolute strength. Finally he released her mouth. How dare you molest me? Are you really tired of living? Antelope King roared immediately. Her chest heaved up and down with anger, which was even more charming to Huaxian. Gurgle. I couldn't help swallowing. Can't wait to stretch out his claws. Antelope King was scared to death. Stop it, do you know who my husband is? He's a gold medal teacher at the Devil Academy. If you molest me, you will die miserably. Huaxian smiled and said, so what? But I can't bear to kill you, have to pay a price. After saying that, he undressed her. A mysterious and alluring scene immediately came into Huaxian's sight, making Huaxian's eyes hot, and he could not wait any longer. He pounced on the Antelope King madly. In the process, Antelope King's skirt was also torn into pieces. At this moment, the suppressed and unable to resist Antelope King burst into tears. Huaxian showed no mercy to the woman. And in no time, they were both naked. When the battle started, Lingyang King had a dejected look on his face and stared at Huaxian with murderous eyes. He had only one thought in his mind: to kill him. Huaxian got into the state and had various outbursts. After 5 hours, the battle was over. Huaxian hugged Lingyang King and said with a smile, "Why do you hate me so much? Isn't it enough for me to be responsible for you? I will definitely kill you." Antelope King said viciously, "If you are like this, then I can only conquer you." After saying that, he turned over and the battle started again. The Antelope King endured the humiliation and hatred. Another 5 hours passed. After the battle, Huaxian asked, "How is it? Do you surrender or not? Tell me if you have the guts, otherwise you will die, and everything related to you will perish." "Are you kidding me?" Huaxian said. The Imperial clan's demon bloodline erupted, and the demon gene realm exploded. When Antelope King felt it, he was stunned for a moment. Huaxian asked with a smile, "Tell me, do you have the strength to destroy all the demons?" Antelope King felt the demonic blood erupting from Huaxian, and her heart was broken. The demon clan has imperial blood. No wonder they are so rampant. No wonder the demon crystal king is like the demon crystal marrow in the opponent's hands. "Okay, being my woman, you won't suffer any loss, and I don't mind whether you are a virgin or not as long as I sleep with you. You will be mine from now on." Smile. The freedom of the Antelope King was restored. As she waved her hand, she slapped herself on the head. Huaxian quickly controlled her. "Are you crazy? Is it so difficult to be my woman? I don't dare to kill you. But can I just commit suicide? Unless you keep staring at me, I will never help you even if I die. Why are you so stubborn? Just be my woman and I won't make things difficult for your family, otherwise you know what I mean." You are the devil," Antelope King roared angrily. Huaxian smiled and said, "I am a demon. What's the difference between me and a devil? It's settled from now on, you are mine. Is that okay with you?" As he said that, he kissed her on the lips. The Antelope King was not hiding. But he did not dare to hide. She could die herself, but she couldn't drag her family down with her. "That's right. Don't worry, follow me, you won't regret it." He wiped her tears, hugged her and lifted the formation. More and more people gathered around, and when they saw the formation was lifted, they all looked over impatiently. Seeing the two hugging each other, Antelope King was shocked without any disgust. Could it be that the Antelope King betrayed the demon Shipao Tan? "Husband. You guys?" Pandanana came over and asked. Huaxian smiled and said, "From now on, she will be your sister too, so you must get along well with her." "But husband, I heard that Antelope King has a husband. And he's a top teacher at the Devil Academy. Will you get into trouble?" "What happened? Okay. We should go to the Demon Academy." With a wave of his hand, he released the control over the turtle DKK and the Wei Liushao, and walked towards the Demon Academy with his arm around the Antelope King. The souls of the two men fled quickly, and they dared not provoke Huaxian again. The people around were stunned. By the time Huaxian and the others walked away, they were in an uproar. "Oh my god, the golden teacher Hao Tan was cheated on. This is big news. I heard that Master Howden is in seclusion, so they should be fine for the time being. I can't understand why Antelope King, the teacher, betrayed the demon Shipao Tan. Could it be related to their inability to have children? Rumor has it that the demon Shipao Tan has lost his fertility. Where did you hear this gossip?" Huaxian held the Antelope King in his arms and walked forward. As we got closer to the Demon Academy, it became more and more prosperous and there were more and more people. Many of them were students wearing Devil's Academy uniforms and carrying student badges. Of course, the Demon Academy is very large and has many students, so it is impossible for all teachers and students to know each other. So King the Antelope didn't bring her mentor badge. And no one knew she was a teacher. Wow, for beautiful ladies. When people noticed the Pandanana and the others beside Huaxian, they screamed in surprise. What a shame seeing them following that guy. I think they were all captured by him. I just didn't see it as that guy an inferior slave of the human race? How could he win the hearts of the four beauties? Stupid. You also know that they are four beauties, that guy can take them down. Can he be an ordinary person? Chapter 789. Do you think I'm a fool? Hey, teacher Lingyang King, what are you doing? Finally, a student recognized the Antelope King. Suddenly, many people looked over. She is actually a teacher at the Demon Academy? Antelope King's face suddenly became extremely ugly, and he quickened his pace and walked away. Huaxian, who was hugging her, also passively quickened his pace to catch up. It seems that teacher Lingyang King did not volunteer, so that guy threatened the teacher? How dare you two bully even the teacher of the Demon Academy? Hurry up and inform the Demon Sheep teacher Hao Tan. The Antelope King walked faster and faster, and soon walked into an empty alley. I squatted on the ground and burst into tears. I had never felt so wronged in my entire life. Why are you crying? It's not like I'm not responsible for you. Kill me, I beg you to kill me. Ling Yang King knelt in front of Hu Xian and begged bitterly. Hu Xian picked her up and said, waving his hands to set up a formation, then said, okay, don't you just dislike me? Well, we won't have any more contact from now on anyway. If I don't tell you what happened between us, and you don't tell me, no one will know. If anyone asks why we are so close, you can just say that we have known each other for many years. How about you accept me as your brother? You slept with me, and you want me to lie? Antelope King roared angrily. Isn't that because you can't accept me? So let it be for now. No one else has any evidence. Even if your husband knows, he can't say anything without evidence. From now on, you are my sister and I am your brother. Of course, if you have considered following me, I am willing to accept you. One day, I will kill you. Just as he finished speaking, a communicator rang. When he opened it, he saw that it was the Demon Sheep. Hao Tan calling. His body trembled and he didn't know what to do. Hu Xian said, please answer it, just follow what I just said. After Hu Xian finished speaking, he lifted the formation. Bandanana and the others all gathered around. Antelope King took 2 deep breaths and finally connected the call. Immediately, a burly middle-aged man came into everyone's sight. A middle-aged man saw Ling Yang King at a glance, looked around, and asked in a deep voice, wife, a student told me that you were very close to a strange young man. What is going on? Antelope King forced a smile and said, husband, this is a foster brother I adopted before, and now he is here at Devil's Island. Brother-in-law? But why did I hear that this guy molested you? The Demon Sheep Hao Tan became more and more angry. Ling Yang King forced herself to remain calm and said, husband, my brother and I have a very good relationship. We were very close before we got together with you. Now I have educated him. After that, he turned to Hu Xian and said, why don't you call me brother-in-law? Hu Xian smiled and said, brother-in-law, I want to hug my sister. You don't mind, right? After saying that, he wanted to hug the Antelope King. The latter quickly dodged and angrily shouted, okay, stop making trouble. Can't you see that your brother-in-law is angry? Antelope King, come back quickly. Oh, and bring your adopted brother back with you as well. After saying that, he hung up the phone. Let's go, brother. Antelope King shouted inferently. Walk forward. Hu Xian smiled and said, wise, let's go to my sister's house. And Nana said speechless lie. Didn't you say before that we were sisters in a family? How come you become the elder sister now? Aren't sisters a family? Hu Xian asked. There was no trouble this time. It's just that the looks of Panda Nana and the others are a bit eye-catching. Still no one is chatting with me. Half an hour later, I arrived at the main gate of the Demon Academy. There were countless people gathered here. All of them were students who came here on the giant ship. Ling Yang King walked over with her teacher ID card. The student at the gate asked curiously, teacher, are they the new students you accepted? That's right. Okay, you go, teacher. Antelope King led them in. And many people followed, trying to sneak in. Stop, the enrollment examination time has not yet arrived. Unless you are led by a teacher, you are not allowed to enter the academy in advance. Senior, we are with them. Please be flexible. He took out a nanospace device and handed it over. The other party took a look and said, on Devil Island, a Demon Crystal King is the currency in circulation. You demon crystals should be used to buy steamed buns. Unable to get in, these people could only leave in shame. Ling Yang King brought Hu Xian and the others and quickly arrived at the classroom and dormitory area. Each of these courtyards has its own entrance and exit, which shows how well the teachers are treated. Before I reached the yard, the gate was opened. It's none other than the demonic Sheep Hao Tan. Looking inside, there were 2 students in the yard. It was the student who greeted Ling Yang King before. I thought the turtle, DKAK, and the Wei Liao Jiaoyi were not there. Antelope King, why did a student tell me that you two were having an affair? The Demon Sheep Hao Tan asked directly in a blaming manner. Hubby, I've already said it, my brother is used to getting along with me in the past, and he hugs me out of habit, but that's all. Besides, look at my brother's 3 wives, which one is not prettier than me? What is this? The Devil Sheep Hao Tan actually took out the photo of Hu Xian kissing the Antelope King. Hubby, didn't I tell you that my brother and I were like that before? Now he doesn't know I'm married. So he doesn't care. He will definitely not be like that in the future. Do you think I'm a fool? We hugged and kissed, and then disappeared for more than 10 hours. What did you do during those 10 hours? Reminisce? Yes. Thus catching up. My brother and I haven't seen each other for tens of thousands of years. Isn't it normal to catch up? Antelope King. You bitch, how dare you lie to me? Do you really think I'm a fool? The demon sheep howled and cursed angrily and slapped her in the face. Feeling guilty, King the antelope did not dodge. Huaxian grabbed the demon sheep Hao Tan's wrist and said coldly, "Women are meant to be loved, not to be vented. How dare you? I don't care who you are. If you dare to touch my wife, die." After violently struggling free, he punched Huaxian in the face. As a gold medal teacher, Demon Sheep Hao Chan is a genuine first-class junior god lord, and his combat power far exceeds that of a first-class junior god lord. Huaxian did not dare to be careless. He unleashed all his demonic power and delivered a powerful punch. Boom! The two fists collided with a loud bang. Click! The demon sheep howled and retreated repeatedly and his fist was broken. This scene shocked the whole audience. Huaxian was also a little surprised. "I thought that is the gold medal teacher of the Demon Academy. The demon sheep Houghton must be very powerful. Now it seems that I underestimated myself." Antelope King looked at Huaxian in shock. She didn't expect that he was stronger than the gold medal teacher, Demon Sheep Hao Tan. "You are actually from the demon clan. You are not even at the first level of the primary god lord, but you have burst out a fighting power comparable to the third level of the primary god lord. You are at least a demon clan emperor." Chapter 790. Hurry up, don't waste time. Huaxian smiled and said, "That's good to know." Then he said, "To tell you the truth, Ling Yang King and I do have an improper relationship. Tell me, what do you want me to give her to you?" "You." The demonic sheep Hao Tan was so angry that he almost died, but he didn't dare to attack again. Because this is a world ruled by demons, this guy is so evil at such a young age, he must be an important member of the demon clan. If you really touch him and the demons blame you, it won't be as simple as your own death. But I am unwilling to accept this. If people knew about this, I would not be able to stay here any longer. After taking several deep breaths, he had to lower his head for the sake of the family and said, "I can agree that you two can be together, but you must be siblings in front of the world." "Okay, no problem." The demon sheep Haub looked into the yard with cold eyes. The two people who made the complaint turned pale with fear. Ding dong. He quickly knelt on the ground and begged, "Teacher Hao Tan, we don't know anything. Please forgive us." "Spare you?" Bump. The two were shot in the head, and the soul tried to escape, but was killed by the demon sheep Hao Tan. Then he took out the potion and poured it on the bodies of the two men, and it evaporated after a while. Then he looked at Huaxian and said, "I hope you won't hurt my people." Then he looked at Antelope King and said, "I am going to retreat. I will also be in retreat in the future." After saying that, he strode away. "Then we'll live here." Huaxian walked over and closed the door. When he came back, Panda Nana and the others surrounded him. "Honey, it's my turn," said Reed Devil Shy Cown. "We are new to school, so let's go out and get familiar with the environment." "Hubby, I think you want to pick up girls." "What are you talking about? Am I that kind of person?" Antelope King said, "You haven't officially passed the assessment to join the school yet, so you'd better not wander around." After saying that, he walked towards the room. Huaxian asked, "Wife, when will the assessment begin?" Antelope King ignored it. "Wives, find a room and rest. I'll go ask about the assessment." "Bad husband, is this old woman so attractive? I find it strange too. Ling Yang King is at most a bronze beauty, right? Why is her husband so obsessed with her?" Huaxian came to Ling Yang King's room, pushed the door, and found it was locked. "Wife, open the door." "Huaxian, don't forget our agreement. You are my brother now." "Sister, the demon sheep Hao Tan has given up on you. Why bother? Open the door. Do you really want to force me to death?" Antelope King was very angry. "Hey, sister, don't be impulsive. Can't I just not disturb you? By the way, when does the test start?" "There is still half a month until the Devil Academy's enrollment examination day. There's still so much time left. I'll go out for a walk then." "Hubby, we want to go too." Panda Nana and the others came over directly. "Go ahead if you want to." The four of them left the yard. Only then did Antelope King open the door, her eyes full of tears. The demon sheep Houghton also returned at this time. "Husband. Don't call me husband. I'm not qualified now." Antelope King became even sadder when she heard this. The demon sheep Hao Tan said, "Why are you crying? If you follow me, you will only be mediocre all your life. If you follow him, you can lead the antelope tribe to rise." Hearing this, Antelope King suddenly realized. "We were so focused on feeling sad about being violated that we ignored the pros and cons." "So, you support me to follow him?" he asked in disbelief. "So what if I don't support him? This guy is of the bloodline of the Demon Emperor. His combat power is so terrifying. His status in the Demon Clan is probably extremely terrifying. If you follow him, who dares to touch the Antelope tribe? If you feel guilty and sorry for me, in the future, if my demonic sheep clan is in danger, you can just take revenge on me." "Are you serious?" Antelope King looked incredulous. Seriously, don't feel guilty. There are so many women in the world, and there are many beautiful students pursuing me. Okay, I'm going to retreat now. You should follow him well in the future. Antelope King watched him leave and finally let it go. The main reason is that she had sex with Huaxian, although having sex is normal in this world. She, Lingyan King, is not so casual. It was also because of this that he had been brooding over being bullied by Huaxian. Now that the demon Shi Poutan had enlightened him in this way, he naturally let it go. Huaxian took Pananana and the other two and walked towards the outside of the school. Hey, new girl, you don't have a student ID yet. Go and date me. I guarantee you'll be admitted to the Devil Academy. I thought, let me get the money first and then sleep with him. Pananana said, it's okay to have a relationship, but you have to ask our husbands if they agree. Him? Your husband? Look at his skinny body. Can he satisfy you? Girl, open your eyes and look at my physique. I guarantee that I will make you feel like you are in heaven. I'm afraid your physique can't withstand a punch from my husband. The other party was stunned. Then he laughed and said, can't withstand his punch? Beauty, what if I can withstand it? If you can bear it, I will agree to your request. Good. Everyone heard it. Come and bear witness for me. Many onlookers also started to make a noise. No problem, we'll testify for you. Hurry up. Don't waste time. The guy looked at Huaxian Dui and said, come on, kid. I'm standing still, attack me with all your strength. Huaxian shook his head and refused. Forget it. If I kill you with one punch, I'm afraid the academy will hold me responsible. You can kill me with one punch? Boy, if you really kill me with one punch, it's my own fault. I'm putting this here. And no one will bother you. I think we should write a written agreement. What a waste of time. Just sign a written agreement. The guy took out a pen and ink, quickly wrote a note, signed and sealed it. Threw it to Huaxian and said, come on. Huaxian smiled at the people around him and said, you all saw it. He asked for it. If anything goes wrong, don't blame me. Come on. Stop talking nonsense. That's right, trash just talks a lot of nonsense. Huaxian walked up to the guy and sneered. Five-lot army, right? I have to say you have bad luck. Stop talking nonsense. Hurry up. Bang. Before he could finish his words, Huaxian punched him hard. I just felt a violent, earth-shattering energy exploding in my body. What frightened him the most was that even his soul was enveloped by this power. No. I didn't have the chance to yell a single word. Boom. The body exploded with a loud bang. The whole audience was shocked. Staring at the place where the explosion occurred, I realized that all the souls of the baboon rat army were gone. Chapter 791, Jackolia. The whole audience was shocked. A ninth young master of the baboon tribe was actually killed by this guy with one punch. This guy looks like a human being, yet he dares to do this. Is he tired of living? Ladies, let's go and see if there is anything fun on this Devil's Island. Huaxian waved his hand and strode away. It was as if he was not the one who killed the person. Abi, I think you want to see if there are any beautiful women on this Devil's Island. Hey. Huaxian chuckled and said, the one who knows me best is my wife. Those who are blocking the road, please make way immediately. Someone who dares to kill people regardless of their identities is either very powerful or a lunatic. No matter which one it is, no normal person would dare to offend it. Look, the third-year student of the Demon Academy, the Platinum Legendary Beauty, the Jackolia, is here. Someone shouted excitedly. When the people around heard this, they immediately ignored Huaxian and looked over. Huaxian also looked over curiously. I saw a super beautiful woman without any covering, wearing hot clothes, sexy and charming, slowly walking towards the main gate of the Demon Academy. And now us people couldn't help but turn on their communicators to record videos and take photos. They were extremely excited. A woman of this level is the real Otaku's magic weapon. Honey, how is it? Are you moved? Asked the Red Devil Heian. I feel ashamed that I am not pretty enough. Huaxian held her in his arms, touching her with his hands dishonestly and said, no matter how beautiful she is, no matter how attractive she is not mine. The one in my arms now is my baby. After saying that, he held her head and kissed her passionately. The Red Devil Petrol was extremely excited and moved at the same time. A long time. A Jackolia even walked up to them and couldn't help but look over with curiosity, so the two reluctantly parted ways. Seeing so many people looking at her, Red Devil Heian became extremely shy and buried her head in Huaxian's arms. Huaxian looked at the Jackolia and said, beautiful lady, can I have a kiss? What? The whole audience was stunned. Everyone was excited to greet and flatter me. The first thing you want to say is a kiss? What do you think of this Platinum Legendary Beauty? Everyone thought that Jackolia would be angry. Unexpectedly, Jackolia smiled and said, you are very honest. Hey. Huaxian chuckled and said, my biggest characteristic is that I am honest. How about it, an honest man like me, am I worthy of kissing you? Anyone can kiss me. It just depends on whether you have the courage. The previous sentence made countless people extremely excited, moved, and even ready to take action. The latter sentence seems plain, but it is actually cold and chilling. Huaxian smiled, and gently straightened the Red Devil Heian. Wife, stand up straight. The Red Devil Petrol lowered its head shyly, standing there, somewhat at a loss. Under the watchful eyes of the crowd, Huaxian walked towards the Jackal Leah, who was not far away. As the distance got closer, people around became nervous and excited, as if they were the ones to face next. The Jackal Leah stood there, smiling all the time, looking extremely charming. He looks like he's not afraid of anything. This kind of confident aura scared many people. Finally, Huaxian came in front of her and stopped less than a meter away. At this distance now, he could just reach out and hold Jackal Leah in his arms. Jackal Leah asked, "Why, is that all the courage you have?" This statement was shocking. I thought, but it be that Jackal Leah has taken a fancy to this guy? She actually provoked him to molest her. Huaxian smiled and said, "Of course I'm not scared. It's just that you're so beautiful, I want to satisfy my eyes first, then satisfy other things." Fuck. This guy is so awesome, he even dares to say such things. He is almost about to say he will sleep with Leah the Jackal. Nonsense. Do you need to tell me that? Which man wouldn't want to sleep with a platinum beauty like Jackal Leah? What's the big deal if a man wants to sleep with her? I heard that many girls want to sleep with her. Just at this moment, Huaxian suddenly exploded. It happened so suddenly that Jackal Leah had no time to react. She only had time to scream before Huaxian hugged her. Without waiting for her to explode, a strong force of realm suppressed her, and Huaxian kissed her directly. In the eyes of the onlookers, Jackal Leah did not resist at all, and even with the same smile as before, was hugged by Huaxian and then kissed. The Jackal Leah was stunned. She originally thought that Huaxian had no cultivation, so he didn't take her seriously. I didn't expect that this guy was pretending to be a pig to eat the tiger. And he ended up walking into the wolf's mouth. I tried my best to mobilize the genetic power, but it was useless and was suppressed. I was shocked inside. This guy looked like he was no more than 10,000 years old. Why was he so terrifying? Moreover, his aura was clearly that of a human in the demon world. How could a human who was so badly suppressed be so strong? Even humans who came from that place wouldn't dare to be so arrogant. Huaxian kissed her greedily. His tongue was like a sharp sword, breaking the Jackal Leah's defense again and again. As platinum legendary beauties, they all have their own ideas. Therefore, before they meet the person who is truly right for them, they will not let other men succeed. Not even a kiss. Thus, because they want to use their beauty to gain recognition and attention from capable and competent people. Now this guy gets a bargain. Even though he was suppressed by Huaxian, he was not bad, but he still did not meet the expectations. So the Jackal Leah was very angry. However, struggling with all my strength was useless, and in the end, only tears of grievance could flow down. It took a full 5 minutes before Huaxian finally let go. Satisfied? "Baby, I'm so excited that I'm crying," the Jackal Leah said to him with tears streaming down her face. Unable to change her expression as she was suppressed. Everyone around was staring at the Jackal Leah's expression. Seeing that she was always smiling and not angry, everyone suspected that she really liked Huaxian. I just can't understand why the platinum legendary beauty, Jackal Leah, would fall for this guy. Huaxian picked up the Jackal Leah and rushed to the hotel not far away. "Welcome," the receptionist at the door shouted enthusiastically. Huaxian threw his ID card over, and then threw a Demon Crystal King. "Open the best room for me." The lobby manager, who was a little disdainful at first, saw Huaxian casually throw out the Demon Crystal King and hurried over to greet him. "Sir, please come this way." Even the Jackal Leah he was holding was surprised. You know, as a third-year student at the Demon Academy and a platinum legendary beauty, Demon Wang Jing is very precious to her. But he just threw the guy who molested him away. It was as if the Demon Crystal King was stone. This is too arrogant. Is he trying to play hard to get and doing this on purpose? Chapter 792, Wife. You are cheating. Soon we arrived at the most luxurious room in the hotel. The lobby manager said excitedly, "Sir, this is the best room in our hotel. Please come in." "Very good, I am very satisfied," Huaxian said. And threw another Demon Crystal King over and said, "My wife and I are doing something, I don't want to be disturbed." "Don't worry. Sir, I will personally wait at the door and make sure no one disturbs you. If you have any instructions, just tell me." "Good." Huaxian held the stunned Jackal Leah in his arms and walked quickly into the room. He was so anxious that he almost bumped into the wall. He gently placed her on the bed and said with a smile, "Baby, I will let go of my control over you now. I hope you can calm down." After saying that, he withdrew his perceivus force. Jackal Leah did not explode, but looked at Huaxian puzzledly and asked, "Who are you?" Huaxian said, "What does my loving you have to do with my identity?" "Of course there is. Jackal Leah, am a platinum legendary beauty after all. If he is not a truly outstanding man, I will never let him succeed even if I die. Baby is very real, so I will definitely not let you down." After saying that, the demon bloodline erupted along with a powerful demon realm. The Jackal Leah was stunned for a moment. The demon clan, their realm is so terrifying, and their pressure is so powerful. This is definitely the high-level demon bloodline of the demon clan. "Baby, how is it? Are you satisfied with me?" Only then did Jackal Leah react and her breathing quickened. She stood up, threw herself into Huaxian's arms and said, "Husband, I have always been very satisfied with you. Husband, I wonder what bloodline of the demon race you are from." Huaxian touched around with his hands dishonestly. And only one thing felt comfortable. Although they are all women, one has to admit that legendary beauties, especially the higher level beauties, have completely different physiques and touches. Not to mention her temperament and appearance. The feeling it brings to people is completely different. Smiling, she said, "My husband barely has the blood of the imperial family." After hearing this, Jackal Leah took a deep breath. And she was extremely excited. She didn't expect that a random man would take a fancy to her, but he was from the Demon Clan Emperor Clan. "So, husband, what realm are you in now?" "Alas, in terms of realm, I am a bit rubbish, only at the first level of the primary God Master realm." "So, husband, how old are you now?" "Age, almost 10,000 years old." Huaxian lied. "There is no other way. I am already at the level of a godlord now. If people knew that I am less than 30 years old, I am afraid something terrible would happen. As for bone age, there is a system and it can be changed at any time." Even so, upon hearing the age, Jackal Leah took a deep breath in shock. Then she asked in disbelief, "Husband, you are so outstanding, do you really like me? Even the way I dress you has changed. And I feel a little inferior, worried that I will be abandoned." In her opinion, Huaxian is so outstanding that at least a platinum legendary beauty would be worthy of him. "I am just a small platinum legend, and am not worthy of him at all." "Silly, what are you talking about? I like you. You are the most beautiful in my heart." Thinking that Huaxian even brought beauties of at most bronze level with him, Jackal Leah heaved a sigh of relief. She put her hand on Hu's waist and said, "Hubby, love me, please." These delicate words caused Huaxian's hormones to explode instantly. My breathing also became heavy. Seeing this, the Jackal Leah struggled to get away, ran away and said, "Husband, if you catch me, I'll give you a chance. You little devil. You dare to tease me, I'll see how I'll punish you when I catch you." "Okay, husband. It depends on your ability." After saying this, the body actually faded. Then it disappeared. Huaxian was stunned. I didn't expect that Jackal Leah had this ability. Invisibility? The soul power explodes to the extreme in search. Chucked. It was impossible to capture the Jackal Leah at all, as if she didn't exist. "Leah, are you there?" Huaxian called tentatively. There was no response. Huaxian tried his best to sense it, but still found nothing. "System, what is Jackal Leah's ability?" "Ding! Super stealth talent. Unlock onto the Jackal Leah for me." "Ding, congratulations to the host. You have successfully locked onto Jackal Leah." Huaxian was speechless. This girl was actually right behind him. He turned around suddenly and hugged the Jackal Leah in his arms. "Although this is a super stealth talent, it cannot make you disappear." So Huaxian's hug was always accurate. "Husband, how did you find me?" Jackal Leah asked in shock. "I thought to myself that this talent of mine could never be discovered, unless there was someone much stronger than me who forced me to sacrifice myself for him through the absolute power of cultivation. And my husband discovered me before he even reached his cultivation level. This was so shocking." "Hey, guess." Huaxian said with a smile and kissed her fiercely. Jackal Leah said in a delicate tone, "Hubby, just tell me. I will fully cooperate with you if you tell me." "Really? Seriously, I would never cheat on my husband. Because I have the eyes of truth that see through everything." "The eye of truth? Are there really such eyes in the world?" "Of course. No wonder my husband was able to find me. It seems that you are really my nemesis." Leah admitted defeat and let her husband deal with it. "Then I'll be welcome." Huaxian rubbed his palms and took off her clothes. Her skin was as white as jade, thin where it should be thin, plump where it should be plump, and flawless, which made Huaxian couldn't help but explode. The battle begins. 1 hour, 2 hours, and when 3 hours are about to end. At this moment, Jackal Leah had completely lost all her strength. Huaxian held her in his arms, panting and asking, "Wife, how is it?" The latter said weakly, "Husband, you are so bad you don't know how to pity others at all. It's because you are so attractive, my wife. My husband is a bully." Okay, husband knows he was wrong next time. Husband, be gentler. That's more like it. Honey, will I get pregnant with a baby? Maybe. And I must get pregnant and give my husband a bunch of little devils. And I will wait for you to give birth to a litter of cubs for me. Hubby, let me rest for a while, then we'll continue. We must get pregnant. After saying this, Jacqueline took out a pill and swallowed it. Her weak body recovered quickly. Huaxian was surprised and asked, Wife, is this considered cheating? How can a normal recovery pill be considered cheating? Don't worry, honey. I'll be back in 5 minutes at most. Hubby, if you're scared, I still have some recovery pills here. Would you like to take one? Huaxian shook his head and refused. What kind of physique does my husband have? There is no need to cheat. Chapter 793, Day and Night. 5 minutes passed in the blink of an eye. Jacqueline, this time, took the initiative and said, Honey, take a rest, I'll come. This. Without giving Huaxian a chance to refuse, he turned over and then. Huaxian could only accept it with a wry smile. Boom. A loud bang broke the battle, which had not lasted long. The door of the hotel room, which was blessed by a magic formation, almost collapsed after the loud noise. The angry voice of the lobby manager outside came. Sir, the adults inside are someone you cannot afford to offend. I advise you not to. Come here. A person who came was a young guy, who kicked the lobby manager, who tried to stop him and sent him flying. Then he punched the door hard again. The light of the defensive formation became weaker and weaker, and the door shook violently. Seeing that both of his feet were kicked open, the young man became even more furious. Erupt again. Boom. This time, with one kick, the formation was instantly broken. Clang. With a loud bang, the door was kicked heavily to the ground. It was broken into pieces when it hit the ground. Huaxian and Jacqueline have already put on their clothes. At this moment, both of them looked extremely ugly. The young man rushed in and Jacqueline recognized him at a glance. He asked angrily, Sea Dog Flash, what are you doing? Sea Dog Flash glared at Huaxian angrily, then looked around. When he saw the bright red on the white bed sheet, his body trembled violently and his eyes turned blood red instantly. Staring at the Jacqueline, he asked, Why are you with someone? What human? He is my husband besides. I, Jacqueline, am not related to you. I will follow him if I want to. Jacqueline, I have been pursuing you for 3,000 years, and you treat me like this? It's your own wishful thinking to pursue me. I didn't force you to do it. You are interrupting our fun. Get out of here now, or my husband will take action and you won't have a chance. Attack. If he sleeps with you, he will be sleeping with my woman. Today is the day he dies. Huaxian looked at him coldly without saying anything, but a hint of murderous intent burst out. After feeling it, Sea Dog Flash sneered, You lowly human slave, you really want to kill me? Then I will kill you first. He rushed towards Huaxian without knowing whether to live or die. Seeing this, Jacqueline shook her head. Bang! With a loud bang, Sea Dog and Flash were kicked out before they could even see who attacked them. What frightened him even more was that there was an extremely terrifying power in his body. This power can end one's life at any time. He fell to the ground without caring about his injuries, and did not dare to think about the Jacqueline. He quickly knelt down and begged for mercy from Huaxian. Sir, please spare my life. I know I was wrong, and I will never dare to do it again. Jacqueline, please plead for me. I swear, I will never bother you again. Now, Sea Dog Flash just wants to survive. If you don't want to die, just get out of here. If my husband had killed you, you would have died just now. Sea Dog Flash cried, Your husband has planted a mysterious power in my body, which can kill me at any time. After hearing this, Jacqueline finally reacted and thought, No wonder you were so scared. She looked at Huaxian and said, Husband, why don't you just let him go? The death penalty can be avoided, but the living crime cannot be escaped. Hand over the Demon Crystal King in you. Sea Dog Flash just wanted to survive, so he quickly took out 20 Demon Crystal Kings and handed them over. Huaxian accepted it and said, Although you are not honest and did not hand over all the Demon Crystal Kings, I will spare you this time for the sake of my baby. Why don't you get out of here? After saying that, he waved his hand and the power in the Flash's body disappeared. The latter was released as if he were guilty, and left as quickly as possible without caring about the 20 Demon Crystal Kings. Honey, can we change rooms and continue? Jacqueline put her arm around Huaxian's neck and spoke in a seductive tone. Huaxian looked down at the white picture, unable to resist the temptation, and agreed with a smile. Okay. He hugged her and rushed out of the room. Sir, I'm sorry. That guy was too powerful, so I couldn't stop him. The lobby manager didn't care about his injuries and hurried over to apologize. I understand. You can't blame the bird. Open a new room for me. Sir, this way please. After changing to another room, Jacqueline took off her clothes as quickly as possible and couldn't wait to help Huaxian take off his clothes and said, "Hubby, please hurry up." Huaxian smiled and said, "Look at how anxious you are." "No way. I just became a woman, so I don't care. You are my husband. You have to satisfy me." "Okay, I'll satisfy you." The war is about to break out. 5 hours later, the two left the hotel contentedly. He discovered that Red Devil Heian and the others were not waiting for him in the hotel. So he quickly contacted them through communication. "Hey, honey, are you done? It's already evening, where are you?" Huaxian asked curiously. "Honey, we are at the Devil's Square. There are many beautiful women here. Come over here quickly." "Okay, I'll be right over." "Hubby, your sisters are in Devil's Square, take me there to find them." "Well, husband, come with me." He took Huaxian and left. Now, I have completely accepted Huaxian, both physically, mentally and spiritually. After about a quarter of an hour, we arrived at an extremely huge square. "Honey, this is Devil's Square." I saw a sea of people in the square. Upon closer inspection, I found that countless people were setting up stalls in the square. There are all kinds of delicacies, rare items, specialties and so on. Seeing Huaxian's curious face, Jacqueline explained. "Hubby, you can openly set up stalls here. Geniuses from all over the mainland will also set up stalls here, so there are specialties from all over the mainland here. However, all consumption here is charged by the Demon Crystal King." "Well, let's go in and take a look." "Honey, did you bring any local specialties? Why don't we set up a stall too?" Jacqueline said excitedly. I wondered if my husband had any special local products. Huaxian thought about it and said, "That's fine. Then husband, let's go find a better stall." He took Huaxian and left. "Honey, how about this place? It only takes 1 Demon King Crystal per hour, and the location is good too." Huaxian shook his head and said, "Since I am going to set up a stall, I will definitely choose the best location." "TSK, you are just an inferior human slave, and you dare to come here and brag? I don't know who let you out." A young man passing by, holding a folding fan, heard this and criticized it with disdain. "Shut up, you can't offend my husband." TSK, beautiful lady. I have to say, you have very poor taste. Everyone knows that humans are the most fragile. Can I satisfy you? I think you should dump him and follow me. I promise you will have fun day and night. Chapter 794, Selling Fried Rice. Huaxian said coldly. "Get lost before I get angry." Everyone around looked over. Everyone thought he was too arrogant after all. He looked completely different from the young man holding the folding fan. The young man waved the folding fan in his hand and looked at Huaxian with a smile on his face. The next second, the smile disappeared and murderous intent broke out. It was also at this moment that the young man waved the folding fan in his hand towards Huaxian. Dozens of sharp steel needles, under the blessing of genetic power, turned into afterimages and flew towards Huaxian. People with low cultivation, apart from feeling the murderous aura, have no idea that the young man with the folding fan has already made a move. Those who saw it clearly were curious whether Huaxian could hold on. Some people also found that the steel needle was flashing blue light, and they secretly thought it was insidious and actually highly poisonous. The next moment, Huaxian's body shook slightly, and no one present could see clearly. The sound of the steel needle being shot into the body was heard, and everyone who saw it clearly was stunned. It turned out that the person who stabbed Huaxian at the place where he was originally was the young man who shot the steel needle. He was holding a folding fan and smiling. If it weren't for the black blood flowing from the corner of his mouth, one would have thought they were already in this position. And where he was originally standing was Huaxian. Weird and chilling. Huaxian ignored the shocked looks of the people around him and quickly left with Jacqueline. Walked towards the central area of the square. "Husband." A red devil petrel saw him and shouted loudly. The three of them walked over quickly. "Hello, wives." Huaxian opened his arms and they all threw themselves into his arms. When the people around saw this scene, their eyes turned red with envy. Who is this guy? How could he have such great merits that four beautiful women could throw themselves into his arms? No matter who he is, someone who can gain the recognition of so many legendary beauties is definitely not an ordinary person. It is better not to offend him. "What are you guys shopping for?" "Honey, we saw a lot of good things. But the prices are too expensive." "Buy it if you like it, price is not an issue," Huaxian said generously. "Yeah, I knew that my husband loves us the most." Red Devil Heian was very happy. "Okay. Let's find a place to set up a stall first. My husband has never set up a stall before, so this is a good opportunity to experience life." "Wow. Husband, what are you going to sell at the stall?" "Let's buy some snacks, fried rice, etc. I'm good at it after all." "Okay, hubby. Let's go find a stall." Several people accompanied Huaxian to look for a stall. "Wow, hubby. How about that booth? In the middle area, A huge stall was empty. You can see the price of the stall from a distance. 500 Demon King crystals. Huaxian smiled bitterly and said, "Wise, I'm just setting up a street stall. I don't need such a big stall, just choose an ordinary one." Looking at that stall as the center, the surrounding stalls are almost all empty, mainly because they are too expensive. Huaxian took the lead and walked over. Along the way, there are stalls selling weapons, equipment, and medicinal herbs. You know what, there really is a treasure. Unfortunately, the prices are very expensive. However, there are very few people in the central area. Because the stalls here are too expensive, they are all empty and no one comes here except for those who are just strolling around. Huaxian and his team soon arrived at the 10 ring stalls around the middle stall. The cheapest place here is the stall rental of 20 Demon King Jing for one night. How do I rent this stall? You want to rent a stall? A person wearing a veil and looking a little bloated, who couldn't tell whether he was a man or a woman, came over and asked. Huaxian nodded, "Yes, I want to rent a stall. 20 Demon Crystal Kings per stall." Huaxian nodded and took out 20 Demon Crystal Kings and handed them over. When the people around saw this scene, they all looked at it curiously, thinking that this guy must be very rich, but they just didn't know what to buy. The man took the Demon Crystal King, took out a token and threw it to Huaxian. After taking the token, a soul consciousness immediately entered Lao Che. The rules of the stalls are clearly stated. As more and more people were watching, Huaxian took out the pots and pans, and then exchanged them for various ingredients from the system. They are all ordinary ingredients, plus unlimited enhancement points. And no consumption required for exchange. Oh my god, what is this guy going to do? Buy fried rice? Look, he has taken out all the pots, pans, and dishes. It must be true. Is he crazy? He was the only one in the place who rented the 10-ring stall, and he ended up using it to buy fried rice? Besides, this is the Demon Crystal King Trading Plaza. What kind of fried rice is worth a Demon Crystal King? Crazy. Absolutely crazy. Because Huaxian was the only one at the Shihuan stall, more and more people came over out of curiosity because the Shihuan stall had been rented out. At this time, Huaxian took out a sign and wrote with a silver pen, "Fried rice, self-service dish selection, 10 Demon Crystal Kings in total. Don't miss it if you pass by." Are you crazy? A serving of fried rice costs 10 Demon Crystal Kings. Administrator? I demand that this lunatic be kicked out of Devil's Square, otherwise I will feel sick watching him. Spiteless people around were shocked. At this time, an old man asked curiously, "Young man, what gave you the courage to sell an ordinary fried rice at such a high price?" Hearing the old man's question, the people around him quieted down and looked at Huaxian, waiting for his answer. Huaxian smiled and said, "Old man, you will know if you buy one and try it. Since you are my first customer, I can give you a 50 discount. You're crazy. A 50 discount is still 5 Demon Crystal Kings. Damn it, where did this lunatic come from? He rented a shop on the 10th Ring Road and set up a street stall to sell fried rice. This is the first time I've encountered such a weird thing in my 100,000 years on Devil's Island. Yes, I have been here for 80,000 years, and this is the first time I have seen this." The old man frowned, thought for a while and said, "Young man, if I buy fried rice with 5 Demon Crystal Kings and am not satisfied, can I get a refund?" Huaxian nodded confidently and said, "Sure, if the customer is not satisfied, they can naturally get a refund. Well, copy me a copy of the Sky fried rice." The old man was also a straightforward person and directly threw 5 Demon Crystal Kings over. Red Devil Heian and the others were shocked when they saw the 5 Demon Crystal Kings. I didn't expect that someone would actually be willing to do that. After all, they know how good Huaxian's fried rice is, but others don't know. I have to admire the old man's spirit and guts. People around were talking about it, and thought that there was something wrong with the old man. What could be so special about fried rice? Even if he could retreat if he was not satisfied, the Demon Crystal King would still think that he was wasting time. Wise, don't collect the money yet. The Red Devil Petrol then put away the 5 Demon Crystal Kings. Huaxian said, "Old sir, please choose your dishes. Don't bother with that, just give me a copy." Chapter 795, Price Increase. "Well, old man, please wait a moment." Huaxian immediately turned on the fire and poured oil into the pot. More and more people gathered around. Those who don't know the situation are full of curiosity. "Brother, what's going on here? It's fine if they're just selling fried rice at a street stall in Shihuan, but why are there so many people watching? Didn't you see? That guy's fried rice costs 10 Demon Crystal Kings for one portion. This old man is also a god. The first one to buy it will get a 50 discount. 5 Demon Crystal Kings are required to buy one portion of fried rice. We are all waiting to see what is so special about this fried rice." Under everyone's gaze, Huaxian's fried rice was nothing special, and the seasonings were just ordinary seasonings. Only a few people who understand cooking and have advanced cooking skills noticed something. He muttered, "This guy is not simple, his cooking skills have reached the level of perfection. No matter how good your cooking skills are, they are just cooking skills. Selling a bowl of fried rice for 10 Demon Crystal Kings is simply robbery." Just a few minutes. Huaxian's first plate of street fried rice is out of the pot. What is puzzling is that there is no fragrance at all. I even believed that Huaxian was a lunatic. He looked very skilled in making fried rice. But the fried rice he made had no fragrance at all. "Old man, your fried rice." Huaxian packed it and handed it to the old man. "Old man, hurry up and try this fried rice made with 10 Demon Crystal Kings. Isn't it delicious?" "That's right. Old man, try it quickly." Everyone around became excited. The old man nodded, opened the fried rice box and picked up the spoon. Under everyone's watchful eyes, he scooped up a spoonful and put it into his mouth. Suddenly, I felt an indescribable fragrance exploding, my taste buds were ignited, and a mysterious breath rushed into my mind, and a strange power surged throughout my body. Boom! He hadn't even taken a bite of rice when his cultivation level, which had not improved at all for 30,000 years, suddenly broke through. At this moment, the whole audience was shocked and stunned. Who broke through? Who is so powerful, breaking through in Devil's Square? People in the far distance of the square were in an uproar and looked over here curiously. Seeing this place, many people gathered here and walked over curiously, wanting to see what was going on. Huaxian asked with a smile, "Old man, is my fried rice worth the money?" The old man reacted. Ding dong! He actually knelt down in front of Huaxian and said, "Sir, your fried rice is incredible. It is unprecedented and will never be surpassed. I have been stuck in cultivation for 30 years without making any progress, but one bite of your fried rice has allowed me to break through." Is it true that a mouthful of fried rice led to a breakthrough? Even the people around couldn't believe it even if they saw it with their own eyes. It should be true even if it's just acting. It's impossible to pretend a breakthrough after all. There was no sign of a breakthrough on this old man just now. He broke through after eating a mouthful of fried rice. It's amazing. At this time, Huaxian took the price tag and crossed out the previous tag, changing the price of fried rice to 50 Demon Crystal Kings. "Damn, the price has gone up," someone exclaimed. "Nonsense, if eating fried rice can really make a breakthrough, what are 50 Demon Crystal Kings?" Of course, people are talking about it and many people are still skeptical. At this time, a brave girl came out. She wore a half-crescent mask, put all 50 Demon Crystal Kings on the counter and said, "Give me a plate of fried rice." The 50 Demon Crystal Kings were dazzling at this moment. Many people were drooling after seeing it. I looked at the girl and wondered who she was, so arrogant. He bought a serving of fried rice for 50 Demon Crystal Kings so readily. Many more people were expecting that after eating the fried rice, her cultivation would also reach a breakthrough. At this time, the old man took out 100 demon crystals and handed them to the Red Devil Heian respectfully, saying, "This fried rice is worth it. This is the extra money I'm paying for the fried rice. You must accept it." Damn, is this old man crazy? That's 100 Demon Crystal Kings. You know nothing. That's called social etiquette and how to behave. I admire this old man. The Red Devil Heian looked at Huaxian. Huaxian smiled and said, "Since it was given by the old gentleman, just accept it." The old man suddenly asked, "Young boss, is this fried rice effective for everyone who eats it?" The fried rice was delicious, but he tried his best not to eat it. Huaxian nodded and said, "It is indeed effective, but because of the ingredients, the best effect is to eat it within 3 minutes. The effect will be worse as time goes by. After all, these are made with ordinary ingredients. Damn, if ordinary ingredients can help people break through, what about spiritual or divine ingredients?" The scene exploded again. At this time, Huaxian had already started making the second serving of fried rice. The old man left quickly, thinking of giving the fried rice to future generations to eat and see how it turns out. After about 6 minutes, Huaxian handed the fried rice to the girl and said, "Your fried rice is ready." The girl took the fried rice and started eating. The whole audience was watching her. When she put the fried rice into her mouth, the whole audience became nervous. The girl felt the same as the old man. The next moment, boom! As expected, his cultivation level broke through. Oh my god, it's really a breakthrough. The whole audience was shocked. I finally understand why this fried rice is so expensive. At this time, Huaxian changed the price again. One serving of fried rice cost $100. "Boss, give me a copy of fried rice." "Boss, fry it for me first. This is my Demon Crystal King. Those who can come to consume in the Devil's Square of extraordinary status and can naturally afford it." At this moment, one by one, they went to pay. Huaxian pointed at a person and said, "You pay first. Come here, the money of others will be refunded in addition. Everyone who wants to buy fried rice, please line up." After saying that, he started to fry the third portion. In just a few minutes, the third serving of fried rice was ready. This was a middle-aged uncle after taking a bite of fried rice as expected. His cultivation level broke through. The entire audience was shocked, and they also realized that the fried rice sold by this young man really had the magical effect of helping one to break through one's cultivation level. Huaxian changed the price again. This time a serving of fried rice cost 1,000 Demon Crystal Kings. But no one thinks it is expensive. After all, as far as cultivation is concerned, at their level, even if they refine 1,000 Demon Crystal Kings, it is impossible for them to achieve a breakthrough in their cultivation. For those whose talents have reached the limit, it will be useless no matter how many Demon Crystal Kings they refine. But this fried rice can give people a breakthrough. Boss, give me fried rice. Everyone was stunned, but someone reacted first and took the initiative. Those who reacted later immediately regretted it. They finally realized that each serving of fried rice was more expensive. A red devil Heian smiled bitterly when she saw how easy it was for Huaxian to earn the Demon Crystal King. I thought to myself, it's not easy to save up 100 Demon Crystal Kings, but my husband's fried rice is getting more and more expensive. Hey, bring all the tribesmen to the Devil's Square. Why did you bring it here? Of course I'll treat everyone to fried rice. Chapter 796, Why Should I Spoil You? After hearing the call from this guy, everyone reacted. One bite of this fried rice is enough to give you a breakthrough, and the rest can be given to others. This portion, if each person takes a bite, is probably enough for dozens of people to eat and can help dozens of people break through. Thinking of this, countless people quickly made calls to call their families over. So there was a trend of inviting family members to eat fried rice. People who don't know the situation will look confused. What kind of fried rice makes these people of extraordinary status so crazy? Next, Huaxian kept making fried rice, and the price kept rising. Even so, people still rushed to buy the fried rice. There is no other way. Just eating one bite can lead to a breakthrough in cultivation. It's even better than any magic medicine. Finally, the first family members arrived. When a serving of fried rice with as much as 10,000 Demon Crystal Kings comes out of the oven, the buyers said excitedly, "Family, each person can only eat one bite. Hurry up, don't waste time. The longer you waste time, the worse the effect will be." Although the family members who had just arrived had heard something about it, they didn't believe it. I took a bite with a skeptical attitude. Then it exploded, and his cultivation level broke through directly. Oh my god. Eating fried pork rice can really help me break through my cultivation level. Hurry, we want to eat. Fighting for fried rice. The result was just as everyone guessed. As long as you take a bite, you will definitely break through. The price has risen to 100,000 Demon Crystal Kings. The cost was huge, and finally the scene wasn't so noisy anymore. Because there are not enough Demon Crystal Kings. Boss, this is too expensive. Can you make it cheaper? I only have 30,000 Demon Crystal Kings. A middle-aged man and a group of tribesmen came to Huaxian. Huaxian shook his head and said, "I will only sell fried rice for one night this time. You guys can decide for yourself." After hearing this, those who didn't buy fried rice became anxious. But I really can't produce 100 Zara Demon Crystal Kings. How about we all buy one? I can take out 28,000 Demon Crystal Kings. Someone said. I can come up with 18,000. I'll give you 32,000. Then our total will be about the same. How about we divide it up according to who pays more? Okay, let's get some fried rice. The four companies joined forces and finally raised enough money to raise 100 Zara Demon Crystal Kings. The Red Devil petrels who collected money were all numb. In just a few hours, Huaxian had earned more than 1 million Demon Crystal Kings. So shocking. Huaxian continued to fry rice. Remove from the pan in a few minutes. Several families can distribute it among themselves. Huaxian changed the price. Seeing the new price, everyone was in despair. There are actually 1 million Demon Crystal Kings. Huaxian said loudly. Everyone, this is the last serving of fried rice for today, 1 million. I will only wait for a quarter of an hour, and I will not sell it anymore. Countless people want to buy it, but can't afford it. A person who first appeared here is regretting it to death at this moment. I secretly hated myself for being stupid and not grabbing the opportunity when it was so cheap before. The news that one could break through by eating a bite of fried rice at Devil's Square also spread to Devil's Island. Of course, many people don't believe it. I think it's just a rumor made up by someone who has nothing to do. It's a quarter of an hour, let's close the stall. Huaxian is preparing to close his stall. Jackal Leah said, "Honey, can you give me a copy of fried rice? Oh look, my wife is left hanging. Are you all hungry? Wait, I'll make a copy for each of you." As soon as he said that, he started working. When the people around heard this, they looked at Jackal Leah and the others with envy. A bronze legendary beauty came over and said, "Boss, can I be your girlfriend?" Huaxian looked at the other person, a bronze legendary beauty. Needless to say, she was beautiful. He smiled and said, no. The beauty suddenly became sad. Huxin continued, being a girlfriend is so boring, you can be my wife. The girl was stunned. Then he was overjoyed, really? Of course it's true. Come here, there's your share of fried rice. Well, thank you. Husband, by the way, my name is Hamster Ghoul Azai, and I am a sophomore student at the Demon Academy. My name is Huxin, and I'm your husband. Brother Xin, can you please accept me as your younger brother? The young man came out and said, get lost, you're not a beauty, why would I accept you as my younger brother? Are you trying to steal my girl? Brother Xin, I, Fraud Lump, have a special ability, which is the ability to sense all spiritual materials and treasures. It won't be a loss to have me as your little brother. Is that so? Then you can follow me for now, and you can have your share of the fried rice. Thank you, Brother Xin. Fraud Lump was very happy. Brother Xin. Or people want to be associated with Huxin. Huxin refused. Okay, don't bother me while I'm cooking. As quickly as possible, I prepared a big pot of rice, ordered one portion for each of them, and then packed up the stall. After the meal was over, Red Devil Heian ate fried rice and handed over a nanospace device, saying, honey, the harvest from the stall totaled 11,960 Demon Crystal Kings. Okay, I understand you guys can divide it up. Everyone was shocked. Honey, this is more than 1 million Demon Crystal Kings. Red Devil Heian asked in disbelief. I know, but you are my wife, you need to buy something. Go ahead and buy whatever you want, don't save money. Thank you, husband. Several people were deeply moved. It would be awkward to say thank you after all, we are family. Let's go, it's time to close the stall and take a break. At this time, a beautiful woman with stunning temperament, wearing a white long dress and a pink veil, slowly walked over accompanied by two god-level beauties. Please everyone make way. A divine beauty shouted. Anyone blocking the road quickly moved out of the way. Who is this beauty? She is so majestic, how come I have never seen her before? She must be a beauty from the Demon Academy, I have never seen one before. There was a lot of discussion at the scene. The beauties walked directly to the center, and a divine beauty asked, who's selling fried rice? Everyone's eyes fell on Huxin. Huxin smiled and said, I am? I heard that the fried rice you bought can help people break through after eating it, is that true? He asked in a commanding tone. Huxin immediately became unhappy. He looked at the Red Devil Heian and the others and said, Wise, don't you want to go shopping? Let's go shopping. Well, husband, this way. Left in the opposite direction. Stop, the beautiful lady shouted angrily. It was naturally impossible for Huxin to cut it out. A bystander nearby said, with your condescending look and tone, no one would pay attention to you. What do you mean? He is an inferior human slave. It's good enough that he can talk to me, he should be grateful. Grateful? A serving of fried rice costs tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands. Demon Crystal King, why should they spoil you? Chapter 797, The Island Master Invites. So the fried rice he bought can really help people achieve breakthroughs after eating it. The veiled beauty spoke slowly. It sounds good. The sound stunned the people around. Our master is asking you questions, why don't you answer quickly? It's still that beautiful lady on the god list, who is a bit of a bully. People around me don't like it. Still, someone answered without caring, yes, her fried rice, just one bite can make you break through. Can you break through no matter what realm you are in? That's right, no matter if it's beginner or peak, one use of it can make a person break through. So does any one of you have any fried rice? No more. Who would keep such a good thing? Besides, Basu said that this fried rice cannot be stored because it is an ordinary ingredient. Master, I think they are bragging. How can ordinary ingredients be used to make fried rice that can make people break through after just one bite? Master, I think so too. The girl followed Huxin and the others in the direction they left. Although the two servants had poor eyesight, she still noticed that no one around her was lying. So in this situation, there was only one possibility. That guy's cooking skills were really terrible. Sunflowers are so beautiful, and jackdaws are so handsome. Please stop talking nonsense for a while. Master, Sunflower is so beautiful. Jackdaw understands. At this moment, Huxin and his friends stopped at a stall. The stall owner was not there. The Red Devil Heian shouted, where is the stall owner? Here. The stall owner trotted over. He said respectfully, Boss Hu, feel free to choose whatever you like. It's free. Huxin said seriously, how can you not want money? Boss Hu, you're welcome. I just spent 500 Demon Crystal Kings to buy your fried rice. I broke through after eating it. It was a huge profit. Honey, I like this. Take it if you like it. The boss is giving it away for free. Huxin said with a smile. Yes. Take it if you like it. No money required. For a talented person like Hu Xin who can make a breakthrough just by making fried rice, countless people want to curry favor with him but they have no chance. At this time, the three men came over. Mr. Hu. I'm sorry, it was my daughter who was ignorant just now. I, the demon snake Lahana, want to apologize to you. Hu Xin glanced at her and said, no need, I'm not familiar with you. It doesn't matter whether you apologize or not. Wise, just pick up your things and leave. Honey, I got it. Thank you, boss. You're welcome. Take care, boss Hu. Hu Xin took them away. Hey, you. That divine beauty is about to speak again. Pop, the demon snake Lahana slapped him and said angrily, is my words no longer effective? If you continue like this, get out of here. Master, please calm down. I know I am wrong, the girl said, aggrieved, covering her face. Mr. Hu, wait a minute. The demon snake Lahana chased after him again. Hu Xin did not stop. She had no choice but to stand in the way of Hu Xin and the others. Mr. Hu, don't be angry. Before she could finish, Hu Xin interrupted, I'm not angry. But we are not familiar with each other, so please don't bother me. Jackal Li and the others were a little surprised to see Hu Xin's firm tone. I thought to myself, my husband doesn't like all beautiful women. The demon snake Lahana's face suddenly looked a little ugly, but fortunately, the veil was blocking it and no one else could see it. Mr. Hu, I came here sincerely to buy the fried rice you made. Look. Sorry, I don't sell fried rice now. Hu Xin's tone was already very impatient. Mr. Hu, do you hate me so much? After saying that, she actually took off her veil. The Diamond Legend's peerless beauty stunned everyone around her. What a nice view. Hu Xin was also a little surprised. Fortunately, there are more than 100 million resistance points of the opposite sex, which forcefully suppress the desire to please the other party. He said coldly, yes. That's right, I just hate you. For someone like you, the maids around you are arrogant. And you are probably not a good person either. Don't bother me anymore. Also, put away your little thoughts. Beauty, how many wives around me are not good? After saying that, he strode away holding the Jackal Li in one hand and the Red Devil Petrol in the other. The demon snake Lahana was stunned. After he realized what was happening, his face turned as dark as ink. The beautiful sunflowers and handsome jackdaws beside him were trembling with fear. Especially Kui, who was extremely beautiful. She knew that the reason why her master was humiliated was because she had just offended the other party. Master, I'm sorry. Pop. Before she could finish her words, the demon snake Lahana slapped her and said, get out of here. Master, please don't chase me away. I know I was wrong and I won't dare to do it again. Even after being beaten, Kui Huami if Auntie Yan still begged bitterly. Her identity does not allow her to stay in the Demon Academy, and she can only enter as a servant. Even so, she felt superior. Only then did I develop the habit of being arrogant. Now it finally brought disaster. Rose, the demon snake Lahana was really angry. It was the first time that someone looked down upon her like this. The reason was that she had accepted a blind maid. Husband, she is a legendary diamond beauty after all. Aren't you being too cruel, said Jackalia. TSK, there are many top-level diamond legends, why would I care? There must be a lot of this kind of people in Demon Academy. Hubby, you're right, the Devil's Academy has no shortage of beautiful women. That's right. Why would I approach a disgusting woman? Wives, I'm not in the mood to go shopping today, let us leave. Okay, I'll follow my husband's arrangements. They left Devil's Square. Just walked out. A group of people gathered around. The butler-like person in the lead asked, are you Mr. Who sells fried rice? I am. Who are you? Hello, Mr. Hu. I am the butler of the Devil Island's island owner's mansion, the Demon Duck Hulk, under the order of the island owner. I invite you to visit the island owner's mansion. I wonder if Mr. Hu is free. Hu Xin thought that there was still half a month left before the entrance examination. So it would be nice to find a place to live. The island lord's mansion was obviously a good place. Okay, led the way. Jackalia was extremely excited and whispered to Hu Xin, hubby, you are amazing. I didn't expect to be invited to the island master's mansion as soon as I arrived. Seeing his look, Hu Xin asked curiously, is the island master's mansion very powerful? Jackalia smiled bitterly and said, husband, do you really know nothing? Let me tell you, I heard that the owner of the island owner's mansion is a great beauty, at least a platinum legend. Moreover, the island master's mansion is the master of Devil Island. Its status is no less than that of the Devil Academy. There are only a handful of people who can be invited by the island master in the entire Devil Island. It is said that many outstanding senior students and teachers want to meet the island owner but don't have the chance. Chapter 798, The Terrifying Platinum Beauty. Platinum Legend? Hu Xin muttered, his eyes lighting up. Isn't the mission to resist the temptation of the beautiful platinum legend? It's time to give it a try. Now I became even more curious about the island owner. Under the guidance of the old butler, they arrived at the magnificent island owner's mansion after about half an hour. At the gate, there were 200 powerful guards, 36 in total, and each of them was at the level of Divine Emperor. You know, this is just the gatekeeper, and he has reached such a state of mind, which is really amazing. I have met the old butler. No need to be polite. The Demon Duck Hulk said this, and walked in with Hu Xian and the others in a swagger. I have met the old butler. All the servants I met along the way were extremely respectful. Soon they arrived at the backyard of the island owner's mansion. The Demon Duck Hulk stopped and said, "Boss Hu, my boss wants to see you alone. How about I arrange some private meetings with your wives and subordinates?" Hu Xian nodded and said, "Okay. Boss Hu, the boss is in the Lotus Pavilion over there, please go over there." Hu Xian nodded and walked over. "Everyone, follow me." Red Devil Heian and the others followed the old butler and left. Hu Xian walked along the road and soon saw the Lotus Pavilion. The Lotus Pavilion is huge, but there is no bridge. Only lotus flowers are around. Hu Xian looked at the pond, which was green and seemed bottomless. At this time, a huge head popped up. It turned out to be a crocodile with its mouth wide open and sharp teeth, which was very scary. Then more and more crocodiles popped up, and they all looked at Hu Xian as if they were food. Hu Xian's gaze fell on the Lotus Pavilion, and a beautiful figure was facing away from him. "Boss Hu, why don't you come over now that you're here?" The other person spoke in a flat voice, and it was impossible to tell whether she was a beauty or not. Hu Xian smiled bitterly and said, "Island Master, this is a bit embarrassing." "What do you mean, Boss Hu? How am I supposed to get through this pond full of man-eating crocodiles?" Boss Hu is too modest. To be able to use ordinary ingredients to make fried rice that will make people burst with joy after just one bite, he must have extraordinary skills. "Well, Boss Hu, if you can come over, how about I allow you to lift my veil?" Hu Xian smiled bitterly and said, "The island owner is very calculating. He knows that I am extremely curious about your appearance, so he did this on purpose." "Boss Hu, you are very direct. Unlike many people who are hypocritical." Hu Xian didn't reply, but took a step forward, trying to step on the lotus leaves. A huge force came over me, and my foot sank. I almost lost my balance and fell into the lotus pond. There are countless man-eating crocodiles waiting below. If you fall down, you will not feel good. As he retracted his foot, he was secretly shocked to find that the gravity in the lotus pond was 100 times that of the outside world. Caught so suddenly, he almost got caught. He activated his genetic power and took another step. This time he was prepared and stepped firmly on a lotus leaf. After adapting to gravity, he stepped out with his other foot. After standing firmly on the lotus leaf, don't be careless and keep moving forward. Just as imagined, the gravity increased exponentially as we got closer to the lotus pond. It was originally 100 times, and now it has become 200 times. No matter which direction you go to the Lotus Pavilion, it is at least 100 steps away. If the gravity doubles like this, you can see how terrible the gravity is at the Lotus Pavilion. A man-eating crocodile jumped up and tried to bite Hu Xian. Fortunately, under the influence of gravity, the man-eating crocodile is not moving very fast. Hu Xian dodged by jumping lightly. I thought that was the end. The next moment, a dense swarm of man-eating crocodiles pounced on him. Probably because it has lived under gravity for a long time, the man-eating crocodile has obviously adapted to gravity. Hu Xian was in trouble. On the Lotus Pavilion, the island owner also turned around and looked over here. We have to see if Hu Xian has the ability to pass through this lotus pond. As Hu Xian waved his hand, a freezing attribute exploded. Suddenly, the water in the lotus pond froze. The man-eating crocodiles were also affected by the cold. Their blood froze, and they fell to the ground. The next moment, the lotus leaves were frozen. The danger posed by the man-eating crocodile was easily resolved. Hu Xian endured the strong gravity, and walked towards the Lotus Pavilion. With his great strength, gravity has little effect on him. However, when they were less than 10 steps away from the lotus pond, the gravity reached a terrifying level, and even a first-level junior god could hardly resist it. Even so, the island owner in the Lotus Pavilion was shocked when he saw Hu Xian was less than 10 steps away from the Lotus Pavilion. You know, even a master at the 10th level of the primary god lord realm cannot achieve what Hu Xian has done. But this guy did it. But although the aura he burst out reached the primary god lord realm, it did not reach the 10th level. This is what shocked the island owner. Although he is not yet at the primary god lord level, he bursts out with strength several times that of a primary god lord, and his willpower is even more terrifying. This guy is not simple. After adapting for a while, Hu Xian took the first step and took the 10th step from the bottom. With one step down, the lotus leaves shook violently and could break at any time. This is because the gravity is too terrifying. and Hu Xin cannot bear it and cannot control the weight of the lotus leaves brought by his body weight. You know, this is just an ordinary lotus leaf. And normal people can't stand it. After a while, Hu Xin took out his other foot and landed on the lotus leaf, which shook even more violently. Fortunately, there was no damage. Boom! With a loud bang, the demon realm erupted, and demon bloodline and other demon-related powers broke out. The island owner was shocked. He looked at Hu Xin in disbelief. I really didn't realize that this guy is actually a demon. Just now, when I saw that he didn't have any breakthrough in his cultivation, I thought he was from a clan that was cultivating the system. I didn't expect that he was actually a demon. But he managed to reach the 10th step from the Lotus Pavilion just by relying on his physical strength. He is so strong. After activating the power of the demon series, the remaining 9 steps became easy for Hu Xin. Step by step, he soon entered the Lotus Pavilion. Entering the Lotus Pavilion, all gravity disappears. Hu Xin came up to the shot tile and owner with a smile. The latter stared at him, not yet reacting. Hu Xin had already reached out and lifted the veil. A peerless face that cannot be described in words came into view, so exquisite that even every hair was grown just right. Hu Xin was stunned. The island owner reacted and took off her veil and asked, "How about me? Am I pretty?" Hu Xin didn't respond. The island owner smiled confidently and reached out to pinch Hu Xin's nose. Hu Xin finally reacted after having difficulty breathing. This scene made the island owner laugh. Behind that smile, Hu Xin fell into depravity again. It is hard to imagine that a woman whose appearance reaches the platinum level can possess such terrifying lethality. If I can't resist, I'll be at her mercy. I'm asking you a question. The island owner's beautiful voice sounded again. Hu Xin reacted with a start and wanted to take 2 steps back to create some distance, only to find that his feet were out of control. How can he accomplish this mission of rejecting the pursuit of the platinum beauty? Chapter 799, less than 10. 0 years old. The island owner saw through Hu Xin's intention and asked with a smile, "You seem to be avoiding me?" He even took 2 steps forward and was only half a step away from Hu Xin. At such a close distance, that proud figure and an intoxicating fragrance hit me in the face. Instant obsession. Ergo. Hu Xin couldn't help but swallow hard, and his eyes involuntarily fell on places he shouldn't be looking at. His hands stretched out by themselves as if under magic, and then grabbed the places that they shouldn't have grabbed. Ding! The mission is about to fail. The system suddenly sounded a friendly reminder, which made Hu Xin react. He bit his tongue hard. And under the severe pain, he finally regained some sanity and retreated far away. Only then did he look at the island owner with sweat dripping down his face. You won't know until you see it. Once you see it, you will be obsessed with it again. It's so beautiful and attractive. Hu Xin bit his tongue again to keep himself awake. He turned around and looked into the distance, taking several deep breaths before suppressing the impulsive thoughts. I was shocked that this platinum legendary beauty possessed such terrifying charm. The island owner looked at Hu Xin with surprise. Who had his back to him, he didn't expect that this guy could resist temptation many times in front of him. I became a little curious about him. After all, if it were any other man, he would have fallen long ago. He walked towards Hu Xin step by step. Hu Xin didn't dare to turn around and tried his best to control himself. Even so, the image of the island owner was lingering in his mind. At this time, the intoxicating fragrance came. The next moment, he felt the soft lumps on his back, which made his bones almost fall apart. Then my waist tightened. Looking down, I saw a pair of slender hands as white as jade, hugging my waist. At this moment, Hu Xin's blood was boiling. The reaction was so strong that she wanted to turn around and pounce on the island owner and pamper her fiercely. The island owner felt all the changes in Hu Xin. I just don't believe that you can still resist it even after all this. The pain caused by biting the tongue had no effect at this moment. Utterly irresistible. Hu Xin panicked. He didn't expect that the beautiful woman's lethality was far beyond his imagination. The mission must be completed and high-intensity resistance points of the opposite sex must be obtained. He understood that if he encountered the enemy, he would have died many times. Therefore, the resistance points of the opposite sex must be improved. Taking advantage of the clarity brought by biting his tongue, Hu Xin suddenly burst out with his right hand and punched himself in the heart with all his strength. She spat out a mouthful of blood, and the severe injuries finally allowed her to control her body. He burst out with great strength, forced the island owner back, and then fled away. Fortunately, there was gravity when I came here, but when I left, I was not affected by gravity at all. The island owner was stunned when he saw Hu Xin fleeing in a panic. I was extremely shocked faced with my proactive attack. This guy actually escaped by self-mutilation. It was not easy. At the same time, his mouth raised and a satisfied smile appeared on his face. Thinking that she was worthy of being one of his own tribe, and her character and will were recognized by her. At the same time, she also included Hu Xin in her absolute list of candidates for a spouse. After Hu Xin escaped from the Lotus Pavilion, he was breathing heavily and his whole body was soaked with sweat. Inwardly exclaimed, "Beauties of platinum level and above are too terrifying. You must avoid them when you see them." The demon blood healed the injuries just now at a terrifying speed. This terrifying recovery ability is unique to the demon race. Not bad. Very good. I am very satisfied with you. You are worthy of my bloodline of the Demon Clan Emperor. You have a very good self-healing ability. The island owner came to Hu Xin, clapped his hands and said sincerely. Hu Xin's unintentional behavior also made the island owner completely believe in his identity as a demon. Hu Xin quickly moved away and then looked at the island owner cautiously. I was relieved when I found that she was wearing a veil, which concealed her beauty and restrained her temperament. Island Master, could you please not reveal your true face in front of me in the future? Hu Xin said with a wry smile. The island owner smiled and said, "Didn't you lift the veil because you were curious about my appearance?" Hu Xin smiled bitterly and said, "I was rude, I apologize." "Boy, don't you really like me?" The island owner suddenly asked. "What? Answer honestly. Do you like me?" Hu Xin said bitterly, "I'm afraid you wouldn't believe me if I said I didn't like you. And why were you desperately avoiding me just now? Respect means that because you like someone, you can't violate it at will." Hu Xin could only talk nonsense. "I thought if it wasn't for the mission, but for the reward, I would have killed you just now." "Really? Of course it's true. You have passed the test. Come on, I will take you to broaden your horizons." "What insights?" Hu Xin asked subconsciously. "It's just a dance party organized by some people who think they are talented and capable. They even require you to bring your partner. You came at the perfect time. You won't tell me that you can't dance." After asking, he looked at Hu Xin. Hu Xin patted his chest and said, "What a joke, there is no dance in the world that I don't know." The island owner smiled and said, "That's good. Let's go, it's almost time. They have been bragging about me for a long time." "You mean, the dance has already started?" "Yes, it starts at 8 o'clock, so is it too late to go now?" "Now is the critical moment." After saying that, he pulled Hu Xin onto a flying vehicle. The island owner's exclusive aircraft is not subject to the island's rules. On the aircraft, the island owner said, "Remember, my name is Demon Sid Yao. I am exactly 1,380,000 years old this year, and I am your fiancé." "What? 138,000 years old, and you're still single? Isn't it okay? Young people have a long relationship, and now that we are old enough, we have time to talk about it when we were young. Who didn't work hard for their careers? Moreover, considering my level, I'm not that old." The Demon Sid Yao said as a matter of course. Hu Xin nodded and said, as expected of the island owner, he is indeed ambitious. "What's your name, boy? Why don't you introduce yourself?" "The devil Hu Xin. Your fiancé is 9,998 years old this year," Hu Xin said with a smile. The devil Sat Yao was stunned for a moment when she heard the age introduced by Hu Xin. "It took me a long time to recover." After a long time, he reacted and suddenly grabbed Hu Xin's wrist. The terrifying genetic power poured into Hu Xin's body. Check Hu Xin's bone age and blood age to see if he is lying. Hu Xin quickly used the system to change his bone age and blood age. It took a full minute before he let go. Chucked. "It's really less than 10,000 years old. How is that possible?" He stared at Hu Xin and muttered in disbelief. Hu Xin said seriously, "Yes, I am really less than 10,000 years old. I thought if I told you that I was less than 30 years old, I wonder if you would be scared to death." After a long while, the Demon Sid Yao grabbed Hu Xin's wrist and said, "If someone asks you how old you are in the future, just say you are 1,000,000 years old. Do you understand?" Chapter 800, Beauty and Power. Hu Xin asked with pretended curiosity. The Demon Sid Yao rolled his eyes and said, "Why else? You have such an enchanting talent, not to mention other races. Even the demons will envy you. In this world, when you are good enough, you will threaten the status of many people, and they will try every means to get rid of you. Then you won't hurt me, right?" Hu Xin asked, subconsciously. The devil Sat Yao raised the corner of his mouth, then said in an excited tone, "You are my boyfriend, how could I hurt you?" I thought to myself, only a true monster like you is worthy of me. The devil Sat Yao. Hu Xin hurriedly asked, "Hey, didn't we agree that I would pretend to be your boyfriend? How did I become your boyfriend?" Am I not worthy of being your girlfriend?" asked the devil Sat Yao angrily. "Of course not. The main reason is that I'm not ready to fall in love with a beauty like you. You have to let me get used to it. It's just a relationship. What do you have to adapt to? My mother told me that the more beautiful a woman is, the more dangerous she is, so I have to be careful." The devil Sat Yao rolled his eyes wildly. Beep, the aircraft has arrived above the destination. There is no landing place. Please give instructions. The aircraft warning sound rang out. The devil shat Fingrat Huxin, opened the hatch, and jumped down. He turned around and folded up the aircraft with a wave of his hand. Below, there is a huge open-air dance party. Countless people were dancing. All of them were handsome men and beautiful women. It could be seen that each of them was of extraordinary status. When the aircraft arrived, they stopped dancing. When they saw that it was the island owner, the demon Set Yao, who appeared. Many people became excited after all. The temptation of the platinum legendary beauty is still very huge. When they noticed that she was holding a man's hand, they were stunned. Who is that man? The young man wearing a top-notch dress, whose appearance was comparable to that of a platinum legendary beauty, asked loudly subconsciously. The people around also reacted and looked at Huxin, curious about who he was. What kind of identity does one need to be able to bring a platinum legendary beauty like the island owner to the ball hand in hand? No one can answer. Hope someone can answer. After a while, the young man asked loudly, "Who is the devil Sat Yao?" At this time, the demon Sat Yao had already pulled Huxin down to the ground, the focus of everyone's attention. He smiled and said, "Can't you tell? My dance partner is also my love. Who is he to be your dance partner? Devil Sat Yao, can I assume that you are deliberately avoiding me and finding a shield?" The devil Sat Yao sneered, "Demon Kiao He Jun. Please be careful with your words. Why should I avoid you? What do you think you mean to me? Besides, if I really didn't want to see you, I wouldn't have come. The main reason I came here to play today is because I got too intimate with my boyfriend. Please forgive me." Too intimate? Everyone was muttering these 4 words in their hearts and having wild thoughts. Devil Sat Yao, you're going too far. TSK, you devil Kiao He Jun, you're talking as if you have something to do with Medan T. Forget. I've never accepted you. Then you still want me to see your dignity? The devil Kiao He Jun roared. Devil Kiao He Jun, it's fine if you don't mention this matter, but I'm really disappointed when you mention it. When you see my face, you're like a pug in heat, and you just want to have sex with me. Tell me, would I, the demon Sat Yao, be interested in a man like you? The devil Kiao He Jun roared, your platinum legendary beauty. Not to mention me, who among all the men present can resist it? Countless men, who had never seen the appearance of the devil Sat Yao, were very curious. The demon Sat Yao pulled Huxin in front of him and said, "My man can withstand it." Bullshit, I don't believe it. Look at his evil appearance, he is not a good person. Stop arguing. It is said that the demon Sat Yao is a platinum legendary beauty. I am afraid that few people here have seen her. How about this, demon Sat Yao, you lift up your veil and let all of us see whether the demon Kiao He Jun can resist the temptation of your beauty. Also see if your boyfriend can really resist your temptation to him. How? The devil Sat Yao smiled and said, "Well, I'm in love anyway, so I might as well show it to you guys." After saying that, he lifted the veil. Huxin felt bitter and quickly retreated to a distance. Seeing this scene, everyone around was shocked. I thought, aren't you her boyfriend? The next moment, the devil Sat Yao took off her veil, and her super beautiful face came into people's sight. Everyone at the scene, both men and women, was stunned. So beautiful, so beautiful. Is this the legendary platinum beauty? So terrifying. If I could be her man, I would be willing to be her slave, someone muttered. TSK. I'm willing to be your slave. Let alone being his man. Even if I were to be his slave, I would feel happy following him. It's so beautiful. Come here. The demon Sat Yao waved at the demon Kiao He Jun and shouted with a smile. The smile instantly enhances the beauty. And the celestial voice makes people lose their souls. The demon Kiao He Jun pounced towards the demon Sat Yao like a zombie who had lost his mind. Stop. The demon Sat Yao issued an order. The devil Kiao He Jun stopped immediately. Kneel down. The demon Kiao He Jun knelt down obediently and was extremely submissive. Slap yourself in the face and call yourself a waste. Bop. My demon Kiao He Jun is trash. Bop. My demon Kiao He Jun is trash. This continued continuously, causing those around who were also mesmerized to tremble with fear. If I put myself in their shoes, I would not be able to resist the temptation either. After a while, the devil Kiao He Jun's face was swollen. The demon Sat Yao looked at the other man and said, "Come here." This guy was also extremely excited and ran over as fast as he could. "Do you like me?" asked the devil Sat Yao. "I like it," the latter replied in a crazy way. "Will you do everything for me?" "Willing." "Then cut off one of your arms." The latter was very panicked and wanted to refuse rationally, but his hands were very honest. The cheating was crushed with one slap of the right hand. A pain of the breakup brought him back some of his sanity, and he stepped back in horror. "Come here, what are you running for?" Under the fairy music, this guy was fascinated again and walked over. "Kneel down." Kneeled down uncontrollably. The devil Sat Yao then put on a veil and restrained her temperament. Suddenly, The obsessed people around reacted. Extremely shocking. Oh my god, it turns out that this super peerless beauty is so terrifying. That's right, this is just a platinum legend beauty. What if she was replaced with a king legend? Chapter 801. Active Pursuit. Hearing this, everyone trembled and felt panic. This is the first time I know that super good looks can have such terrifying power. The devil Qiao He-jun and the young man both looked extremely ugly. The demon Satyao said coldly, Demon Qiao He-jun, now you know how rubbish you are. Devil Satyao, you said I was trash. Do you think he can remain calm in the face of your appearance? Just now when you were about to take off your veil, he had already run far away. Which shows how scared he was. The devil Satyao sneered, to be honest, you are not even 1/10,000th as good as him. You. Okay, no more nonsense, Devil Huxian. Come here and prove it to him. Huxian smiled bitterly and said, forget about the devil Satyao. Come here. You are a man, what are you afraid of? Huxian had no choice but to come over. Is there any way in the system for me to resist her charm? Ding, there is a way to resist the temptation of the demon Satyao, but the target of the mission is not good looking, so the system refuses to help. Huxian was speechless. As Huxian approached, the demon Satyao reached out again to untie the veil. Everyone's eyes were on Huxian, wondering if he could really resist the temptation of the devil Satyao's beauty. The moment the veil was taken off, everyone was fascinated and obsessed again. The same is true for Huxian. Taking advantage of the last bit of rationality, biting my tongue. Only then did I wake up a little. Lovey, come and hug me. The demon Satyao said so. When the people around heard this, they were extremely envious. The devil Qiao He-jun was so angry he was just kneeling down to get beaten, but why did this guy just hug him? However, Huxian gritted his teeth and persevered with all his might. Back away, and back away again, trying to create distance to resist temptation. This scene shocked the whole audience. It was unbelievable that facing a platinum legendary beauty, he could actually resist and retreat. Is this a man? Husband, do you despise me? The devil Satyao also used her killer move. When the people around heard this, they were almost defeated. Devil Satyao, I want you. A middle-aged man yelled, unable to control his inner desire, and rushed forward. Bang! The demon Satyao kicked him away mercilessly. All the ribs were broken. Even so, there was no hatred in the middle-aged man's eyes, only admiration. It seems that being possessed by the devil Satyao is a kind of happiness. Huxian, who was about to surrender, sobered up a little because of the noise. He reached out and poked the most painful point on the human body, and reacted by quickly retreating to a distance. The devil Satyao put on the mask with satisfaction, putting away his temperament and charm. And everyone got used to it. Thinking of what had just happened, they all looked at Huxian in shock. It was unbelievable that this man could actually refuse the devil Satyao's absolute temptation. Is this something a normal man can do? The devil Qiao He-jun shouted, he is definitely not a man. Demon Satyao shook his head and said, Demon Qiao He-jun, compared to him, you are not a man. You doubt others when you are not good enough. You are a waste. Husband, come here. The devil Satyao was becoming more and more satisfied with Huxian. And she could call him very smoothly. Huxian smiled bitterly, looked at the others and said, hello everyone. Let me be frank, the devil Satyao and I are not in a relationship at all. I am just a dance partner he invited. What? The whole audience was shocked. He looked at Huxian with an incredible look. I thought, are you sick? Or are you really not a man? A beautiful platinum legendary beauty took the initiative to ask to be your partner and called you husband. And you are still not satisfied? And you refused? The devil Satyao frowned. He didn't expect Huxian to say this in public. This is tantamount to rejecting him in public. Devil Huxian, are you serious? She asked, in disbelief. Huxian nodded and said seriously, Devil Satyao, I admit that as a platinum level beauty, you are really too perfect. But it is precisely because of this that I know I am not worthy of you. A forced melon is not sweet. It would be better for us to be ordinary friends. Oh my god, is this guy crazy? Did he really reject the devil Satyao? Oh my god, how did he do that? I, a woman, want to possess the demon Satyao, but he actually refused. The scene went into an uproar. The devil Qiao He-jun's face looked extremely ugly. I didn't expect that the goddess I pursued so hard would be rejected by her. What does this mean? Am I a loser? The devil Satyao smiled. A very sincere and bright smile, and walked towards Huxian step by step and said, Devil Huxian, I know that you are the best man. Originally I only considered you as a candidate, but now I declare that from now on, you are my demon Satyao's man, the only man. This. The whole audience was shocked. Someone suddenly realized and shouted, I understand. This guy is playing hard to get and deliberately doing this to gain the approval of the demon Satyao. He is really cunning. I admire this guy's courage. I didn't expect he would succeed. People were furious again. Hu Xian said seriously, I'm sorry, Devil Sat Yao. I really don't deserve you. If you continue to be like this, then I will have no choice but to leave. What? The whole audience was shocked. Reject? He actually refused again? If the first time was playing hard to get. What was this time? The Devil Sat Yao frowned. Devil Hu Xian, I'm not kidding you. And I hope you can answer me seriously. Everyone looked at Hu Xian, wanting to know how he would answer. Hu Xian smiled bitterly and said, You are very good, and I really want to have you, but I am not worthy of you, I'm sorry. After saying that, he turned and left. This shows my attitude. My heart was bleeding. What a damn mission. This was a platinum legendary beauty, and she even confessed her love to me. I was really impressed. The key point is that this has been rejected. The task has not been completed, and it is obvious that the requirements have not been met. The people at the scene were stunned. It's unbelievable that this guy is seriously refusing. Such a beautiful platinum legendary lady. I really rejected her. Devil Hu Xian. Stop right there, the Devil Sat Yao roared angrily. But Hu Xian did not stop. She had no choice but to chase after him. Stood in front of Hu Xian, and asked loudly, Tell me, why? Why did you reject me? He felt very upset. He had confessed his love to such a beautiful platinum legendary lady in public, but was ruthlessly rejected. Hu Xian smiled bitterly and said, Because you are excellent, beautiful, and the owner of the island. And I. Don't get me that you are less than 10,000 years old. You are only at the primary level of Godlord, and you are also the blood of the Demon Emperor. You tell me that you are not good enough for me. What? In desperation, the Devil Sat Yao directly revealed Hu Xian's identity, which shocked the whole audience. Chapter 802. Rejected. I seem to understand why the Devil Sat Yao took the initiative to pursue this guy. He is less than 10,000 years old, has the cultivation of a primary Godlord, and is of the bloodline of the Demon Emperor. Isn't this too good? Nonsense. Have you forgotten that he was the only one at the scene who could resist the temptation of the platinum legendary beauty? This shows that his willpower is also terrifying. Excellent, really excellent. I'm in love with him. TSK, what's the point of falling in love with him? Didn't you see that even the platinum legendary beauty Demon Sat Yao was rejected? The scene was in an uproar, with all kinds of discussions rising and falling, and it seemed chaotic for a while. Hu Xian nodded and said, You are right. I am so outstanding. My goal is to be a legendary beauty. I really don't like you. After saying that, he turned and left. The Devil Sat Yao was dumbfounded. My heart is broken. As a platinum legendary beauty, she was rejected so directly when she confessed her love for the first time. Hu Xian's heart was bleeding, but he had to do it in order to complete the task. Devil Hu Xian, don't even think about rejecting me. The man I, Demon Sat Yao, have chosen. You will be my man for life. After roaring, he rushed over and, in full view of everyone, hugged Hu Xian tightly from behind. This scene is so enviable. Hu Xian almost fell into despair and could only stimulate the painful points hard, using the pain to keep himself sane. Even so, my breathing became rapid. It's so painful, so uncomfortable. I just want to vent. But I can't. Demon Sat Yao, let go first. He said with difficulty. No, I will never let go unless you agree to be my man. His tone was firm. And he used even more force, as if he was worried that Hu Xian would run away if he let go. Hu Xian was speechless. It was too painful. Devil Sat Yao, you are so outstanding. You can definitely find someone better than me. Why bother me? Hu Xian said shamelessly. The people around were speechless when they heard these words and tone. She is a platinum legendary beauty. Even if you don't like her, just accept her reluctantly. He actually refused directly. Are you still a man? I have lived for millions of years. And you are the best man I have ever met. Bar none. If you don't agree to me, I will not let go and will hold you like this for the rest of my life. Well, let me give you a month to think about it. After a month, I will give you a satisfactory answer. I won't. Who knows if you will run away? At this moment, the Devil Sat Yao was like a girl who was infatuated with love and was determined to fall in love with Hu Xian. I swear, I will never run away and I will definitely give you a satisfactory answer. Is that not enough? If you keep pestering me like this, it will only make me hate you. A Demon Sat Yao trembled and said a grieved lie. Then I will let go, and you swear to give me a satisfactory answer. Yeah, I swear, let go. The Devil Sat Yao then let go, and grabbed Hu Xian's wrist again and said, You agreed to be my dance partner tonight, so you can't leave. Hu Xian smiled bitterly and said, Okay, I won't leave. Thank you, husband. Hu Xian said speechless lie. I haven't promised you yet. It's just a matter of time. After saying this excitedly, he pulled Hu Xian towards the center of the stage. The people around me no longer know how to describe their feelings. It is unbelievable that the platinum legendary beauty, the devil Sat Yao, would treat herself so badly and cling to a man. As for what she said about Hu Xin, who was less than 10,000 years old but had already reached the level of the Godlord, and that he was of the demon clan's imperial bloodline, no one believed it at all, just thought she was blinded by love. Many people sighed in their hearts that even the island owner, even a platinum legendary beauty, would become stupid in front of love. Hubby, dance with me. Good. System, strengthen all my dances to the highest level. Ding, congratulations to the host except for special dances, all types of dances have been strengthened to the top level successfully. With unlimited strengthening points and no consumption. The devil Sat Yao performed the graceful dance steps that he was best at. The purpose is to let Hu Xin see the most perfect version of himself. However, when the dance began and Hu Xin's dance steps were performed, the audience was stunned. The dance steps were flawless, every move was just right and perfect. The devil Sat Yao who was dancing with him was even more stunned. She didn't expect that Hu Xin did not lie to her. He really could dance, and was extremely good at it. Wow, so handsome. I never thought that a man dancing the Duanmo dance could be so perfect and attractive. Me too. I really want to be his woman. You're just dreaming, didn't you see that even a platinum legendary beauty like Demon Sat Yao was rejected even though she confessed her love to him? How could he possibly be interested in someone like us? Yes, he is so outstanding. How could he look down on us? I even believe now that he is as outstanding as the devil Sat Yao said.